Yeah, it says that we went live.
Oh, okay. It just didn't update on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a minute. Takes a minute. It's on a delay.
On a delay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1,
Ready.
2, 3.
Go when ready.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh shit! What?
Oh shit! What?
Updates?
I'm just getting real excited.
Good hype, son. All hail the mighty Tesseract.
Get
We're
ready.
gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Oh boy, conversation.
It's the conversation station. Julie.
Hey.
Yo.
What up? Welcome to the
What up,
chat.
bud? How are you, my guy?
We're doing it.
That's one of our staple plus ones.
Oh, cool.
Eric's
Okay.
a jamming guy, really good guy.
Heck yeah.
You guys love him.
I
Welcome to
like
the
it.
show.
Welcome.
I
What's up?
wouldn't have gotten this far in Final Fantasy 14 without him co-piloting.
Heck
everything.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How far are you now?
I just got to the first dungeon in Stormblood. Oh, hey, Eric, I'm at the first dungeon in Stormblood.
Hey.
I forgot to text you about it.
Man, I want to play some 14. I don't have anybody to play with. I don't have anybody to talk
Yeah, 'cause
to.
I fell right off.
You know,
Yeah,
well, that was
yeah,
expected.
yeah.
You know, but it is. It's
I gave it a shot.
Yeah,
it's kind of killing me on the inside because I know
we entered
that.
Stormblood together, and then he just had stuff, and then like I have time to play intermittently, over coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll just do a couple quests, and there's an event, I'll do the event, blah blah blah.
You're not
but
gonna suck a Gucci it.
no, I don't have time. I got stuff to play. I got
We'll get-
jobs.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. we'll get into
I'm
that.
Scott.
I'm Trey.
I'm Phil.
I'm Moth.
And this is Moth. We have a special guest on our show
Hey, what's up,
today.
what's up, what's up?
Woo! Here to talk to us.
Sorry, Wolf isn't with us today.
Yeah.
She's got we got school stuff. We got
That's
we
right.
got grown-up
Understandable.
stuff.
Yeah, man.
Understandable.
Hopefully
Yeah.
she'll still join.
But
Gotta
the
pay
chat.
them bills.
she watched Dune with me last
Yeah.
night. Jammed on it, loved
Yeah.
it. Had some questions, answered what I could.
This week
From
we're
my
going to be
general
talking
knowledge,
about how the spice is the spice of life.
Do you remember when there was that terrible like?
We're talking about Dune.
We are talking about Dune.
It was like a THC replacement called Spice. People-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It made people crazy.
It did.
Yeah.
It absolutely
Well,
did.
so does
Spice.
Actual
Well, dude, that
spice.
makes you the best kind of crazy though, because you can actually fly through space. They're like, this is the only way you can do it.
You
You
get
gotta
the glowy eyes.
Yeah, boy, I would take it.
I'd take the glowy eyes.
I would take it.
I really thought about. I'm like, how do I get up early enough? I didn't. Get to Walmart. I didn't. Go to the craft section. Get some like red glitter and just
Spice
cocaine
up.
it
Oh, yeah.
Spice up,
paint it
yeah.
for the show. Well,
Right.
I don't think you could see it, but I wanted to get it on my mustache and like around. And
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I got some
really
chili
thought about
powder. You can rub
Maybe.
it.
That would work.
That might work.
Yeah.
It looks like spice.
But, but the glitter, the glitter
Definitely
shines.
spicy.
Spice.
Yeah, totally. Thought about
Paprika.
That.
That's what I'm gonna name my first daughter, Paprika.
Paprika. Hell yeah.
Paprika.
That's a good
Actually,
name.
well, Paprika is that's a very good anime.
very
Yeah,
good.
right,
That's
very,
what I
very
was
good.
thinking.
Yeah, but you have to like say it ghetto.
I know. I
If it's not,
noticed that.
because if you
That's
say
awesome.
paprika, it's actually kind of beautiful.
Yeah, but
when you say
it
paprika, paprika,
it's
it's
a
different.
whole different thing.
Yeah,
right
right.
there, yeah.
Completely different
I
ballgame.
wasn't even looking in that direction. That's awesome.
So,
What
do you think of this? Hey, we caught it.
We got it.
No, actually, I have read a certain amount of Dune, and I don't remember fucking any of it. And I actually brought this to show off, which is the graphic novel version of Dune that was recently released, and it's got Herbert's son, Frank Herbert's son, as one of the leads on putting it together.
Cool.
Jamming.
So official, and I plan on reading this directly. I was waiting until this movie came out because I didn't want to get too confused. You know,
Like I had seen Dune '84, and
Yeah.
I just didn't remember very much. I
I
remember
understand.
sandworms. I
Yeah.
remember sand. But watching the new release of Dune, there were moments where I just felt nostalgic. It was just like, oh yeah, I remember.
because it's vaguely like the
Vaguely
Lynch one,
like
right?
exactly,
Fair aspects of it.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
more. I guess the Lynch Dune is more the general cliff notes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it ends right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
look,
know what I
all
mean?
in due time.
Yeah,
All in due
we'll
time.
get to
We're not.
Dune.
We're not there
We'll get
yet.
to
We're not there yet.
So what have
We-
you guys been doing this week? Who wants to go first?
Scott.
Oh, me? I guess.
Go ahead, please.
Well, I've been like most weeks, I've been watching a shit ton of anime. I got on the reboot Birdie the Mighty Birdie the Mighty.
And what'd you
Decoded.
buy, Scott?
Oh yeah, I have ascended.
This is that what it is called?
That's what I guess.
I thought it was the descent into madness.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, that's
It's
more
really-
accurate to me.
It's really more of a slow spiral.
Okay.
More junk for the junk hoard.
I because I've been watching the reboot Birdie the Mighty, I got online and was just looking for Birdie the Mighty shit, you know, because
You clicked on the first thing you saw.
no, that wasn't the first thing. I was actually
my.
going through a lot, you know, because I collect anime,
Right, of
you
course,
know,
yeah.
and
But
I-
do you usually collect?
things that I can't watch.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Say it for the people.
I
Body
bought.
pillows.
I bought.
He would use that.
No. I haven't gotten to that part of my metamorphosis yet. No, I'm not like that deep in.
Waifu body pillows.
Waifu
next.
body pillows. Yeah, that's the next stage. But I did buy the full 4-episode OVA Birdie the Mighty Laserdisc.
Jesus
Wow.
I feel like that dude. Have you guys ever seen SLC Punk?
Yeah,
Vita
yeah.
Laserdisc.
It looks like a silver record, but it is not a silver
silver
record.
record.
There's a movie on there.
I love that shit, dude.
I feel like that guy. And I was just like sitting there, I was looking at the picture, and I was just like, what am I going to do with this? I'm literally going to put this on my shelf and just
But
look at
the
it.
art looks
The art
awesome.
looks
It does look really
amazing.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the same way with me buying records. I have a record player. I actually don't have a stereo that works with it because it's like you have to have one that has an internal amplifier, whatever bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Old technology that I'm
No,
not
did
using.
you ever take apart the one I gave you?
No, I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I got a console one from him or from his parents actually.
Oh,
It was
cool.
An
fucking
8-track player built in?
with an 8-track
yeah.
player
that's dope.
and a John Denver
Where is it?
8-track.
Oh wow!
What's up?
Okay.
Is it inside?
No, it was
Speaking of
inside.
spicy.
No, I mean the console itself. Where is it?
Oh yeah, it's inside.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
go look at it. Someone
Yeah,
remember.
it's
Eric,
cool.
remember to remind us to look at it later.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But no, what I was getting at is I will buy records just because of the big art.
Right.
So it's kind of the same.
No,
I didn't
it's
say-
not
well-
the same thing. Look, man. Okay, all right. Let's not just pretend.
No,
you know what I'm
it's-
saying?
it's a silver
like
record.
record, and there we are. You know,
but it's
records.
not a silver record.
You know, like seriously, records trend. Like
Yeah.
currently,
You're right.
records are rocking it.
Because you can buy
It's-
brand new shit right
absolutely.
now. You're not buying
you know,
no new shit on
constantly-
Laserdisc.
You ain't getting shit on Laserdisc.
Yeah, but I feel
you
like
know.
I feel like
You might as well get that Betamax, Birdie.
Right, right.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
man,
it-
if I see it, I'm getting it.
It's better on
So
Beta.
wait,
That's what they say.
have you gotten it yet? Has it arrived?
No, it hasn't arrived. It's supposed to arrive November 1st.
I would love to
Yeah.
just see a Laserdisc. Like
I'm gonna
it's
bring
been
it.
a
bring
long
them
I'm
up.
time.
gonna bring
yeah,
it on the
dude.
show. I'm
got
gonna show
Flash
that
in next
shit
week.
off. That's
yeah,
why I bought
let's
it.
go.
we
Let's
got to turn down
go.
the lights so it doesn't reflect too bad.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, dude. Amplify the
Gonna
power of the
burn your eyes
Tesseract
out.
or,
Yeah.
or summon
No, we
Candyman.
can't have Laserdiscs and a Tesseract in the same room.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I
You
just
know,
thought
and
about
we
that.
know Candyman is lurking in here as
Right.
well. So.
Where did it? Yeah, but he's cool with the show, so
Right.
he hasn't killed
Okay.
us yet.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I do
Well,
have a
good
mirror,
content.
shame on you.
Absolutely.
So-
Well, I mean, we're spreading his gospel, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
Ah.
That's the thing.
Oh shit! Weird science on Laserdisc. That is
Weird.
awesome.
I think that is just a no-brainer buy.
Absolutely.
It just
100%.
that just works. Weird science on Laserdisc.
I'd get it.
Thumbs up.
But I will say that after I bought that, the next day I did find myself on eBay scrolling through other Laserdiscs.
Oh my
going,
God,
yeah,
no.
Scott, no,
like,
Scott,
putting shit
stop.
on watch lists.
Stop,
It's like I'll be
dude.
able to get this eventually.
Did you
Scott,
look up
what
what
are
a
the-
player costs?
Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, they're usually about $200, like
Roughly,
150,
yeah, I
150,
looked at
200.
that.
But how much are the Laserdiscs that you've been looking at? Are they expensive?
Not a lot of them.
Okay.
Honestly, it was surprising because I mean, Akira I think was like $50. The
Oh,
Pat
wow.
Labor movies were like 24.
I mean, yeah,
the
these things are
Cutie
out of
Honey
print, so-
OVA was like $30 a piece. So I mean, we're looking at shit, dude. What is it? Green Legend Ran was only like $20. I
You're
mean,
about to have a
but you were
Laserdisc.
just
I'm
you were
about
just
to
looking
have
at
a-
You're
anime.
gonna do it.
You're
I
just
was
looking at
just
anime,
looking
right?
at anime, but I did actually scroll over and almost bought the Japanese Laserdisc.
He's gonna
of Who
see
Framed
He-Man.
Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
He's gonna see
I-
He-Man
I
on
almost
Laserdisc.
got
man,
that
there are a couple of
immediately.
because there are a couple of Laserdiscs that are actually like definitive versions of films.
Right.
like-
Right,
Well,
yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like I was
Yeah.
telling Scott outside that like that Akira edition must be spot on.
I bet
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
just the right time for it to be the good one, right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like there's the THX release of the Star Wars,
Yeah.
the original Star Wars
totally,
trilogy
totally.
in
We need that
widescreen
sample.
on Laserdisc.
We need the THX sample.
Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah.
That's such a
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
Oh my
But,
God. that's
but
so
again, to follow up on that, I think the most expensive one that I actually looked at and really, really fucking wanted was the Dirty Pair Flash.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it was the whole series. So it's like 16 fucking
stack.
discs.
Whoa.
And it was like
Wow.
$195.
Does
and
it
I
come
was
with a
like,
milk crate?
Boy.
I wish.
Like, it comes in a chest.
That's right.
If you bungee these together and drop it on someone, they'll die.
Yeah.
They'll fucking die.
But that was it for me. The next two, what are you guys been
Phil,
doing?
what you doing?
Yeah.
Fucking
We know what Phil's doing.
man.
Yeah.
Well, I beat Shadowgate.
Awesome.
Oh,
I'll
congrats.
say that first.
How long
Yeah.
was it?
Maybe 5-6 hours, a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
I think that up to a certain point in the game, it felt like they were doing a good progression with puzzles and all that, and then it gets to a point where they're kind of just going like, all right, you know what to do the same thing, just more complicated.
Was there a chimera?
No,
What?
there's no fucking chimera. There is a dragon that you have to free, and it's pretty cool.
Right.
Like I like the way that they do the dragon section, and I wish I'd streamed it because that's pretty much right at the end of the game. So I really should have done this wrap up stream, especially so you could hear my disappointment when it was over.
Oh.
Because it fucking totally, it shows you, like you go to you free the dragon, it goes out of the top of this building, you go up to the top of it, there's this big mirror thing that comes together, and this warlock talks to you, and he's
That
the
sounds
guy.
dope.
Right? And he's the guy that's telling you, or it's the wizard telling you to go fight the warlock, right? And it's like, hey, you've done it, you've made it to here, but you see that castle way over there? That's Castle Shadowgate. So,
Oh, the princess is in
Right,
another
right,
castle.
totally.
Yeah.
I don't know why you were over here, bro.
And then he's like,
You've been
but-
fucking up all our shit.
But on your next adventure, you'll have this dragon, and the dragon's flying over the top, and then it black screens and says to be continued.
Oh,
No music,
That is cheese.
fucking nothing.
Wow.
Just to be continued.
They ran out of money and time. They're just like, okay, well.
So I
Gotta
don't know,
save
man.
something for the
It's
sequel.
Like, it's not bad,
well,
but
that-
it also pales in comparison to the first one.
Kind of
Right.
segues
It really
into
just
our
does.
major topic.
Did you have
Right.
both your controllers in hand? You were like, motherfucker.
No, I think I just went, really? Like, just
Guess
in
I'm gonna be
disbelief.
playing this RE4.
Fuck. Which is what I've been playing as RE4.
It's
right?
just like, well,
I've been playing
Yep.
the RE4. Yeah, which I'll talk about the RE4 problem in a minute here. But
isn't that big of a problem though?
not that part.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
See,
But I'll
we got
say
something coming up.
Resident Evil 4 is fucking
Hot
great.
takes.
It's absolutely
Feels got
fucking
some
great.
spice about it.
No,
Yeah, I got a little bit of spice.
It's gonna be a
There you
spicy
go.
episode. That's all.
It is. There you go.
So
See the
you were
future.
saying to me that you think that this game looks like it's a lot like Doom 3 and that they slapped an old game into VR.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, what were you saying about it?
What I'm
'Cause
saying
maybe I
is like
took it.
no, like RE4 VR. I just kind of can't help but wish that it seemed just a little bit more polished, graphically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like now,
okay.
being in the headset is a completely different experience.
Yeah, 'cause
I
it
haven't
looks
done
really
that.
great.
I'm sure
Yeah.
when you're in the headset, in the headset, but all I've been able to do is watch your streams,
Yeah.
right? And watching VR streamed is a completely different experience,
Yeah.
right? And so what I'm seeing is like a almost worse looking version of RE4, whereas what you're saying is like this.
I'm there.
Right, exactly. And so
Stuff looks low poly, but they
Right.
improved a lot of the textures. Like things look
totally.
nice and crisp. All the gun models are new and changed.
right, exactly.
Like, all
those
this
are
kinda
those
shit.
are updated.
All the puzzles are interactive now.
Yeah.
Like-
so my,
yeah.
my issue, well, there was no issue. What I was
It
saying
just
was
looks
that
like shit on my stream.
It looks bad on the stream,
Right, which is a
and-
lot of problems
And the big
compounding.
problem that I was saying about Doom,
Yeah.
is that like while Doom 3 is great in VR, Doom 3 as a game, as a solo entity, is the worst Doom.
It's not
Like
interesting. You're
it's
right,
all
man.
about really
Yeah.
the technology of the time and
Yeah.
pushing that, right?
Hey, look at this real-time shadows we did.
Right. And so my only thing when it comes to RE4 is due to the fact that you are there and it's all first person and you are Leon Scott Kennedy and you have your gun, combat is going to be easier by default. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
I
really
thought
have
that.
to. But also, it's weird to me how they chose to put you into third person for every one of your roundhouses, right? So it's like you shoot a zombie or a Las Plagas.
A Las Plagas.
Las Plagas. And then you can go up to them, melee them, finish them off. I wish that they had just let you roundhouse. You know, because in Resident Evil 7 VR, they let you suplex and power and pile drive
nice.
people,
Yeah.
still from first person, right?
Yeah.
Like everything wasn't third person.
Well,
And
they
so,
also don't let you climb fucking ladders. That's actually a big problem I have with RE4 VR. I think it's the stupidest thing to in a VR game have ladders that you can't just go and get up the ladder.
Wow, that's
they
wild.
want you to push the button and then it puts you at the top.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And-
they
and
do that with
that's-
their QTEs pretty much. Like
Dude,
throughout.
the
Like, they
QTEs,
constantly
every
keep-
QTE is
Yeah,
Every
is
QTE,
this? Yeah, I've seen it.
every one of them.
You know,
Which is
like,
whatever.
I just feel like if it wasn't Facebook, if it wasn't just
Yeah.
Oculus exclusive, I think that it could have gotten a little bit more love.
It would have
because
got that
that's-
graphics update you wanted too. Yeah, it
Absolutely.
really would have.
you
Yeah.
know, because I mean this
But-
is a
Well,
legend.
Then look, like I know Resident Evil 4, beloved, not bashing, but then call it what it is. It's kind of a cash grab.
Totally.
yes.
It's system
Yes.
seller. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's
But-
why it's a Quest exclusive.
But see,
because
but it's also kind of like what you were saying with Doom applied to VR, right?
Yeah.
Look at this thing that you all love that we now applied to this thing.
right.
But in parentheses, there's that statement of, but imagine what else we could do. Don't make me imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
Show me.
Just give it
do
to
it.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't give a shit. I'll
they're
wait.
they're also like doing this.
He's gonna wait. I'll wait.
Because we all know that Resident Evil Village is going to come to PSVR 2. Like,
Totally.
there's no
Yeah.
fucking reason for that not to happen.
Oh,
Absolutely.
dude,
And
a
this
lot of
is-
those cutscenes are
yeah.
very VR. You know,
Absolutely.
they're like,
Can you imagine
100%.
like the clock tower thing?
It's gonna be
Like,
great.
with the-
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, yeah.
that's
Getting
gonna be
eaten
sick.
by the
How-
baby?
Dude, that's what I'm
Fuck
talking
no.
about. Like House Bien Viento. That just that entire sequence. You know, you can just give me that. Just give me that. I just want to go through that house and I'm good
I
to
had
go.
to stop and
The
pause
werewolf
the
den?
game during that point
Oh my god.
without it being in VR.
Right.
You know?
I love
Boy.
it when you're
I
going
couldn't.
through
I
the
couldn't
werewolves
take it the first
and you
time
see
I
'em
got
all
eaten
hanging
by
out.
that baby.
Bring some spare underwear.
Yeah.
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 Had to
But
clean
I
my
don't know.
chair afterwards.
It's a cash grab, but it's also like a cash grab for something that actually is really good.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
not it's
yeah.
not like I feel stilted except for this one thing. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and say it. RE4 got censored
Right.
and they took out some dialogue. And
Yeah.
I think it's stupid, but I don't care. But what I do
Right.
fucking care about, because everybody's gonna stink about this whole, they took out the misogynist
Well, I
dialogue.
mean, it
I
was
don't care.
kind of misogynist.
Right,
I
right.
mean, but
And it
that
does-
also
right.
helped to define certain characters.
Because it's a
and-
cheesy like action
Right,
game, so it's
yeah.
it like kind of fits.
Like,
You know what I mean?
oh,
They're going
see
for
that
that.
he put, the president's daughter has missiles or
Yeah,
whatever.
ballistics.
Yeah, ballistics.
Ballistics.
Hey, you
That's
gave her
what he said.
ballistics.
I know
And I
it's
get it.
easier to take out that line of dialogue.
It is.
Right.
But in the vein of it being like a weird homage to like the 80s, 90s action films, right? 48 Hours is a beloved buddy cop film.
Oh
if
man,
not, like
and
the-
Nolte's
the-
a bastard.
But
Yeah.
Nick Nolte is terrible.
He's terrible.
He's racist. He's sexist.
Uh-huh.
He's awful.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. That's an entire performance in a 2-hour movie. This is one line in a 40-hour game.
I mean, and well,
I
there's
get
several
it.
lines kind of like
But
it.
you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. It's easier to not. But at the same time, why?
Why?
Well, because
Yeah.
I mean, well, honestly,
for what
like
it
I
is.
understand completely why. The
Right.
why is super easy. People
It
are
makes it
brittle,
easy.
and I mean, seriously,
don't have to
people
deal
will
with this
zone in on
problem.
that thing exactly.
They're-
Why even deal with it?
Right.
Just take it out of the game.
Okay,
It's,
then-
it's
then
better to
why-
have backlash
why-
from
why-
the fans that are still going to play the game than to create new backlash about this legendary title. You know, because now even with this censorship issue, people are probably going to go back play the original Resident Evil and be like, "Oh my God, this game was
they get
sexist."
2 sales out
You know,
of it.
Okay, but
well, but not Facebook.
But on the
obviously.
other side,
Yeah,
of the
you're
coin,
right.
Okay, so
Capcom.
I just did the Final Fantasy 14 Dragon Quest event,
Yes,
which was adorable.
it is cute. I like
that's
the
nice.
slime hat.
It's
so
wonderful,
good.
right?
Yeah.
But in that weird storyline, when you go kill
You get
the
Puff Puff.
golems, the Puff Puff thing,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Puff Puff.
completely weird.
Yeah.
Because
Wait,
it's
huh? What's
all right. So you
So,
there's a
in-
guy.
You know what Puff Puff is, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you go get a question from the guy. You have to go wait for a timed event. The
Fate.
golems from Dragon Quest spawn.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally rad, right? It just really makes you want.
Yeah, they
Breaking
even look
brick
at
mountains.
different graphics to a degree. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
the stylized,
yeah,
but then they're
yeah.
still shaded, kind of right.
Yeah, exactly,
it's
yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
You get
You get a
one as
minion?
pet.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
rad. Got it. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about the slime hat.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Slime
I
Hat's-
put that in
Slime
my
Hat's good, though.
armoire and
Yeah,
just have it.
totally.
In the closet,
But
man. It'll
Yeah,
come out
yeah,
sometime.
yeah.
You can never have too many
Once
hats.
you're done, so
It does have great physics, though.
Quest Giver's right here. Across the way, there's like a little like fountain thing.
Yeah.
There's some like sexy ladies. Because like I turned around, and I'm like, are these like players? Because like I've seen them, like a group of them, and they're all, you know what I mean, and they're like waving at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, oh, there's no nameplates. I didn't realize they were correlated.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, this is a weird thing just to have like in a corner of the city. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Did the quest, came back, totally forgot. Turned the quest in, the guy's just like, you want to get puffed? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then like the girls come over, but it's quick. These like little snap scenes of like your character looking like confused, like
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And all these girls be like,
Yeah.
and then but it cuts down, and they're like,
Yep.
because your guy's like. Like, I don't want to look at the titties, but like I'm looking at the titties, and then like you know what I mean. But they close in on you. There's like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is happening? It's the middle of a city. You're like, you're not being dragged off to a brothel. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But then they have like puffs, and they're like,
Okay,
you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
like, oh, look how soft these are. It's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
But there's,
usually
like,
in
there's-
Dragon
but there's
Quest it
weird,
just cuts to
awkward-
black.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in Dragon Quest 11, it's like you
Sorry.
come to,
But
and
there's-
it's like a big
Yeah.
burly dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a big burly
It's a
dude.
big
Yeah,
burly
totally.
dude. Yeah,
But this
yeah.
is-
He gave you
Yeah.
puff.
But this is
Big
this is a
Ox
newer
King
game.
looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a newer game.
Yeah.
Newer content. I know this.
Well, this is
event-
old.
I know,
yeah, I
but
was about to say this is an old
comparative
event.
to
Yeah.
Resident Evil release. So, but like, you still have this.
Well, sure, but that's Japanese as hell, and this is exactly
That's
the
very true.
dichotomy here.
Exactly.
Is that the Japanese don't give
They don't
a
care.
straight fuck about this. They're
Right.
like, yeah,
But who
whatever.
made Resident Evil
boobs,
4?
guys. Well, no,
Well,
no.
but
That's my
it's-
thing. This is an Oculus Studio armature that has ported a game, and Capcom just makes money.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Like
fair.
Capcom's going like, yeah, cool, yeah, you did it, yeah. That's
You'd
that's
have the
all their
license.
work
Who cares?
is on this. They took an existing game, ported it into a VR engine, and then made it
In order to
work.
feed
yeah.
the Zuck.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, and I mean to be
I mean,
honest,
that's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
this
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
best running version of
It's gotta fill
Resident
up
Evil
his money
4.
bin somehow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's-
Got to keep it packed out. Well, I mean, it's just because he's been
Scrooge
spending a lot of
McDuck,
money
man.
lately. They've just been taking it.
What gets me about this game isn't this censorship thing? Because again, like I get it, I understand an American company not wanting to get flack. This is an easy
why
way to
bother,
just
man?
sidestep that shit.
Why bother? Yeah,
right?
shadow step it.
But why the fuck did
Fine.
they take out Mercenaries?
Well,
They took out
yeah,
Mercenaries.
well, that's
they
a
took
different
out
thing.
separate ways.
That's
they
a se-
took out
that's a different
Operation
thing.
Ada.
Yeah, right.
They
because
said this was going to be the full game.
Well, they
lied
did.
to me.
They did.
They lied.
They did.
not
100%.
necessarily.
Lied.
Well,
on it.
I mean, I'm saying they lied to Philip.
They lied to me.
They lied to him.
Specifically.
They did not lie in general.
No.
They delivered on what they said they were
Right.
going to do, is put the whole game of Resident Evil 4 in VR, which for them is when you start the game in the village and when you
On the
conclude
jet ski on the
game.
way out.
Right, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's it. Mercenaries is another thing, but Mercenaries is also a no-brainer for VR. I think that they know that they can sell that later as
Yep.
an add-on
And
for another
I'll
20
fucking
bucks.
buy
That's
it.
Watch
exactly
it.
what it is.
Exactly,
Yep.
dude.
That's exactly
Exactly.
what it is.
If this sells well, which it will,
It
and
will.
if it sells
It'll sell
Quest
headsets,
2s,
dude.
absolutely, then later on they could be like, "Oh, here's Mercenaries."
But dude, this is a
20
problem. though,
Dara.
Is think about
At 20 Dara. Watch.
I'm gonna fucking buy
Mark
it. That's
my
the problem.
words, dude. I'm putting it down.
See, they're gonna sell these headsets, and then people are gonna get the headset. They're gonna play through Resident Evil 4, and then they're only gonna have so many other things to play. And I
dude,
think
look,
that's the
well,
thing they don't see right
it
now.
doesn't matter. So
But
many
has that
people.
always been the hitch with
With
VR?
VR, that there's only so many
Dude,
titles that somebody cares
the
about. Yeah.
the truth
absolutely.
is that most Resident Evil 4 players don't give a shit about Mercenaries. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
and I just
a lot
found
of
this
those of
out.
a lot of those that are like us, like we played a lot of
Played
Mercenaries.
a lot of Mercenaries,
Mercenaries
right?
is amazing. Most people want that RE story,
But
they
it-
get their story, they'll play through
Right.
it maybe a second time.
And can you blame them? It's great.
It's really good. It's really good. Most people don't want RE. I hate to say RE, Infinite Resident Evil. But when the gunplay is on point, dude, Mercs is the shit.
Well, plus there's that big fucking double chainsaw bastard on the
Yes.
docks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's one of the
boy.
coolest things.
Like, I would much rather watch you guys play. But
Yeah.
see, and then, like, back to, like, 7 and Village,
Mm-hmm.
you were like, fucking play Mercenary.
Yeah,
Dude, Mercs in 8. Oh my
yeah, Mercs
God.
and 8's great.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's
But
really
you
good.
don't care at all, do you?
I don't care about challenge mode.
And I
Right,
think that most
exactly.
people
I think
don't.
most people
Most
don't.
people fucking don't.
Exactly.
play
And,
the
and this
game
is a
on the hardest
revelation
thing
to
will
me.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
play it on the hardest thing.
But you
Yeah.
don't want to play
Beat the
Mercs
shit out of
though.
it. I'm satisfied.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's most gamers.
Oh
That's
shit! You got story-based DLC back in.
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like when they release this Heisenberg DLC.
Yeah.
Right.
We're calling it.
We're calling
it's one
it.
of our predictions.
Probably,
It's gonna be
probably.
Heisenberg.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also, I will say, out of all of Village, Heisenberg's mutant form is my least favorite design.
Oh, the yeah.
Well,
the
you
mech
know,
man with
yeah.
the flesh face.
well, you know, the funniest part about RE8 is like each segment is a different genre of horror.
So what is he,
And
Tetsuo
so at
the
the
Iron Man?
at the end, yeah, we're all the way into like Akira.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Akira
We're all the
Tetsuo.
way
Yeah,
there,
exactly,
and I do think that it's lame, but it's also cheesy and cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's fine. It's fine.
Fighting a giant
the
mechanical
the
dude.
subtle
They
homage
put you,
of the genres.
dude.
is
You have dual
great.
chainsaws. You know,
No,
like
it's fine. No, totally,
why? Like why? This is. I have a friend who's actually playing through for
I
the
think
first
the better
time right
question
now.
is why not?
I mean, you're right.
Just
the better
saying.
question is why Scott.
That's right.
It's like the chainsaw bayonet on in Gears of War. You
Right,
know?
you know what I'm saying? But it was completely unexpected, and the game would not have suffered if it did not exist. So I understand what you're saying, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
It's the
we
most
get to
minor
remember
complaint.
that
I just didn't like the way it
forever.
looked. That's it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
sequence was fine. I just didn't
Sequence
like
is
the
good.
design.
Yeah.
with just his model.
Honestly, I would have much rather have fought him in like
Human form with crazy
Like
magnetism
Magneto?
shit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Him floating
not,
in the
not
air,
even, not
throwing
even
crap
that.
at
That
you.
would've been cool.
Give me somewhere between like, Tape. If you're here, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about something at the end of RE7. My brother-in-law is playing RE7 for the first time.
Okay.
And he's his. No, you're fine. His girlfriend
Playing
is only
7 for the
allowed
first
to-
time?
Playing 7 for the first time.
Oh, lucky
Oh,
him,
boy.
I know it's such a treat to watch him. It's
Yeah.
such a ball.
dude.
He
He
is so
played
terrified.
RE7 at my house for the first time.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
In VR.
Dude.
I couldn't do it.
His girlfriend has the only rule she's ever set for the entire household was that he's only allowed to play that game on the weekends because she has
Why?
to work early. Because
Oh,
all
she
he
wants
does
to
is
watch?
just yell and scream.
Oh.
There's this
In
beautiful
terror or in frustration?
mostly in stress terror.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Because
that's
Jack Baker's
entertaining.
terrifying.
What's up,
You know,
Bass?
like Jack Baker's absolutely
Yo,
terrifying.
what
up,
There's
Bass?
this beautiful clip of him doing the chainsaw sequence with Jack, the chainsaw fight.
yeah.
It's,
And
it's
just-
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
But it's finally when you get one of the first real good cuts into Jack.
Yeah.
And like my brother-in-law just screams, he's like, "Who's the boy now, boy?"
Oh, dude. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Welcome to the
Dude.
family.
Welcome to the
But all
family,
right, so
son.
the I guess as vaguely as I can put it,
I'm gonna show you something wonderful.
eyeball form Jack Baker,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
something that large.
I love it, and he still has the accent and everything.
Oh,
God, I
yeah.
love
All
it.
right, something
Yeah.
that large,
So you
but
can be family.
Heisenberg, but like hallways of the factory being chased down, almost kind of like what was that?
I was
weird,
done with those hallways.
But like, what was that weird '90s movie where it's like the weird flesh virus thing on a ship? I think the movie was just called Virus.
It may.
It's like weird Terminator flesh thing. I
I
don't
don't know that one. That sounds
I
cool.
think Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. It was Donald Sutherland's in it, and he was super
Oh,
creepy.
okay.
Visually really rad. Nothing else good to the movie at all. But like, give me this weird mechanical flesh monster with telekinesis in those fucking hallways. Claustrophobic, tight,
Fuck that.
small,
I disagree.
amazing.
I disagree.
Like the
I
thing
disagree.
on steroids.
I only disagree because that entire segment, I was so happy to get out of those hallways.
Totally.
Jesus, if you would have made the boss fight in those same
Man.
hallways, you got to take the elevator up to attack the top of
Seriously,
his form.
I hate that shit.
I was-
I didn't
I
mean
was
that. I just mean like
over
a
it.
large beast chasing you.
You want like a labyrinth. In
I
the
don't
hallway
mean
thing.
like,
Right.
I have to take elevators to punch Godzilla in the dick.
But you
and
don't think
then
that
punch
would have been? You don't think that would have been too close to House Bien Viento with the baby chase?
No, because you're being able to fight back.
Okay,
Well, what about
Because
the
the baby-
what about when
you
you got
can't
to
fight the
fight Sturm over there?
right.
In the room.
There's that.
You know, there's
right.
that
There's
kind
that
of thing
segment
with him busting down the walls.
Yeah, but you're in a box.
I think they
I'm
were just
talking
they were
like
trying to
a
throw that
relative,
variety.
like a-
Yeah,
base,
dude.
like
I
a
think.
base.
I mean, because that's
like
the best part.
Evoke being chased down by fucking what's his face in The Shining in the maze.
Right.
Like mechanical. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
because
Yeah.
like playing Resident Evil 8 from beginning to end is sheer variety.
Yeah.
You know, like from beginning to end.
Total treat, total
it
treat in
never
all
feels samey. It never feels like they're like rehashing an idea that they used previously in the game. It's always something new and fresh and different to the point that it's ridiculous. And that's where I mean the Heisenberg fight. I feel like it's just like, okay, here's ultimate ridiculousness before we take it to Mother Miranda and get a little bit more, eerie.
Man, one of those moments that fucked with me in Resident Evil 8 is when you when you come out of, I guess it would have had to have been House Bienvento. It's either, yeah, I guess it was. And you come back into the main village area, and Heisenberg has planted all those
the
giant
signs, right this
pointing,
way.
go this way. Like that one, I was like, okay, this guy's more powerful than I fucking thought.
Oh yeah, because you know he did that in a
Okay.
blink. He was just like, okay,
Right.
boom,
Boom.
there we go,
Boom.
yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, you know, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go find all the signs with arrows on them. Bring them here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Because I mean, he hated all those people, man. He's
For
just
real,
like,
yeah.
God, man. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not your son. I'm not your chosen. I'm not any of that shit, man. I'm just a dude, and I just want.
But even then, he held himself in the light of the golden boy.
Right.
And the fact that no one
Well,
else
he was
saw
supposed to
him in
be
that
the
light,
chosen. Well, he thought.
you know what I mean?
But think about his power. I would feel the same way.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm
If you were
Magneto.
Magneto.
Absolutely.
I'm fucking Magneto, and you're telling me that this vampire
Power
bitch
of
is
magnetism.
right. And then Ethan shows up, and it's like this thing, you know,
Moldy motherfucker
Yeah,
over here.
for
Right.
real.
Dad, this suburban dad. No, I'm still working on my thing.
you know.
Yeah, you can-
Sure, I'll take one of those. Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
BWLR,
welcome to our
RE
cast.
Yeah,
Thank
apparently.
you very much. Well, I mean, it's October. It's Spooktober.
What have you guys been doing
Oh
this
yeah,
week?
we skipped over
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I guess.
ahead.
Quick.
What you got?
You
No,
wanna go?
No.
You
Good.
sure?
Scott said, "Fuck RE."
Okay,
That's
so-
what Scott
Hey,
said.
no, it's good, but
Well,
we
the
got
RE is
we got
worth
the
a
rest
long
of the show to
discussion,
do,
like,
guys.
seriously.
Bullet points real quick. Kind of against my better judgment, kind of in the vein of like, well, the boys are playing it, so why not?
Yeah.
Hades.
I did install Back
Hades?
for Blood.
Oh, that's not
cool.
man.
Because I
Well,
wanted
I told
to,
him to install
just
zombies,
kidding.
so
which I totally forgot before I left the house because I was trying to run.
I mean, for
Anyway.
real, you got to install for like half a day.
you better.
No, totally.
It's gonna take like 15 hours.
Well, I've got Inscription, which I'll talk about. But, so Back for Blood, I guess they balanced it better.
Okay.
The gunplay feels better. That game does not feel better as a whole. That difficulty is completely inconsistent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To where like Squirrel and a couple of the other guys, they ended up beating the last act, and then I guess there's so it's 4 acts, but then there's like one level at the end. That in turn is just like a rush to a boss fight, which I watched him play. I was just tied up doing so. My plans ran late, shit like that. So I didn't play the last act of the game, but I played the first 3. There's an enemy in the game called a hag, and it's like
Yes.
this big,
Yeah.
yeah, which I don't remember from the beta.
But I mean, with the hag, there was something very
there's
similar
one
to the
weak
hag
point
in Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is different. This is not a sexy lady. This is
This is a hag.
this is
It's
like a
in the
big,
name, guys.
like muscular mole rat thing with like mandibles.
Right.
Oh.
Its only weak spot is on the back, and it will show up because it's got a special tune that'll play. It'll show up. Eric fucking hates this thing. I fucking hate this thing. It will show up and it will charge one of the players, and you can shoot the fuck out of it, but it won't do anything unless someone can get behind it. But it's faster than most of the other specials, just marginally to be annoying, not like super speed or anything, right? It will grab someone, and if you do not do enough damage to it to make him drop it, it will deep throat the player
Oh.
and, and immediately eliminate them until the next checkpoint when you can go free them.
Fuck,
Wow.
man.
So you're talking about like insta-death kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
For like no
Bullshit.
reason, but it's all random spawns
Right.
Ooh.
because the game has that weird game master mechanic where
Right.
like if you're doing really good,
Yeah, what's it
oh,
called?
next level.
Are there any
Game
cards
Master or
that are like counter hag?
The director. That's what it's
you
called.
can,
Right?
the director, yeah. I mean, there's like weak point damage you can do, or like
Right.
bullet penetration damage you can do. To my knowledge, no. I've seen people like hone down like, all right, Bill's gonna fucking be straight weak point damage. Scott's gonna be straight, machine gun damage, whatever,
Yeah.
and just hone down like that. And like they seem to work out well. But we're still playing on the easiest difficulty,
Oh, wow.
and like literally taking nights to get through acts because we
Wow.
get so frustrated
Yeah.
because
Right.
it's taking us so long because the game is just
I
steamrolling.
just don't understand.
Special after special after special.
It's like, why not just play COD Zombies? Like, that's what throws me off about Back for Blood. Like, it's like I feel like the gameplay, like the gunplay is fine. I've always felt like the guns actually feel good. Even in the beta, I feel like they feel really good. It's the AI compounded with the weird physics and all the wonk of the physics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
and
hung
then
up
the
on a lot of
reactions,
objects.
I got hung up
Yeah.
all the time. And then also the way that the enemies react to being shot.
They're just like
that's it's like they're just it's like they just
there
don't
are
have enough
segments
animation
where
sequences.
you're going to be near water. If you fall in the water, it's instant death.
You just
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
You just
right.
fucking die.
Unless you get
But
stuck
then
on the
later
dock,
on-
because
but
I got
later
hung
on,
on the dock one time, and
There's
I'm
a
just
sequence
dangling.
where you have to like power up and then turn on this very, very small square ferry to go from one dock to another. But the water around it is shallow enough for zombies to run up to you. So you can get out and in that water,
Right.
which sends mixed signals.
Dude, look, COD
either give me
Zombies
water
does
or
that
give
same
me
shit so much better. So much
But
better, dude. Like,
my small counter argument to all these gripes is if you have pass, if you have the boys, if you have the girls,
Yeah.
Might
whatever.
as well.
It
If
is
you
there.
guys want
It
a
is right there.
relatively
Yeah.
new-ish
COD
cooperative
Zombies is
experience,
new as fuck. Oh, they just had a new expansion
totally
that came
vegan,
out like,
but
what,
I
2
gotta
weeks
spend money on
ago?
it. Hey man, I'm 14. I gotta spend money on that. Fuck you. This is free.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, oh, well, you're spending 14 a month. But, I mean, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
totally get what you're saying.
There's an argument
but
to be said
as,
about it being a pass release.
Right,
I would
okay,
rather, I
that's
would
fair.
recommend playing
That's
this
fair.
over like fucking Dark Alliance.
Oh yeah.
But if you want to just first-person shooter, kill zombies, there's just no comparison. There's no comparison.
Which I think COD's on
totally
sale right now.
from a, you know, because we got Vanguard coming up, right? And that's gonna have more Treyarch zombies, and it's gonna be a cult. Like I don't understand. Like I'm totally with it, and I'm down to play any game. It does not matter what it is. I love zombie slaying. However, COD Zombies does it so well. Those guns, the sheer variety of each map, the stories. You know, like okay, what are we doing? Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Don't worry about what he's
I'm
doing.
a COD. Well, there's a whole bunch of movement, and all eyes are going that way. But no, I'm a huge advocate for COD Zombies, and even if you don't like Warzone or you don't like COD multiplayer, definitely. If you want a game like Back 4 Blood, if you like Back 4 Blood, hey, by all means, go for it. Play your game, enjoy it. But COD Zombies is so good, and it's in one of the best. It's in one of the best places that it's ever been.
Sure.
You know, once upon a time, they've never led people through, you know, to get Pack-a-Punch. Never led people through Easter eggs to actually get the story. Now, instead of being aimed at the hardcore audience, they're aimed at everyone, right?
Totally.
You even have outbreak mode. So if you want to be in a large environment, there is
I
the
fucking love the Outbreak, man.
the seasonal event, bro.
The seasonal
The
event's
seasonal
stupid.
event's
That's what
crazy.
That's the whole reason why I was telling you to
yeah.
install it, because we can't do it with 2 people.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They put like jack-o'-lanterns on the head of the zombies that can actually absorb a bullet hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then, of course, they, like each one, if you manage to pop one off, their eyes are glowing. Then they become like legendary loot boxes, and they can give you like, you know, your Pack-a-Punch early. You know, upgrade the tiers of your weapons early. Like all these
what's
things.
the special weapon thing?
The wrench, the ether wrench.
No,
Is that
I
the
mean
one?
like you can get artillery. And you
Oh
can get,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
you know,
Like the jet
like-
strikes
yeah,
and the
exactly,
helicopter
yeah.
strikes, like
Yeah.
all that
See,
kind
I
of
didn't.
stuff.
I didn't realize those were in the zombies mode. That's
Dude,
cool.
it's you really, in order to like have this conversation, you got to touch it. You know, because I really do believe, like, seriously, man, this is the best state that zombies has ever been in COD.
You got me sold.
And like that's one of the major reasons why I'm going to get Vanguard. I don't care about multiplayer in COD. I don't care about it.
No, regular
But
PvP multiplayer? No, I don't care either.
I don't care
either.
Do not.
Most people seem to,
Oh, they love it.
yeah.
They love it. And by all means, go for it.
but
Zambos.
zombies, the
Absolutely.
campaign, and then zombies.
And then
but
Zambos.
the campaign's more just because we're buying it.
That Cold
you know?
War campaign.
It's sick.
I'm gonna play
adorable.
through
It's
it.
very
I'm gonna play
good.
through it. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Now that I
dude.
have it all installed again, because that's the thing. I kept deleting the
All,
campaign
like,
off.
185
You could-
gigs
yeah.
of it.
You
Like,
could
all
use
of
it
it.
easily. Well, like that campaign is so short. You
And
could
the-
easily
and the
blow through it
high-res
in, like,
textures.
That's
a good weekend.
That's
if
true.
Not like a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like wake up, coffee, start.
Yeah, it's
it,
only
by
like
bedtime.
5-6 hours, something
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
not very
right?
long.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that depends on you and the
Oh,
difficulty,
yeah.
but yeah, it's about that because it's what, like 10 episodes, 10 or 12.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Make
and
sure
they're
make
pretty
sure
easy
you
to
have
go
them
through.
all installed beforehand because it'll
Yeah.
like, oh, here's 2
Oh.
levels. Do you want to play more? You got to install it. I'm like, motherfucker.
Dude, they even added arcade machines that you can power up with
Oh, yeah. What can
electricity
you play?
and play Enduro.
Yeah.
You can play Enduro. They give you a little RC car that you
there's
can like.
something else though, isn't there? There's another-
Well, in the actual
other-
story,
Yeah.
there are tons. There's Pitfall.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of like
There's- yeah.
old school like Atari ColecoVision games that you
Yeah.
can play.
Totally.
All those old Activision games. You
That's
know?
so awesome. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's
hold on, really
sick.
quick. like 40 minutes in. We got bullet points.
Yeah.
I'm playing Inscription.
What are you doing, Trey?
Yeah,
what did you do
go,
this week?
Shit, dude, who cares?
Who
All right,
cares?
so we got the
Okay.
news.
News
All right.
jutsu.
News jutsu.
What's up, guys?
Tangents.
We're professionals.
Aren't we? We're
Yeah,
getting good at this.
So I already complained about Resident Evil 4. Steam Deck's coming out.
Okay.
Valve has officially announced that they're doing a thing called Deck
Deck
Verified.
Verified.
Deck Verified sounds like a great fucking idea. There's basically 4
Yeah.
categories. There are things that have been optimized for the Steam Deck. There's things that run fine, but they haven't been
You have to do some
optimized.
tweaking. You have to
right?
do some tweaking
There's
yourself.
stuff that they don't recommend, but will probably run, and then there's stuff that just straight up is not supported. And they
Right.
put things
Right.
into these 4 categories so that you can purchase a game without having to worry, is this actually going to fucking
work
work
on
on
my
my
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them are even just a matter of this game is just not a good experience on the Steam.
Better with a mouse and
It's
keyboard.
better with a mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. And
But
so that
you
it's a
can-
genius idea.
but
It really is.
It's a great
Uh-huh.
way to to categorize the games, so you're not just buying a game and then no, I can't fucking play it. But you can
That's
also
the worst.
hook up a mouse and keyboard too.
I was
Yeah,
just
you
about
Right,
can, and you
right.
can put it into a dock and hook it up to a
right.
monitor if you
yeah,
want
but
to.
that
I mean,
would actually fit into that second category where it's
Right.
like
Right.
these are good,
But not
if you have
optimized.
exactly right. If you have the right tools,
Yeah.
then hey, you know,
See,
go
like
for
that's
it.
the thing. Like
That's
I
what you
can't
want.
picture playing like XCOM
really.
without a fucking mouse and keyboard.
Without mouse and
I don't know
keyboard, yeah.
how you console people. I don't even know. I have the first XCOM on mobile.
Uh-huh.
I've never installed it, but it was like free, and I was like,
It kind
I
of
love
works.
This game.
Like, it
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
I
works.
don't.
You're a little slower.
Yeah,
That's the only problem.
it's
But
better
I
with
just
mouse and
can't-
keyboard,
or
though.
like,
Yeah.
Or like
Divinity.
Civilization, or
Uh-huh.
like yeah, like
Age
these
of
kind of things.
Empires.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
want
how-
fucking mouse and keyboard.
Are
Yeah,
you telling me I'm supposed to play an RTS without a million hotkeys?
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You fucking
with a
kidding
with a
me?
touch
Which is
screen.
why RTS has never really worked on consoles.
Yeah.
you
No,
know?
definitely not.
And so that is rough.
Looking at you here.
But
That's
I
a-
mean,
That's a smart.
my heart.
That's a smart thing.
Yeah.
That for Valve to do.
it's a super
Oh,
smart
yeah.
thing for Valve to do.
Again,
Agreed.
it essentially boils down to just them covering their ass.
It
So
really
people
is.
aren't buying
Yeah.
a bunch of
I-
games
Well,
that
I
don't
mean,
work.
you
it's
also
so
have to
you know
remember
what you're
Right.
getting.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
you know?
also because most people's Steam libraries are absolutely
They're massive,
Right.
dude.
They're
yeah.
huge.
You're coming into
Phil,
getting
what is
a
yours?
Steam Deck.
How big is yours?
Oh my god. Well, I share with other people, so I have a couple of thousand.
Oh.
But mine personally
Right.
is probably somewhere in like the 350,
Yeah, same.
Right.
Same.
400 range.
I think I'm the odd man out because I think I got 5.
You got 5 games.
Added more.
5 games.
yeah, like 5 games.
But like how long
most
have
of
you
them are
had
Final
your Steam account?
Fantasy.
I've had my Steam account since Half-Life 2. I've had my Steam
I
account
just
since
looked at
Half-Life
my
2.
profile yesterday. I have my 16-year badge.
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
But-
Also, my Reddit account turned 12.
Oh, hey, there you go.
But I'd never really used my Reddit account until like 3 years ago.
Oh.
So I don't really count it, but like it gave me a notification. I was like, fuck it.
I never
Yeah,
look
I
at that
did.
stuff, dude.
Yeah, I don't
just
either.
never. I'm just
So
like, okay.
the deck verified thing. The only thing I gotta say is I think they could have chose a different name for it. It should have been Games on Deck.
Yes, absolutely.
Games on Deck.
Yeah,
Games
yeah, right. Yeah, they need somebody from the south.
That's right.
Nice.
I got Games on
I
Deck.
got games on deck, son.
Okay,
You know?
Please hire us, Gabe Newell.
yeah,
You need some representation.
that's right.
go, man.
Did y'all check out this trailer for Antlers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guillermo del
Yeah.
Toro.
New Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
He's
No,
working hard
I'm
right now.
fucked,
Yeah.
dude. He's got
No,
got
man.
this
No.
and what's the Carnival movie?
No.
No.
No, he's
No.
just producing it.
He's
I don't know,
producing
that
it.
doesn't count.
I was
Yeah.
about to
No,
say he's
not
just
directing,
producing it.
produced.
He's
I don't
still-
care. He's still
working
doing
hard.
stuff.
He's working hard.
And
I
he's
mean,
got
yeah.
so much stuff to do
He
in Death
does.
Stranding. You know,
Yeah.
he's
He
always being crazy over there.
Which that's on my list to get that remaster because I never played
yeah,
it.
I bought it.
Oh, really?
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
yeah.
a
Yeah.
cool game.
yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
seeing a couple of people play it, and I was like,
Get a physical copy.
It's a
You can-
mood,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like Death Stranding is a total mood.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You know, and if you're not there with the game, and it's one of those games that really it's better if you just straight shot it.
Like,
don't
I was-
don't play
oh, yeah,
don't
yeah.
play anything
Man,
else.
I already
play
fucked
that.
up. I took a break.
Right.
Yep.
I already fucked
Good
up.
Like,
luck
honestly-
to you,
honestly,
sir.
what sold
it's
me on
very
it
difficult
was,
to get back
Yeah,
into.
man. Yeah.
So
I watched some in-depth dialogue with Heartman.
Yeah. Uh huh. Hardman.
Oh, Heartman.
Die Hardman.
Is that
Die Hardman.
Nicholas Winding Refn?
The guy with the
No,
skull
no,
mask.
No, it's the guy who has a heart attack all the time and he dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he always dies. He always like has. He has a machine that actually resuscitates him after he
Like
has
what?
a
Like
heart attack.
he lives
Have
his
you not
life
met him
like
yet?
40 minutes to 40
How
minutes.
have I not met this guy?
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
literally Nicholas Winding Refn, like the director.
Oh.
It's literally him.
I guess I've met that guy. Man, I don't know.
With the
Okay, let's
glasses?
just.
With the glasses?
How far in are
Oh,
you?
the guy. Okay,
White guy
yeah.
glasses,
yeah.
kinda, like, square,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
neck.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Why are these names so familiar? Like I was thinking it was Die Hard Man, which is the guy with the fucking
No, he's got the
mask.
skull
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind.
See, even I know that. I don't play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks jamming.
But
Yeah.
I had a point,
Antler
but I don't remember
trailer,
what it was.
antler
Oh,
trailer
Antler.
looks really
That's
good.
Scott's like, Jesus Christ.
Pull you motherfuckers come on! Nothing but tangents today.
Neil's
So
fucking
I-
our flow up.
You
I,
know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna blame the
I
beer.
do-
I was
I
about
do-
to say it's probably more the beer's fault.
I do have a thing about antlers.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got a thing?
And because my wife and I were talking about this.
Okay.
That first trailer, not this trailer, the first trailer
Mm-hmm.
from like a year ago before the pandemic and like shit.
I don't even think I saw that trailer.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was just like spooky shit and like there's a kid and there's spooky shit.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
Yeah.
There's a thing and it's in the
In
you
the
like
thing,
see like this
yeah.
like the shape of a beast and there's the crackling of like I guess the antlers striking
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever the fuck this
Uh-huh.
thing is.
That clacking sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't
It's a
know.
jackalope.
I guess they're like implying that it is like something of Native American lore, but now it's just up to white people to destroy it.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
weird.
Okay.
It's like a
Huh.
native spirit or
okay.
something fabled
Yeah.
Yeah.
that apparently is true. But now it's just
Some Wendigo adjacent shit.
some
Yeah,
shit.
essentially, yeah.
Because there's I don't remember, was it Graham Greene that was in the trailer? I can't remember. Hold on, I'll look it up. But like yeah, there's the guy who's like yeah, there's like the stories we told and da da da. But then
He's
there's
like,
just
well,
like,
it's
what,
just a
like-
myth, and he's like, well, it is to you.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right,
And
right.
it's just like, but then it's just white people with guns.
Well, but we don't know. Maybe
We
they'll
don't.
all die.
I don't know. I don't know
Right.
what the
I'd say reserve
appropriate-
judgment until we
Yeah.
watch the
definitely
movie. Yeah.
But it's like, but if it just turns out to be white people with guns, just killing a thing
Kill-
that
Well, I mean,
kind of
can-
matters, just some another, it's like.
Can we
that's
just
kinda
admit
shitty.
that that's just how Hollywood works?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and that's a big reason why, like, I've kind of fallen off with a lot of film is because Hollywood isn't really my jam anymore. You know,
No,
I'm like,
totally.
I'm not-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
it
get
was-
it, I
it
see
was,
through it, and
Graham
it's
Greene,
like,
by the way.
yeah.
Legendary
Yeah.
native actor.
But you gotta sift through a bunch of shit to get to the really good stuff. And
No,
like,
definitely.
you know,
But,
and
like,
that- but that's
why
always been
at
the
least
case.
show me Graham Greene with a gun.
Yeah, true.
I bet he defends himself in some way.
Absolutely.
Maybe he
Some
might.
point, yeah.
I bet he's the only one that survives.
But out
And
of,
then he's like,
Right? Uh-huh.
but out of,
dumbasses.
on the train of these Del Toro produced
Yeah.
ventures
Yeah.
that have been coming out the past couple years, still excited.
Mhm.
Still
Heck
excited
yeah.
enough. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
I'm down
dude,
for
if Del
some-
Toro
I'm down for
touches
weird
it, it
lore.
gets better. That's all I'm saying. Like, his
Oh,
hands
hopefully.
make things better.
Facts.
Right?
That's fair.
His
Absolutely.
mind
And
makes
he's not gonna
fucking
just
shit
put his
better.
name on anything.
God.
You know?
Uh-huh.
He's not like the Nick Cage of directors.
He's
Oh,
Hey, no, you guys never watch Pig. Fuck off.
I'll watch
I
Pig.
love
We
Nick
love-
Cage.
yeah, we love the Cage,
We love
man.
the Cage. Yeah,
We
this
love
is a
the Cage.
cage positive
It's a cage
environment.
cage.
This
It's
is
a
a cage
cage
cage.
cage,
It's
man.
a total cage cage.
Okay.
Oh my god, we need to put that up.
In the cage. What's up? Welcome to the cage.
it's the new segment for the show. Welcome
Yeah.
to the cage.
Welcome to the
Cage.
cage
Guys.
cage.
It's Cage
See,
talk.
We
Have
should
like-
do
hey,
it. I'm serious.
I did
we
tell
should
you
really
guys.
do a cage
I did tell you
episode.
guys about that idea, Cage Fighter. Right?
Yeah,
we talked
Cage
about
Fighter.
this,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Where you
Where-
have different versions of
Nick
Nicolas Cage
Cage.
from different movies, and it's all just fighting
Every
each other.
character
you
is
know?
Nick Cage.
That's right. You know, Face Off, Snake Eyes.
Ghost Rider.
promise
Ghost
you-
Rider, it doesn't
I
matter. It's just
promise
Cage
you,
Fighter.
You wouldn't even have to pay that man to
No.
come in and record some voice
no,
lines.
he'd fucking
He
do
would
it.
just
Raising
do it.
Arizona.
Just do
You
it.
know?
Yeah, Raising Arizona.
Throw
yeah.
the huggies at you.
Yeah, you have the Leaving Las Vegas version.
Fuck
where
yeah.
fuck
like
yeah.
Drunken Master. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
nice.
my god. Oh
That's
my
sad.
god.
Yeah.
Cage
Sorry.
Fighter, guys, and he'd mocap.
Do they have
all of
like
it, too.
cagealities? Do they have
He just talks at you all funny. Starts doing that face.
Like all of a sudden, like Francis Ford Coppola shows up. He's like, oh, it's a good idea.
Yes.
No, Francis Ford Coppola is like your toasty. You
Right,
know,
right.
he just comes out
Oh,
with
he comes
the-
out.
Yeah.
That's good. So I have a funny story for y'all.
Yeah.
Hey,
what?
story time.
I haven't said shit to either of you guys about this OnlyFans museum thing. Have I?
Oh
That's
yeah.
after the
Well, I
show,
mean, that's it's,
Did you hear
it's-
about it?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
This is
like
so
Vienna,
good.
the Museum
Yes,
of Vienna.
The
like-
Museum of Vienna
Yeah,
you were
telling
kept
me
getting
about this.
flagged on social media, like on
Uh-huh,
Facebook
on
and
Facebook,
Instagram and
on
stuff,
Insta, uh-huh.
for pornography because a lot of their sculptures are of nudes. They
Right.
kept getting flagged for pornography.
they
So
say, "Fuck it, we're
they
making
started a
OnlyFans."
fucking OnlyFans, right?
amazing.
Not only they start an OnlyFans, but when you donate to them, you get access to the museum.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're paying for your like ticket for the month, for
Right.
the whole month.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a
That is
legitimate,
the
coolest
right?
idea.
But also, if you
So
guys just
smart.
want to donate money to the Vienna Museum,
Uh-huh.
go on their OnlyFans. But
Right.
now they're not getting flagged for pornography. It's fucking so funny.
You'll probably end up seeing them on like
I really
Pornhub
wonder.
or.
I really,
Oh, yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
to see if their like income numbers have increased since.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I'm sure
really
it
I'm
has.
sure they have.
I'm sure it has.
Absolutely.
Well, because
Absolutely.
it's one of those situations of like making lemonade essentially.
Really?
Exactly.
This is the best
Yeah.
lemonade I've ever heard
Well,
of. though,
I'm just
guys.
like, who was on their board who was like, you know what?
Lean
Fuck
into
'em.
this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck them.
Are they gonna keep flagging us? Well, I guess we can make money off of it.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
a brilliant move,
It's
guys.
wonderful.
Right.
I love
Brilliant.
Absolutely. I'm all about it.
It's also just kind of weird to me that like the algorithm doesn't understand the difference
it. Yeah,
between
because that's
art
what it is.
and,
It
like,
was the
well, I
algorithm
remember
that
one
was
time,
flagging them,
I-
not
it's the algorithm.
not
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
flagging them. It was the algorithm itself flagging them.
Yeah, I posted a meme of this like morbidly obese dude with his shirt off on Facebook one time, and it got flagged. And I caught a ban.
Like we see titties.
Yeah,
You
I
got-
caught a
you
ban.
gotta take that
You know,
shit down.
it was like a 7-day ban for it, and I'm like, for that? Okay, this is how I know a human did not look at this at all.
That's
you
right.
know, it's like, well, there were nipples,
They
so
just saw the shape of yeah.
of a breast.
It doesn't matter if you're made of marble and don't have arms. It still is like this is porn.
I'm fairly certain there's at least 5 pictures of me with no shirt on
Yeah.
my Facebook.
Flagged.
Right.
They're flagged for
Flagged
pornography.
immediately.
Every one of
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Start a GoFundMe, Neil.
An
Or
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
We'd all
If you
join you.
GoFundMe.
chat, if you subscribe to So What Do You Think of This is Patreon,
Yeah.
I will send out a shirtless picture on the inevitable.
Neil nudes.
Wow, Neil nudes. I like
I'm not
it.
showing anything
I
else,
love
but
it.
like, I'll have my. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If I could stream without my shirt on, I would. Because like, as soon as I go home and the kids are asleep, PJ pants, no shirt. Don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
absolutely.
I'm taking the dog out, backyard, cigarettes, beer or coffee, no shirt. Don't
We
give
get
a shit.
full spread moth, don't we?
That's right.
No, don't. I don't want to talk about my hairy feet, Eric.
Oh.
Yeah.
No feet pics. We don't get hobbit feet.
We want them
damn.
feet
I
pics.
do. I do.
We
have,
need them
I,
feet
I
pics.
have alarmingly hairy feet.
You do.
Like
Okay.
distinctly
Like-
enough to be
like-
like
like a hobbit?
Oh, you don't have them
Like
out
hobbit
anymore.
No, I don't.
He
But
had them
like
out
Scott,
for a
like-
second.
like
You don't have to
Scott,
put them on
like-
camera.
like-
You ain't got to
you
put
can
them on
see-
camera.
Is the hair on the
You can see
feet
the
or
hair.
on the toes?
It's not there that often, but it's there. All of it.
All of it.
That's not crazy. That's
Not
not
bad.
crazy.
I mean, we're not talking like Hobbit feet.
No,
I mean,
No,
no,
it's
not
not
so
like rugs.
no,
But like,
How about
from
the
a
soul?
distance, you could
How
be
about
like,
the soul?
oh, there's-
Oh,
You got
just-
hair on the soul?
Oh,
no,
that's-
no.
Right. I'm disappointed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If
you
I
know.
did, I would just go barefoot all the time.
Literal BEAR.
Yeah,
Foot.
Yeah.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
All right, check.
Hey, Amazon Lord of the Rings looks like shit.
Oh yeah.
You
Or
know
it
what?
sounds like shit,
Amazon,
really.
Amazon's
That's what I'm
been
trying to
struggling
say.
with this for a long time.
Yeah, that's what.
because
Spending
they
a
actually-
bunch of money.
They
That
they
is-
spent $250 million to get the
Yeah.
license for Lord of the Rings. The
Oh, that
TV
was just for the
series.
license?
That was
That's for
just
the
for the
license, right?
license.
And then they were gonna have an MMO. They were gonna do
Oh.
an MMO. They canceled that.
Again.
And now again, yes.
The last
And-
one was okay.
Yeah.
You know.
And so now they're going back for the show again. And
Yeah.
they're saying, what, like 8 episodes? But the thing about it is that they can actually pull from the movies. So Peter Jackson is like loosely affiliated with
But
this
see, I
shit.
thought all
Super
this
loosely.
was pre. I thought the whole show was a prequel.
Man, I'm thinking they're
What-
trying
what
to
I'm-
go
what I'm
through
saying
all of it.
is
They
what-
got to, right?
Well, yeah, theoretically. But what I'm saying is that they actually have access to Peter Jackson's work. So they can actually
Right.
pull scenes from it if they want to.
Oh, they're just gonna
They can
splice in
use that-
footage from the movies
like,
and be like,
flash forward.
Right,
Like,
you
I
know,
have a vision
exactly.
Of, like, it's like everyone like.
yeah, doing the
Dude,
thing.
think
Yeah,
of the-
exactly.
Think
yeah,
of
yeah.
how much money you can save. Be like, bro,
Uh-huh.
we filmed that shit like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just start talking about Balrogs, show the shit.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
Keep going.
It's easy.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll
Well,
see
I'm
how
sure
that
they
turns
have
out.
access to like Weta Workshop,
Weta,
like you
maybe,
know,
yeah.
like armor and shit and
Yeah.
weapons and shit like that and costumes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, so
But, yeah.
I guess the thing. So I didn't realize that this was going to be a prequel, right? But
To my knowledge.
Okay.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
because
that's what I've heard. Like ever since I heard
Totally.
that
but it's not
Amazon has been doing-
Silmarillion.
It's not Silmarillion.
It's
No, it's not.
okay.
See, I
Because
thought it
that's
was the
especially
second Age of Man.
specifically what
Yeah.
I
Because-
heard.
They should just do the
'Cause Lord of the
Silmarillion
Rings
and
is
call
the
it a
third
day
age,
because
right?
so many people haven't read it.
Right.
That would be
and
smart.
it's a hard to read book. It
It
really
is.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
confusing
do you
as
want
shit.
that much elf politics?
Ooh,
I
it might be a
mean,
good show.
It might be a good show.
Like if they can make
think
it,
so.
if they can make it work right, it might be a good show.
Okay,
but
you say that, but like, is the book a good book?
well, I don't know. I didn't get
It's
through
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
None
alright.
of us have bothered to read it. So
Yeah, I read the beginning of that
okay.
book and
Yeah, I
went, this
did.
is not
It's-
for me right now.
that's
Right. yeah. It's a rough read.
Yeah,
and it's
I bet I could get through it
you know?
now that I've read them Game of
The
Thrones.
president
books.
is
Jesus
immortal because we're
Christ.
all elves and he's immortal.
But
so
actually-
the politics aren't going to change.
But this is kind of my whole point.
That
is
sounds
like
like Alabama politics,
In-
sir.
unless they're
Yeah.
coming
Alright?
up, unless they're
That's
coming
real
up with their
life.
own fucking story here, it seems like they're gonna run out of material really quickly. Because, like, seriously, Lord of the Rings is not that long.
Well, all
It's
you
not
gotta
that
do
long,
is
man.
fill it with like long, slow pans of.
Oh,
like,
scenery.
yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's a giant field, and that's gonna be 4 minutes.
Did you know? Did you know that
Here's
they had
a bunch of mountains.
They have a,
that's all you need.
the
Look, there's snow on those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For real, and you have like one hobbit
Yeah.
walking.
Just
just
trudging
one.
through it.
You see one. Just show that they're there. Right. Establish the world.
Since we are talking about Dune here in a minute, in relation to this,
Dune.
Oh.
Dune,
Jen.
Ian.
please can we normalize in overarching, huge, encompassing, like Game of Thrones, fucking Dune, Lord of the Rings, right? Can we please normalize relative timestamps? And please, when we jump,
Having a year
when
at the
we
bottom
jump
once in a while.
areas, can we just give me
Just
give me
say a
thing.
name. Now
Oh,
we're in Dorne.
Yeah.
Now we're
Please.
in right.
Please. They did it. They did it more in Dune than anyone else does.
Yeah,
But like
agreed.
Game of Thrones, like you really got to be like, is there snow? I probably Stark Town.
Guess we're in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
How
that's
far
really good.
north though?
I don't know. With
Is this
Game of
past the
Thrones,
wall? Is it-
I really do feel like Game of Thrones did a great job of, if you were paying attention, or I guess for me, it's watching the current episode like 3 times in a row.
Sure.
You
They
know,
did
like
a really good
the
job with
sets were
defining
very different.
locales.
Like you can easily tell
Visual
when you're
cues for
in
everything.
Dorne. You
Yeah.
always know when you're north of the wall. You
Yeah.
always know.
Yeah.
Like I really do feel like
But then-
they were masterclass in place.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know.
But then like look at Lord of the Rings.
Uh-huh.
If you didn't have people on horseback or small people,
Right. Now
Tell me
that's
the
different.
difference between the Shire
Yeah.
and fucking Rohan. Because it's the same goddamn place. There's the hills. It's the hills with some trees.
Rohan had those ugly dogs.
But you know what I mean?
Point.
Like,
I get what you're saying, man. I totally get what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even
No,
in Dune-
I really
even
like
in
that.
Dune,
I
they-
really
they,
like
they
that.
time jumped like 3 weeks in the very beginning of the movie.
And they show you.
Like,
They
Let's
show you
not
what's
do it.
up. Yeah.
Let's
no,
let's
they
not-
showed you where, but like, if you weren't,
Let's not
hyper
start the
paying
Dune
attention-
talk.
You can't stop him.
I know,
You can't
man.
stop him.
You gotta
Stop
wait.
him.
You gotta wait.
We're
man.
still on the news.
You gotta
okay?
get through the news.
Actually, as a matter of fact, this is your section of the news.
Are we
wait,
gonna do
are
Oh
we?
wait, no,
Or
this is
you
going
want-
last.
You want to wait it
This
to
is
the last?
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
wait
do
it to
last.
last.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just-
Okay.
Doing
Well,
the
then hold on.
CDPR.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus
CD
Christ.
Projekt Red's versions of next gen shit
Thank you
has,
all for hanging
has
out.
now
Yeah,
been
thank you.
delayed.
Suffering us.
I'm so sorry.
We
I'm sorry.
love you so much.
I know Eric's over here like.
This is
yep,
why we don't
every-
need 2
every day.
topics, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's used to it. He does.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red has delayed both The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077's next gen patches. I'm really looking forward to The Witcher 3 one. I'm actually gonna play The Witcher 3 when the next gen patch comes out. I
I'm
promise.
same.
I
Super
fucking
same.
swear I'm gonna do it this time.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stream it though?
No, hell no. That's so much. No,
I mean,
maybe a
people
little bit.
kind of like that kind of
I
stuff.
guess maybe.
like that.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe.
Right.
But I
Especially since you played the other games, so you can be like, oh, so like this is kind of what they're talking about here.
yeah. Oh, I love the second one. The first one kind of sucks actually.
You actually come
Yeah.
up in stories all the time when someone's like, oh, did you watch The Witcher? I was like, no.
Yeah.
I played part of 3.
Yeah.
And my buddy Phil was like, all right, so if you can play 3, you should watch these like 4 YouTube videos. It's like 5 hours long. I'm like, Phil, I'm not gonna do this.
I have
Like,
done
don't
that.
care
I have
enough.
done that.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
care
right. But no, I like. I'll go back and play Cyberpunk 2077. I want to see what it looks like on next gen. I've been waiting to
It looks really nice. I
enjoy
loaded
that
it in
game.
for about 10 minutes.
Oh, it looks
Yeah,
good.
it
on
looks great on
But this
PS5,
is still
like,
this is still the
but
PS4
this-
version.
Exactly.
On PS5. They're
So this
doing
isn't the full
yeah.
PS5.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it'll have some ray tracing on. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you know. But really, it's The Witcher 3 that I'm looking forward to, and them delaying it is a good thing.
It's a smart
Yes.
move.
It's a fucking good thing.
They need to
right?
take their time with everything
Please.
that they do from
Absolutely.
here
From
I
moving
still
now
want my
on,
free
forward.
DLC.
They
Yeah.
better
to
be
make me play
super
that game,
careful, right?
But, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got time.
Yeah.
I got all this stuff to play. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, there's no like, pressure for them to release their next gen patches for anything. There's
they
no
can't
pressure.
fuck up again like this.
Exactly.
They can't.
That
It would bury the
doom
fucking
the
studio.
company. It would doom them.
And although they did really misstep here, and they kind of acted arrogant about it when it happened, I don't want to see CD Projekt Red go away.
Exactly.
No,
They're
not
a
at all.
cool
Right.
studio.
They are.
You know?
They are. They fucked up.
Yeah.
The climate fucked them. It
Yeah.
was just a series of unfortunate events.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really bad.
again, like we've discussed previously, I feel like CD Projekt Red is right on that cusp. If not, they already are. Like Activision Blizzard, when Activision got their hit, there's too many hands in the pot. There's too many
Yeah.
people like,
Yeah.
where's my shit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Where is it so we can make the money back?
And they're
Well,
also
but they
worried
made the
about-
money though. That's the
Right.
that's the
No, I
weird
know,
part
I
is that
know.
they
Totally.
made
But it's that corporate structure
so much
that's
money.
fucking them up,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Facts.
And then
ticket times.
there's also
ticket times.
Right.
They do so much about with GOG now, and GOG's quick bucks. It's quick
Yeah.
bucks. They make a packet. They make the old game run on new hardware. Boom, you make dollars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they keep doing it. They keep like they released the Metal Gear Solid.
They dropped Hitman.
They dropped
Yeah.
Hitman. They
Yeah.
dropped fucking anyway, a bunch of old shit like that. And I can see these corporate guys being like, "Whoa, we're printing cash over here.
Right.
What's taking you guys so long with this AAA title that's supposed to make us so much money?" And they're like, "We're trying to make it good."
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Look, we can't fuck up again.
They can't
Yeah,
fuck up
that's
again,
the
dude.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like I know you want more bucks in your wallet. I know you want
Richie
that,
McBucks,
boy.
Bucks,
You
boy.
know, but seriously, if they put out a next gen patch
And it sucks?
breaks the game
And it
even
breaks-
further,
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
done.
no.
That's it.
There's no recovery.
No one's gonna trust them ever again
Yeah.
after that. And that's the thing. They gotta walk that tightrope really carefully at this point. So yeah,
so
fucking
next
delay
year,
it.
next year we'll
Delay
get
it.
it.
Sure. Hell yeah.
I'm
Sure.
cool with
Sure.
that. I'm
Yeah.
completely fine with that.
Absolutely.
Speaking of delays,
Yeah. Elden Ring got delayed again. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm completely fine
Okay.
with that.
Okay. The only reason why I'm not okay with it is because February they delayed it to February 25th.
And there's already
February
so
is
much
jam
shit.
packed,
Yeah.
full of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, we're all gonna be
That-
broke.
Yeah, but
That
that
seems
also
to
but that also
yeah.
might be.
I'm about
one
to
of
say
those,
that
like,
seems to be a
let me
problem that's
show
been
you how
happening
big
a
our
lot
dicks are.
recently, where
Well,
they just pack
yeah.
a lot of.
We might
Dang-
see
yeah.
PSVR 2 in February, right? If we see it in
Right.
February, March, dude, we're screwed. You know what I'm saying? We got King of Fighters 15. Like, I mean, there is
Better
so
save that
many.
Christmas money, kids.
Dude,
That's right.
absolutely, Chris. Look, holiday season 2022 is not what you think it is. Save your money for February.
That's right.
February 20, or I'm sorry, holiday season 2021.
The month of
February
corporate love.
2022 is going to be insane. I don't know how we're supposed to have the time to enjoy these things. You're going to drop Elden Ring?
Okay,
Elden
is it
Ring,
confirmed
man?
that Elden Ring is like full blown multiplayer?
Well,
Or
okay.
like not full,
They-
not like MMO style, but like
There is
more
multiplayer,
than-
but they haven't.
I don't think it's summon based the way that the old games are.
Right.
I think
I
because
don't
like
think it's
because
co-op.
well, it's not going to be the same way that like you have to be in a certain area and not have beat a boss and do that summon crap. They've pretty much said that you're going to be able to actually explore with your friends and do things. So to me, it might not be full on co-op. We're starting a co-op match, but I think as soon as I get you
like
in the
drop
game,
in, drop out.
you're in my instance and we can do whatever.
I hope that's the way it works.
Dude, that's
You
It
know,
is.
well,
If
I
it
mean,
is, I'll
sounds
for
like-
any Souls game,
Yeah.
it's never been just
It's
that
never been,
easy
dude.
and
I gotta
never
ring a
been
bell,
that
and then I
fun.
gotta
then you
shoot
gotta
a
wait.
gun, and then I gotta fucking, like
Wait.
what's that? And then you gotta wait.
you gotta wait.
Let me go ahead and do an animation over here to entertain myself.
Wow.
Till you fucking show up, and then it says failed, and you
Right.
Oh damn! Man, I was praising the sun and
started-
everything.
Dude,
and
I
over here
started
praising the sun.
writing a
Praising the sun.
parody song
Still
like
waiting
that.
on our
You
yoga
can
book.
ring my.
Oh yeah.
the Dark Souls yoga book. That's a
Yeah.
good
Oh
one.
nice yoga book.
Yeah,
nice.
so we talked about that years ago.
Praise the
Awesome.
sun. No, I don't know. I don't mind Elden Ring being delayed if again it's like CD Projekt Red, man. Make
Delay
a
it
good
to
product.
March.
Make a good fucking
Just give
product.
me-
I don't.
give me a
Yeah, I
month
don't even
to
mind
recover.
that. I really don't.
Just give me
you
a
know?
month.
Because goddamn,
I just
Well, but they have the
I
alpha
spend
sign
all
up.
my money.
Cross your fingers.
I did that. I signed up
Cool.
for that shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be November. What did they say? The 20th?
Mid-November,
Mid-November.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Cool.
Man, talk to us about this Sakaguchi.
This is kind
This
of
Final Fantasy
heartwarming,
14
man. Like,
And like I think
This
you're
is
good at
funny.
the game,
Sakaguchi's gonna bust.
Trey, but guess not.
Wait, what?
So I think you're good at Final
Oh,
Fantasy
you're
14,
talking to
but
me.
clearly
Yeah.
not.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man, I'm over here playing with the script.
I see.
why
it.
you
Stop
well,
screwing
I mean,
around
it is,
over there.
literally screwing around. Literally. Well, no, I mean it is really interesting. Like the grandfather of Final Fantasy, actually explored Eorzea.
Yeah.
Went to
Rad.
actually,
Super rad.
just checking it out for the first time and became pretty addicted to the game.
Blew through it, man.
Blew through the game.
it.
Yeah.
Base game
actually,
and first expansion, 5 days. Is that
Yeah.
what-
Whoa,
Yeah.
fuck.
Well,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. 2 days for Heavensward.
Yeah.
He knocked out
Wow.
Heavensward in 2
But like
days.
with all the cutscenes.
Like, well, yeah. Well,
Can you
but
skip through
it's
them?
not really.
'Cause I
It's
skipped
not
through a lot,
really.
and it's still taking me forever.
Well, it's not
Pile
really.
of Red Bull cans next to him.
Well, I mean, if you're focused about it and you don't get sidetracked with a lot of the side content because there's tons of it,
Right.
So
then
much,
it's actually easy to do because I got Catboy RD through Aroma Born pretty quickly in order to get the Regalia for him. So but I mean, I was already maybe about 40% through Aroma Born and got him all the way through Praetorium in probably
Rad.
like a week. But that's me just putting in a few hours a night.
Sure.
But he was
But it sounds like
hammering
he's
it.
Yeah,
he's hammering
but-
it. Like he is loving it.
Yeah.
He is all the way. And I mean, it's got to be really impressive because Final Fantasy XIV does pay a lot of homage to classic Final Fantasy. Every single numbered iteration of Final Fantasy is represented in some way
Yeah.
in 14. And so for someone who created this, he's got to be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all nostalgic in
Yeah.
a way, and they're treating his creations with care.
Right.
So,
And it's got to be. It's got to feel like a big stamp of
An honor,
like-
dude.
Well, like
Fuck,
just kind
man.
of like hey, the guy who created this entire thing is really digging on this thing that's blowing up right now.
Yeah.
It's like a seal of approval almost, kind of
Absolutely.
an unofficial seal of approval. It's got to feel that way to like a lot of fans of 14, and
Right.
that's why not just hey, the original creator is playing this game. It's just like
Do you
oh
think you-
cool,
do you
and
think
he
you
with,
likes
with the
it?
with the sheer
Yay!
size, I mean, with the sheer success of Final Fantasy 14, I'll
Especially
feel-
in this past year. Like, I really want to know, do you think he
Seriously,
would have done it
man.
if they didn't hit
Probably
like
not.
maximum record
Maybe
numbers?
not.
Because what,
Maybe
it
not.
is now officially the best-selling Final Fantasy game?
And they're
Oh, yeah.
putting
Absolutely.
putting full
We're at 24
monetary
million,
backing
baby.
behind it too, like you were saying.
Mhm.
Like they're full
Absolutely.
steam ahead,
So
whatever
even
you
for
want
the
to
company,
do.
yeah, dude, it's like here. This is like his creation, which was already just absolutely monumental, has reached a level that was completely unprecedented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. I mean, I imagine someone
thought
just having
7
a
was a big deal.
conversation. Right, exactly, right? Right? Isn't that crazy? It's like, but people, I'm sure, people would have conversations with him about 14, and I'm sure he's just like, I've never actually played it, but,
Yeah.
and so, I mean, for, like, if I created something, and it's like, oh, here's a little Flash game that I made, blah, 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 and then somebody took that and made it into something, like, truly impressive, later down the road, I want to experience it. I'm like, let me see what you've done with what I
They need
what
to
I
have
created.
him play fucking Origins Stranger
Dude,
in
look,
Paradise.
look. Naoki Yoshida would probably put that dude in the game at some point. There'd probably be an
Oh,
event.
that would
I'm
be
serious
cool.
because that's the kind of
good.
man that he is,
Yeah.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he does. For the Rising every year, you get to meet Naoki Yoshida.
Oh,
So
nice.
who
Yeah,
knows?
super rad. It's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
rad. Really
Yeah,
nice,
right?
really nice little
That's
event. I did
cool.
the last
Dude,
one.
it's fucking
I didn't really
weird.
understand what was going on, and then Trey explained it. I was like, oh, this is fucking
Got to
cool.
excuse myself.
Right. You know?
Look,
go
at least
when ready.
he's not
Go
being
when
Alan
ready.
Moore about his own creation.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Like I think that's
Yeah.
more people don't be Alan Moore,
Right.
please.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or at least
yeah.
have
so
that
with
attitude.
but it is crazy to imagine 2 days, man.
Yeah.
2 days for Heaven's Word,
Wild.
like that's a lot of content.
Lot
you
of
know.
content.
Now, but he probably just single-mindedly go through the MSQ.
Totally.
You know, and
Do we know what class he played? Did they say?
Mm-mm.
I'm just curious.
No, he didn't.
Just purely
No.
curiosity. Yeah.
If what would you guess?
Paladin.
That's exactly what I would
Yeah,
think
Paladin.
too.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. as well.
Self-sufficient, iconic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely a throwback.
Sword and board, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you play Paladin?
I started one, or
Okay.
I guess I started Warrior. I never got to Paladin.
Right.
Dude, he self heals, right? That's Paladin. Self-heals?
Yeah. Self heals. Mitigation for party members, things
Totally,
of that
totally,
caliber.
totally. But in a single player instance, you do enough damage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm soloing as a scholar, like I'm never switching to summoner. I'm only ever doing scholar, and I'm having a ball.
Wait. Even with have you seen the new summoner?
No. I'm just in my current state in
Okay.
leveling since I've been a
but
scholar.
have you seen the summoner rework?
I've looked at things, but nothing rings a bell to me currently.
Boy, yeah. It's
But
basically
I like my
summoner
support
Summoner is essentially
I want
the
that sage
new bonus job in Walker. So they completely reworked Summoner. So now, yes, absolutely. So now Summoner, instead of being like a dot machine, you're actually summoning. So once you go into your Dreadworm trance, summon Bahamut. Bahamut comes out, does its thing, kills the stuff. When you're at level 90, you can actually get these icons that allow you to summon Ifrit. Like Ifrit comes down, represent, right? Titan comes down, does Earthen Fury. You know what I'm saying? You get Garda as well. Whenever you summon one of those,
Garda looks so cool.
Then it looks so good. Whenever you summon one of those for usually it's like 5 to 7 attacks, you get attacks of that element. So when Titan comes in, next thing you know, all of your attacks are Earthen. When Garda comes in, you do wind attacks, which are mostly AoEs. When Ifrit comes down, I think you only get a few Ifrit attacks, like 2 or 3.
Do you get to choose, or is it like RNG? Like, oh, well, you get
No, you get to choose.
Okay, right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're actually summoning like the Titan that you fight. It's actually him, not just a little eggy that floats around. Like it's the motherfucker. And so I'm serious, man. Once Endwalker drops, we're gonna see a spike in summoner players. There's gonna be so many summoners.
Hey,
man.
just real quick. Out of all Final Fantasies, what's your favorite summon?
Oh,
What's your favorite summon?
I would say Diablos.
Okay,
from Final Fantasy 7.
Ooh, okay. Or
Diablos
8.
was
Either
sick.
one.
Or 8,
He's
yeah.
fucking dope in both
Diablos,
of them. Damn me that ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Anima from 10.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Respect.
Fuck,
yeah.
dude.
Respect.
Yeah.
I don't see, but like I probably
Anima
played
is
the
coming back
least
for
Final
14.
Fantasy out.
Anima is going to be one of the main villains.
Hopefully it's all nasty looking.
Go.
Like
Oh,
that.
dude, have you not seen? Like I said, man, November. I'm sorry, everybody. It's gonna be nothing but Endwalker from Trae.
Yeah.
Nothing but Endwalker, and I hope somebody wants to have some conversations with me because nothing but Endwalker. EW.
I'm trying to get there.
Let's go.
I'm trying.
Let's
trying.
go.
I keep distracting myself with other games, but
like that.
Odin, but only if he shows up with his horse.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sleipnir.
Sleipnir.
Yeah. I gotta have those legs, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta have 20 legs.
With his fucking spear.
I don't even,
Yeah.
You can leave the spear at home. Show up with a horse.
Yeah.
You need both of them.
And
for
this,
me.
of
Yeah,
course,
right,
and the
right.
sword. Knights of the Round would be a
Knights of the
good-
Round. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that-
Bah, bah.
It just lasts for like 15 minutes. It's like, you know
shit.
what? Hit
you
Knights
got-
of the Round and put it down.
Scott?
Oh man, I'm basic. What's the Chocobo summons from 7?
Oh,
It's because those
respect.
are
Talking about
fucking
the fat one?
yeah.
Yes.
That just
Yes.
like fucking slam on
Yes.
it.
Ain't
Just
nothing
because-
basic
No, dude.
about that. That's
Dude, it's
classy.
cute and funny, man.
It's awesome. That's right.
Every time I do, like, I'll do it even if I don't need to, because
The-
I'm
the
just
King
like, that's
Tonberry.
adorable. Oh,
King Tonberry's good. Joint
there you
that
go.
ass.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, like the whole thing with like the scholar storyline is that like all these other scholars got turned into Tonberries, and like you have to like help them or whatever. But like there's a few sequences where you are just fighting like murder Tonberries. Like you have to like
Oh,
with like
nice.
NPCs because it's a solo event because it's your own
Yeah,
story.
uh-huh.
Like you just have to burn these motherfuckers down. But like you're in scholar form. You
I
have,
would
like, 3
love to
attacks.
have a Tonberry costume. Like for Halloween, that would be so sick. Can you imagine
That'd be a
just,
pretty
you know,
simple costume to put
It'd be,
together.
well, for the most part, yes. You know, and you have to move very, very
gotta get a
slowly.
big ass knife.
Yeah.
You gotta get a big ass head. You know what I'm saying? A big ass head and a big ass knife. But can you imagine, like, you know, going trick or treating in your
in-game
neighborhood?
As a
or
Tonberry?
in the real
In real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, IRL. You know, just being like, you know, trick or treating in your neighborhood, and then there's this one slow moving Tonberry. It just that would just
Like
freak
the
my
parents
shit
that
out.
don't know what it is, like what the fuck am I
what the
looking
fuck
at?
is
that?
this?
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's getting closer to me. Oh, it's getting closer, and then it actually kills you. Because I mean,
You
right,
could get away with
Because
it if
You
you were
gotta lean
Tonberry.
into it.
Yeah, and then you just hobble away from the crime scene.
Yep. Knife.
So Godstrike
God.
looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Godstrike looks cool. There's a trailer. It's
Yeah.
it looks like what Hades,
Bullet Hell Hades.
like
Yeah.
kind of
Yes.
thing going on.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Sure.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, it kind of has a
What is-
Fury element
Yeah,
to
I was
it.
about to say
like,
Fury.
Yeah, a little bit of that,
absolutely.
like
What a great
especially with
game.
the dude, Fury's so good, and
Fury's
that
great
music.
Game. Oh yes, absolutely. If you've never played Fury, definitely. It's
Yeah,
boss rush.
The music,
You know
the art
that.
style, the gameplay, it's all fucking phenomenal.
Mhm.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
one of those games that's not very long, but it's gonna take you a while to get through it.
Exactly.
Because it's
Because that
fucking
shit is
hard.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they even have
Yeah.
DLC for it. Like they have
Oh, I
additional
never
boss
played
fights.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah, boy.
Man, I just remember the when you're on the dock and you're fighting the actual samurai. Dude.
Yeah,
That scene.
I might
man.
reinstall Fury. That's a good idea, man.
Did you guys ever play what was that game? Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah, Hyperlight's
It
good
kind of
too,
has
Yeah.
a hard,
man.
yeah,
It
it
does.
like
Yeah.
Godstriker or Godstrike kind of feels like that to
Yeah.
some degree as well.
Yeah.
I could well, just in the aesthetic, the way that they design the levels and the bosses and stuff like that.
Right.
It's very feels like it pulls a lot
That
from
art
that.
style and
yeah,
everything,
art
yeah.
style kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hyperlight had a good dash.
Yeah, dude. That,
does Fury.
I just wander
absolutely.
around
It's
in
kind of the
Hyperlight,
same.
just dashing, just dashing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
So the Splinter Cell thing, man, I'm fucking confused by
Right.
this. I'm 100%
Yeah, what is
confused.
this?
So the
They're
article,
supposed to be doing a VR version of Splinter
and in
Cell,
the-
which was announced like 2 years ago.
but it's said in the article as though this game already came out. Like the way they
no.
were, the way that like read the way it said. Because of our previous ventures in mobile and VR spaces, we're now
Right.
deciding to go in a different direction. I'm like, what do you mean previous ventures?
Well, is that
There's
for
not
the
a
studio?
fucking game.
Not
well, then
necessarily
that- No,
for
no,
that
no.
IP.
Well,
No,
it's
they're
gonna be
talking
it's
about
a
Splinter
different
Cell.
studio. It's a
They're talking
completely
about
different
Splinter
studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
So
the
maybe
VR
the
game hasn't
That-
come out yet.
That
No.
sounds like just poorly phrased. Either like
Yeah.
someone tried it, or that studio without using Splinter Cell itself has
That's
tried
that's what I was
Right.
getting
VR
at. Yeah.
and
Because this is gonna
mobile
be
in
a-
a different sense for a different IP. What have you?
I mean,
Yeah, it
that
just
makes
seems poorly
sense.
phrased.
That
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah, because it's a completely different studio.
Right.
And that's
Are we still
that's
getting the Splinter
unfortunate.
Cell VR though? Is that not happening? Did they decide to
knows?
throw that shit away?
I think that once PSVR 2 is announced, like fully announced, we'll see.
We'll see shit like that,
resurfacing
yeah.
of all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because again, that thing we talked about with Oculus branding with PSVR, there's no reason for them not to scratch each other's back,
Right.
right? There's no. I could even see potentially PlayStation games coming out on Oculus. They're playing nice with PC right now for other things. God of War's coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Uncharted's coming out. They
Wait
might.
to see those mods.
Right.
Right.
Oh man.
Absolutely, sir.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I'm kind of nervous, because what is it? Ubisoft Montreal
Yeah.
is who created everything up to Blacklist,
Oh
and
yeah. Uh-huh.
like
first
leaving
three
it
are really
to-
good.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Blacklist was really good.
I never played Blacklist. so-
Blacklist was actually very, very good.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of nervous. Like, I'm like, why are we not using that same studio? Why are we
Yeah.
not using the
Yeah.
flagship studio for a new Splinter Cell?
Is that
I think that-
Eidos?
Say again.
Is that Eidos?
No, it's just it's Ubisoft blank. It's like not Singapore, not.
Okay.
It's one of their other Ubisoft satellites,
Huh.
but I'm not
Ubisoft
sure
blank.
exactly. which
Ubisoft
is-
blank.
Well, yeah, I don't know which one of the
Ubisoft.
satellites it is. It might be Singapore. I don't remember, so I don't want to misquote.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just like, why are we not putting everything into a new Splinter Cell? Because that could be huge.
But stealth never sells well.
Splinter Cell does.
Splinter Cell sold really well
But then
Yeah.
again, why did Splinter Cell sell so well? Let's be honest about it.
because Xbox needed a Metal Gear.
Well, because of their physics engine and their lighting engine.
Yeah.
That's really what
Dude,
made
especially in
Splinter
2 and 3. 2 and 3
Absolutely.
stepped it up to a level that nobody else was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the question stands.
You remember
like,
that fan with the light going through it?
Yes,
Everybody
sir,
was
I
like,
do.
"You can cast shadows like
Dude,
that."
how much
the
time
fuck?
did you spend running through curtains?
You really-
like I would
oh, the
just run back and
curtains.
forth through curtains, man. And so, but I mean, how can you impress people on that level?
Right.
In
do
a
it in
modern
VR.
play space.
That's what I'm saying.
Bingo.
Right on.
Bingo.
Nail
I'm just saying,
on the
man,
head.
doing some,
Yeah. Are you
yeah,
gonna, you gonna do some split jumps? You're gonna do some
doing
splits?
Well,
Yeah.
didn't they-
I'm Van Damme over here. Yeah.
I know. I think we talked about this, or I heard you talk about it at
Yeah.
one point in time. Didn't they do a VR adaptation of the Riddick games?
No.
No,
But
they
you
didn't do
can play them
3,
in
but
VR.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I was talking to you about.
But
Is
you
that
know what I mean? But like how far off would that be? Because
That
that's
would-
like
that would work, too.
blatantly stealth first person.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
that game
but-
worked great in
but-
its original form.
Splinter
years
Cell's
ago.
its own
Right.
kind of
No, totally,
That's
totally.
all,
But
you
just
know?
semi-applied.
Yeah.
Semi-applied.
I've always wondered why they didn't try to make a Splinter Cell movie. It seems like one of the more obvious
Right.
ones. You know what I mean? I mean,
Because I've seen the first Mission Impossible.
Right.
yeah,
That's what most people are gonna say.
Sam
I was
Fisher
about to
is a
say,
monster
what-
of a character.
Yeah.
Like he's
That
really
he
cool.
is. He
yeah,
is.
you
yeah, he's
know, but-
cooler than Ethan Hunt.
Right. You
No,
know,
no,
but,
but
it-
like, how old is he when?
Blacklist. He's like in
He's-
his
yeah.
50s.
Is that
Yeah,
like
he's
a
an old
prequel?
man.
50s,
Totally,
yeah,
yeah.
50s, 60s.
Yeah.
So how long? I guess the games encompass how much of his life? Like 20 years?
Sure.
Yeah, about
yeah.
30. Yeah,
Yeah.
20 or 30 because I
Yeah.
think his daughter comes into play. Like all these other elements
sure,
come into
sure.
play. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was an old man by the end of it.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you got a decent pool.
But
timeline to
then
play with.
again,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could
you gotta
start
remember
out
that
with
this
Mission
is
Impossible movie.
remember that-
and you end up with Taken.
all these right. Absolutely.
Just saying.
Straight up. Hey, that was accurate, boy. That's good.
What if
Yeah,
Liam
it's
Neeson
a
was
whole
fucking
character
Sam
arc
Fisher?
right there.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and you know, could we have another hero. You know what I'm saying? Another because all this is Clancy, right? These are all just Clancy novels, and they've taken them and adapted them to gaming and such. So
wait, are those novels though?
Yeah.
Splinter
Splinter
Cell?
Cell, yes, like like
sure.
Rainbow Six, all those,
I
all
didn't
of them.
know that those were actually novels.
Those are actually,
Shit.
dude. You should read some Rainbow Six. They're sick.
Okay.
But it's like, could we have a new Splinter Cell hero? You know, could there be a new,
not Sam Fisher?
not Sam Fisher, or somebody that
Sure.
like.
Huh.
Even
Taking
maybe somebody
up-
that he trained himself. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Yeah,
have
but
a
would
new
people
character.
accept that?
How many people really remember and care about Sam?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think they
like,
should
I
go
mean,
back.
I know that I do.
Wouldn't
yeah.
you just want them to remake the older stories? Like, what if they made? Because like
I
those
don't want
games weren't.
remakes. Because once again, like the remakes, the strongest part of the remake or of the original series is graphical and it's their physics engine. Nowadays, everybody's got Unreal Access, Unreal 5. Like it's just
You can
or
just
Unreal Engine
standard.
4.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
5's out.
5, yeah, right. It makes games look amazing, and they can be shitty fucking games.
Yeah.
But they're gonna look great. They're gonna have
Like Wukong.
fantastic physics. God damn you. God damn you.
I'm gonna say it every time.
Every time, dude. And now you're casting doubt onto my brain. I'm like,
Oh,
God
no.
damn,
You know that game
Wukong's
looks like
gonna
shit.
suck.
Yeah, you know that game
And so I just don't know if they could pull the same shock factor, the same wow factor with a new Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, like you have to have so much like gameplay substance to make it work. You know, just doing the splits in a hallway
It's VR,
and
man.
shooting your
It's
pistols.
VR. That's the only way you're gonna make people give a fuck about some Splinter Cell. It's like I think that it's the same thing with them because they said this at the same time.
Right.
Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, VR.
Right.
And I was like, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. I want to come down on somebody with a hidden blade.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to drop down
Jump
from
off the top
rafters,
of
knock
a
somebody
building
out.
into a hay
Yeah,
hay
This
bale.
sounds
like,
fucking
yeah, like that would be
great.
sick.
You know, and
That
it
would be
sounds
sick.
like
You get that lift feeling in your testes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. I would do it
Yeah.
over and
Uh-huh.
over.
Yeah.
Who needs that
Yeah.
pass
Get
from
that
the original
climbing.
Red? Res when I
Right.
can just do
Climb
that.
up.
You clench your asshole while you fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, I really think that that's the only way you're gonna make people give a fuck about a Splinter Cell again is to completely reinvent it, and VR is the way to do it.
But I feel like they're just doing this to make money.
to make money again.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody's trying to
That's-
revisit
but
their old
that's
IPs.
Every
Man.
game, every
so
studio.
speaking
right
about
now,
doing
yeah.
something just to make
Facts.
money, what do you think about this Uncharted trailer?
Boo.
Oh, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
Ah,
I thought it looked.
I'm
Scott
not.
says boo.
I thought it looked
I'm
tight.
not. No, I don't
I'm here
believe.
for it
I
because
don't believe
maybe
Tom Holland.
Scott
is-
didn't even watch the whole trailer. Scott
I
turned
cut
that
it off.
shit
I'm
off.
Really?
done.
Scott was
You
like,
know
"Fuck
what?
this."
They
done.
had me when they actually came up and said
don't believe them.
PlayStation because that opened up a door of possibilities in my mind. I'm like, okay,
Right.
so if they're actually
We're gonna get that God of War movie.
we might get that God of War movie, and it won't be just be up to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually play like PlayStation having a hand in all of this
Sure.
could make
Yeah.
these
These
movies
fucking
a lot more like the
Spider-Mans are
games.
amazing.
Right.
These Spider-Mans are
Facts.
amazing. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have hope, man. Now, Uncharted may not be the one. We'll see.
I don't-
think
but
it
it's
looks- I
just
think it
because of
looks cool.
Tom Holland. That's
It's
the only
really
reason. that
Tom
you,
Holland throws me off. I don't see him as Nathan Drake.
Sure.
It's
He's
just
young
like,
Nathan Drake.
It's just like, look, man. If this movie had been called Adventures at
Tobey
1010,
Maguire
I'd have
was
been
Spider-Man,
because
dude.
that's all I could think. That's all I could think the whole
But
time I'm
Tobey
looking
Maguire,
at.
Topher Grace was Venom,
Fuck
dude.
that shit.
Right,
We
no,
don't talk
and,
about
that,
that,
and
man.
Topher
Come on, why you
Grace
gotta
was
bring the
bad
energy
as
down?
Venom. Okay, so you're making my
That's what I'm
point
saying.
for me.
Well, I'm just saying, like
So
anybody.
thank
Wait.
Tom Holland's not bad though.
Tom Holland's not
Tom
bad.
Holland is a good actor,
So my,
Right.
but I
my
don't
brain's
see.
going in two different
okay,
directions.
Who's
Look,
a better Nathan Drake for you? Like, who do you think?
I know.
Who do you think?
I don't know. I couldn't. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like
if
Nathan Drake should be easy
Oh,
to
Nathan
cast.
Fillion.
I
Well,
mean,
he was in-
Yeah,
they did a
I mean,
fan
in
film.
his prime.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying,
But
Nathan
not
Fillion.
Who's
anymore.
your guess,
You
Scott?
can still make it work.
Scott, who's
They
your
could
guess?
do Uncharted
Tom
4.
Holland
They could
could
do
work.
But
They
who's
could
your
do
who's your
some-
guy? Who's
your
your
guy?
guy?
I don't fucking know.
If you don't
See,
have a
there's-
guy,
there's
if you
the-
don't have a
another
better guy,
Right.
But I didn't have better lead characters for what is it, Valerian in the city, Planet of a Thousand Cities or whatever, and I didn't believe those two actors in that role at all.
That
and
was a
that's
rough
all
movie.
I'm
you
saying.
also didn't
That's
read
because
Valerian, so
with-
they might be just as dry in the comic.
Well, it's not that. It's
Maybe.
just looking at them. I do not
Spicy
see.
episode.
I don't see a protagonist. I don't
Okay,
see
okay,
somebody
hear me
that I'm
out.
gonna
Hear me out.
give a
Hear me
fuck
out.
about.
Wait.
Yeah.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. 3 things, really quick. One. All right. Uncharted 4. they're mentioning the brother from Uncharted 4 in
Right.
this,
Yeah,
which I think is cool
totally.
because they don't mention him in the other games because it's kind of like written as it goes. So maybe
They
at
weren't
one
expecting to
point in
make
time-
4 games.
No, definitely not. Maybe we get an actual Uncharted 4 at some point in time with a little bit older Tom Holland, with a little bit older Mark Wahlberg, with a fucking mustache.
Yeah.
How cool!
Yeah,
I want
the mustache
give
is my
give me
problem.
the fucking Sully stash. Give me the Sully stash.
The Sully stash, man.
Please,
Where's the
please.
Sully stash?
I
But
hope
then-
I'm wrong. I'm
but
just
see- but
saying
see,
this
then you
is a
mentioned-
gut.
you
I
mentioned
was
visceral
I was
reaction
so
that I
hyped to
had.
see Marky Mark.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was so hyped. You know, I saw him. I'm like, I'm sold. I love Mark Wahlberg. I don't care. Ever since
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
hit, I'm just like, you know what?
Man,
This guy.
I always think, what's that Boston cop movie?
The Departed.
The Departed. That's
Yeah.
who I
Turned
think
20.
of. That's
Yes.
who I.
Years old.
Fuck me,
Dude,
dude.
man,
Uh,
I
alright, but-
love him.
So
Where's your
Scott
mom? At
said
home.
Tintin.
Yeah. Look, dude, I'm
Wait,
serious.
hear me out. But then I'm not saying the same actors in the same roles here, not a parallel. So don't put words in my mouth that I'm saying Tom Holland is Johnny Quest. But shut the fuck up. Mark Wahlberg
Yes.
is
He's
fucking
Race.
Bannon.
He's Race Bannon.
Yes, boy, give me that. I'd much rather have that than this. Absolutely.
Well, where's Haji at, man?
100%.
Oh.
How do you do that nowadays?
Yeah, you
That's
can't
rough.
call him
Right.
Haji.
Yeah.
Like a fucking
Wow.
what? You can't call the motherfucker
But you also
Haji.
can't drop
No,
him out of the movie.
Right.
So what are you gonna do?
Fucked and fucked. That's what happens. You just avoid that shit. Is what you do.
Because he is like the adopted younger brother, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That they called
Distastefully,
Haji.
distastefully
yeah.
done previously. I'm sure it's like, oh, this kid
Sorry,
has nowhere to go. He can live with us.
The
And he goes
racism
on
runs
adventures.
deep.
It's always.
like, you
It's
can make-
like
made
they've
me
been
laugh. It's
chingering
always-
since day
they've
one,
always
baby.
been, yeah.
You can make what the fuck is Johnny Quest's dad's name? Benton Quest?
Benton Quest? I
Is it
think.
Benton?
I do not
Bannon?
know.
No, Benton,
Yeah, I
Benton.
don't know.
I think it's Benton. I think it's Benton.
Okay.
So like, Benton was like, come on, kid. Well, like you can make that like, no, we adopted this child because we found him, and like
Totally.
that makes it. 'Cause he is.
There's a
one-
way to
it's
do
not
it
implied
tastefully.
Family. It's,
There
he
would
is
be
the-
a way to
you
do
know
it
what I mean.
tastefully.
Dangerous
yeah.
ground.
You'd have to walk
I will say.
But I see.
Did you guys see the Scooby movie? Like the most recent one? The animated
No,
one?
No, I
no.
haven't seen
But I
Scooby.
like the older Scooby movie.
Ooh, you guys need to watch a Scooby movie.
Wait, wait.
Because it is not
Scooby Doo is
just-
doing a crossover, right?
No, but see, this
Yeah,
movie
with
Because
MK.
he has Blue Falcon.
Huh?
in it,
With
right?
MK.
Blue
Well, there's
Falcon
an
and
MK
Dynamite.
thing, but there's
Captain Caveman.
Boy.
What?
Voiced by Tracy Morgan.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I got rid of that there.
nice.
It's
Nice.
What
Are you
the
serious?
fuck?
Yeah.
Tracy
the
Morgan?
new Scooby movie is
Captain
rad because
Caveman.
That
it's
doesn't
not-
make any sense. That
No,
doesn't
no.
make any sense.
No,
dude.
it
I
does.
mean,
it
it
does
does.
because this new Scooby
Oh,
movie
bec-
isn't
oh,
just
you
a
calling
really good
Tracy
Scooby
a caveman? You call-
This new Scooby
I don't like
movie-
Tracy Morgan.
I know you don't
I
like Tracy
I
Morgan.
hate him.
Yeah, but he does the voice so good. But this new Scooby movie is Enter the fucking Hanna-Barbera verse.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because in the end credit scene, they have like these little panels that's like kind of concept art, kind of like, oh, this is what they're doing after this movie, and like
That's
they
what
end
it
up
was.
going hanging out with fucking Benton Quest.
What about
Cool.
Space Ghost, man? We're getting some Space Ghost
I
in it.
wish.
I hope.
No,
hey,
the-
man,
the-
no,
Wish.
fuck that. Give me some Jabberjaw, man.
Dude,
Like,
the Scooby Doo
a Scooby-Doo
crossover.
Jabberjaw team up.
They're
as a
doing,
movie?
dude.
Yes.
Look,
No,
look,
because
look.
the villain in this is Dick Dastardly.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
Look.
fundamental theme of this movie is people who love their dogs.
You ain't
I'm
looking.
looking. I'm looking.
You ain't looking.
Awesome.
You ain't looking. They're doing a Scooby Doo crossover with Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes,
Okay.
I did see that.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
that life, I'm with it.
Is it
With
3D?
Yeah.
No, 2D.
No, it's
No,
2D.
2D.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Dude.
oh, okay.
I'm on it.
Courage, man.
Yep.
Courage.
Uh-huh.
God.
We
I
were
think
missing
we went
some
from
courage.
Uncharted.
Oh
to this.
man,
Yeah.
so dark.
Well,
went
I
all the
mean,
way.
yeah,
Anyway, look,
So
that's
dark.
all I
wanna
want
say.
Uncharted because I grew up with Indiana Jones.
Well,
I
you
grew
know,
up with
I-
a Rocketeer,
right.
and this is the best.
All
form
I
of that
want,
now.
if they're gonna make these Uncharted movies, I want them to just go ahead and do a Tomb Raider crossover, and let's just get it out of the way.
Dude
let's
Raider
get
meets
Nathan.
Tomb Raider.
Let's get it out of the way.
Right.
You know, like we all wanted. Let's just
Did
ship
you
them.
guys watch the newest Tomb Raider?
No, I
The
haven't
one,
watched it
the
yet.
one that's based on the newer games.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it
just
actually looks pretty
Laura
good.
Croft's
yeah.
Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she doesn't get stabbed in the neck so often, like when I
God,
played
it
those
happened over and over and
Why?
over. And they kind of because I was playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
and they reused a lot of those animations. You know, I'm just like, okay, yeah, she's still getting fucked up. You know, like poor girl.
Whoa,
Just 'cause
man.
he didn't hold
It's
left
so
hard enough.
brutal.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
It
and
gets
there's
Last
so
of Us
many
2
ways.
brutal.
Yes.
Like just in those
No
moments
shit.
where she dies.
But it's
yeah.
only her that
Yeah.
suffers.
It's
that
only
way.
fucking
Even though,
her,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, they make it up because Lara Croft is just a murderer now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's just cold blooded. You know, sniping people.
Cold blood.
Cold blooded.
Yeah,
So-
you wrap this up real quick because we're already an
Last
hour and a
news.
half in
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
What
DC
happened at the DC
And we
fandom?
gained a viewer. I don't even know.
Hey,
Hello,
Speed
viewer.
Force Punch.
Oh, Speed. Hey, Speed's a bro, man.
Hey.
Speed's great.
It's,
Welcome
Speed.
to the
It's nice to
dumpster
have
fire.
another punch in the
Go
family.
Speed
Hello.
Racer.
the
Go
Punch
Speed
family.
Racer.
Yeah.
It's the punch family, dog.
yeah,
The Punch family.
Yes.
Speed
Welcome.
Force Punch is our
This is my daddy
support
Hawaiian
from
punch.
over the pond.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Hell
he's-
yeah.
He's rad.
Oh,
Speed's
God.
also a big Flash guy, so Speed, before I
Oh,
really
that's
funny.
dive into this, did you watch the Flash trailer yet, like I told you to? Because you were all skeptical, and I was like, it's rad. Did you
Did
guys
y'all
watch the
did
Flash
y'all
trailer?
watch the
gonna
last
say
death
yes.
battle? Hey Neil, did you watch the last death battle?
Death
The
Battle?
death battle. Yeah, it was
know what
it's Reverse
oh.
Flash versus Goku Black.
Oh.
Oh, does Reverse
you
Flash
should-
That's
win?
cool.
Boy.
I don't know
He
much about
did.
Goku
He
Black.
said he looks a
But
lot better
Reverse
than he expected.
Flash.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Reverse
All right,
Flash
so-
is
It
like
looks
God
okay.
tier.
Look,
Looks
we'll
alright.
talk about the Flash. We'll talk about the Flash.
Yeah.
Did you guys Snyder cut?
What is
I
up
haven't-
with?
I haven't Snyder cut it
I
yet.
have Snyder cut.
I'm not.
Okay, that's fine. Just for groundwork.
Yeah,
Mm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
I still think Snyder Cut's worth a watch.
it's
That's my
better than the theatrical release,
Definitely.
but still.
I would go pee at 2
Yeah.
hours in, and then I
Yeah,
would watch
absolutely.
The
Right. 'cause
There-
it's like
there's
how
a lot
long?
of
It's
strong-
like 4
4
hours.
hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
But it is
Still-
segmented by chapters.
Did they still do the digital upper lip thing?
No.
No.
That's
No.
gone. Completely gone.
It looks a lot better, and tonally it's more consistent.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah, it's
so
really
so
good.
it is
It's
a
really
better
good.
movie,
I stand by that movie. It's long.
Yeah.
That's
How long is it? 3?
No, like 4.
Like 4 hours.
Straight
Yeah,
four.
that is why I have not watched that movie.
Yeah.
4
I'm just like,
Well,
I
they were
don't know
going
if I
to-
need it.
They were gonna split
going
it up.
to
Yeah.
split it up into like episodic, but like
Yeah.
and like it's structured that way. Like it'll be like
Oh yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
like okay this is I'm
Bathroom break time.
Yeah.
Get a snack.
Let me go
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Eyeball,
here
you
for
know.
a
I
while.
just feel like that
Anyway,
would have been
so
smarter.
the Flash movie rolling off that. Did you guys watch trailers? We watched trailers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks
Yeah, you
alright.
like that?
I
I
have
spy 2 flashes. I spy 2 berries.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The girl, Supergirl.
Oh.
Cool.
Supergirl.
Rad.
So I'm jamming because I guess
Isn't
Henry
Michael
Cavill's in
Keaton
limbo.
in this one?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton's in
because
this.
that is
That's old
that
Bruce
is
Wayne.
the 90s.
Yeah.
That is the Burton verse.
That's what that
great.
is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
because they're adapting Flashpoint essentially.
Kind of.
Kind of.
See,
Yeah,
see,
I
saying,
mean-
saying adapting Flashpoint is like a heavy statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in-game adapted the Infinity Gauntlet,
You're right.
That's
Yeah,
like-
I
yeah,
mean-
kind of.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm
Um,
saying is they're pulling elements from
Elements,
Flashpoint.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
A Barry potentially saves his mom, and that's what fucks up everything.
Right.
But it's rumored that our current Barry is pinned as the villain, and it's other Barrys going through this fucked up timeline trying to stop Barry from saving
him.
his mom.
Oh
I
no!
Wow.
Because him saving his mom fucks up everything.
Right.
Right.
But this apparently is rumored to bring in Michael Keaton's Batman as a multiversal, like Nick Fury role.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm
so
with
you
it.
kind of have older Bruce Wayne, Batman Beyond style.
That's what I was gonna
kinda
say,
thing,
dude.
yeah.
Batman Beyond.
So, but like,
You think he's gonna have that broke back with the metal spine
we
and
don't
shit?
Know. No, we don't
We
know.
don't
yet.
You
know
know,
yet.
he had a robot spine.
Right?
That's the rumor. I don't know if we'll actually get a Batman Beyond like we all want.
We
Yeah,
should, but
but
we
if
probably
anything,
won't.
we'll
Probably
get Old Man Bruce in a control tower doing that role.
What if we
Yeah.
get a movie that has all the different Batmans in it, and you get fucking, Christian Bale, and you get
Maybe. I mean, Bale will never come back. I don't. You
No,
can't-
Bale
don't
will
think
never
Bale
come
won't
back.
come
I
back.
completely
Yeah,
agree with
Bale
that.
will
Yeah.
agree with that.
It's just funny in my head.
It is.
That's all. It's just.
All right. Black Adam.
Yeah.
Jamming.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Jam
Yeah,
is
it looks
good.
pretty good.
Did you guys watch Shazam?
Yes.
No.
Shazam is
Shazam
actually
is wonderful.
Shazam is really
Yeah,
good.
I really
Shazam
want to
is
watch
really
that one.
It's
Yeah.
solid.
Shazam is enough of a kid-friendly action.
Totally.
superhero
Yeah, it
movie.
looked like that.
But
yeah.
to where like, are you remember in Ghostbusters?
Uh-huh.
We're in the library. Librarian Ghost, right? And all of a sudden she's like, "Ah," and you're
Yeah.
like, what the? Like you're looking, you're like, what the fuck was that? And
Yeah.
then it goes back, right?
Ghostbusters is
So
scary,
there's-
but I
there's
couldn't
enough
not
of that,
watch
like,
it. Yeah.
fear
Yeah.
in Shazam to where you're like I don't know, like it freaked out Jude.
Yeah.
He looked at me
wow.
a couple times. He's like, "Am I allowed to watch this?" I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine. That's fine. He's like, okay.
Oh,
Fuck, yeah.
So
See, I have the opposite reaction with Iana. She's like,
I'll be
I'll be
brave."
brave.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she says.
Well, no, that's what he says, and then he'll be like,
Fuck this, I'm not brave. This shit's whack.
yeah. But Black
cool.
Adam, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, The
Looks
Rock's
good.
been trying to be Black Adam for years.
Oh,
I mean, he looks
I'm
great
here-
as
he
Black
looks
Adam. Dude,
great.
he looks
Yeah.
spot on.
I'm
Dude.
here for fucking Pierce Brosnan as goddamn Dr. Fate.
Let's
Fuck
go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yes.
Because also,
man.
again, Dr. Fate is such a legacy character
Yeah.
that, like, you can always have Pierce Brosnan do a voiceover if you want him to be the voice of Naboo, who's the spirit that
Right.
resides in the helmet. You put the helmet on, you become Dr. Fate.
Right.
Naboo
Okay.
takes you
Okay.
over. You are but a vessel
Yeah.
to be the master, to be a better fucking sorcerer than Goddamn Doctor Strange.
Right.
Right.
Essentially.
He's got his own multiversal layer. It's in a pocket dimension.
Bagamoto.
Sorry.
What
What else we
But
got?
yeah.
What else we got? All right, the Batman. How
The
do we
Batman.
Feel? How do we feel?
God, this is
Ed
the
Lord
thing out of
Central.
all of it that I was like, well, this is for me.
Yeah.
You know, I love this.
That car.
Angry.
That car looks great.
Ooh.
That car.
Fuck,
car
dude.
looks great.
You know, it's rumored that his bat signal or his bat symbol on his chest is made out of the pistol that killed his parents.
Oh,
look at it, it looks like a
Oh,
wow.
that's interesting.
How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Because someone else adapted that, like that he took parts and like melted it down to like bulletproof vests. Or
That's
something,
awesome.
put it in the suit, like in some iteration.
So
of
do,
one of the
do we
comics.
know what this is based on? Is there any like indication?
I don't know.
Yeah,
because
see, I
like, 'cause,
haven't
like,
really-
you have the Riddler kind of doing like what is it? Like a Zodiac thing.
Yeah,
I've heard.
kind of.
I've
yeah.
heard kind of a year one.
Yeah,
Kind of
a
pulling,
Okay,
pulling things
okay.
from year one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, but it's so
Andy
much darker
Serkis-
than year
Andy
one, though,
Serkis is
man.
Alfred. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
What- dude,
Yes.
I mean,
Andy
yeah.
Serkis is always amazing. I don't give
Yes.
a shit what that man
Right.
does.
Exactly.
I'm also super
Facts.
surprised by how good his South African accent is in the Marvel movies. Like it's
I was so sad
What
to see
the
Claw
fuck?
die.
I know.
yeah,
right?
I know, dude.
wanted more Claw.
Because he's
Yeah.
so awesome. Yeah,
So good.
Yeah.
Like I just love a good bastard.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
such a
A
good
good
bastard,
bastard
too.
is so
Yeah,
entertaining
but
to
but
watch.
then again, Andy Serkis can also be your best fucking friend.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like him
And he was
in
kind of
in the Prestige.
Like
You know?
chummy
Yeah.
as a
Yeah,
bastard.
he's chummy. He's a chummy bastard. That's
He's a
exactly what
chummy
it
bastard.
is.
Chummy bastard.
He's-
You know what I mean? But then how about that fucking penguin?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What? Who's that?
Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Mhm.
Colin Farrell.
I
the
was
Penguin,
surprised
yes.
by that shit.
I got you.
Very surprised. Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, you didn't. You're about to have your fucking face broken.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of the Penguin, did you guys see the trailer for Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League?
No,
that they
I haven't seen
premiered?
that.
Oh, I have.
Oh, the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It looks
The-
great.
At the end, when they're just shocking the Penguin, oh look, he's running. He's like laying on the ground. Hey, he's still running. We'll shock him again.
But then like King Shark gets real excited. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's still getting away. And man was like, all right, I'll do it again.
Maybe we should kill him. Man, fuck it up.
For real. I have a lot of hope for that game.
I, do
I
too.
hope it's good.
Yeah.
I have more hope for that game than I do the Arkham Knights one.
Right.
And this is
Oh,
coming from someone
yeah.
who doesn't really jam on Arkham. Like I don't care about the Batman. I don't care about Gotham City.
Yeah.
There's much cooler
Yeah.
things in Gotham City that are not Bat Kids.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
Joker.
I still don't understand why
Agreed.
we don't have like a good Green Lantern thing. You know what I mean? Like we should have.
Well,
That'd be
hey,
hard.
You know, well,
I know,
they're
but-
still,
Yeah,
they're still
because
working
those
on a
powers are
Oh, cool.
show. They're still
ungodly.
working on a show.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, how do you do
You could do anything.
That's the
anything.
thing, but like,
Yeah.
do anything, Phil.
Well, I'll make a Sura's Wrath.
Phil,
That's what
do
I'll do.
anything.
Oh, so just all QTEs.
Yeah.
It's all
Nothing
right.
but QTEs.
Yeah. You know, it's just-
Increasingly more difficult, thumb-numbing QTs.
There you go.
That's
But
exactly.
also, like,
Yeah.
if you're a space cop and your sector, the city you're supposed to be watching is a sector of planets, how do you do that?
Mass
How do you do that?
Effect meets
Meets No Man's Sky. Like you just,
Yeah, but like,
Well,
I don't,
or,
I don't
um,
wanna,
I'm gonna elevator
Or
pitch
Me-
this movie to death.
Megaton
okay? So you
Rainfall,
there you go,
kinda like
Megaton
that.
Rainfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
That
fly
was
from
cool.
planet to planet. Yeah.
It all
but,
needs
like,
to
I
be
wanna
VR.
do
That's
it.
what
I
I'm
wanna
gonna say.
do it.
That's
I don't
it.
want to see it done.
That
I
would
wanna
work.
do it.
Right.
I want to be like,
the rain,
legitimately
you know.
Green
No
Lantern
Man's Sky
VR.
style. I want to
Yeah.
through the atmosphere and go to the. I
Megaton
don't wanna-
Rainfall.
Absolutely.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, Green Lantern VR.
Yeah, Green
You
Lantern
know,
VR might
you
be
have
amazing.
your your
Well,
lantern, you put your ring in it.
Yeah.
You know.
The problem
Oh,
is the
yeah,
license.
You gotta
You know,
do that.
you're right.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
love
like
it.
what they did with Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
Man,
Man's like-
Iron Man could have been great, and
That's
it's
what I'm
just
saying.
okay.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
I don't
the
think it's
license
shit.
is too big. It's just the license.
Yeah,
man. That's the problem.
But hey, at least hovering's dope.
Huh? It is.
True.
That shit's dope.
Facts.
Yeah. Being able to do like this and go forward is like, okay, well, you at least got that shit right.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm. Here
I don't
for-
care
I'm
that I
here-
don't have
I'm here for
legs.
Peacemaker.
No legs.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Peacemaker
I'm here for
looks,
it.
Yeah,
looks
Peacemaker
good.
looks awesome.
Looks
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, we knew about that one for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see John Cena getting some work.
Really, man?
Apparently the
This
Peacemaker
character fits
show
him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will be somehow touching on all of the other DC properties that haven't really been roped into like the DCEU. Like
Yeah.
it is the
Mm.
weirdly bridging thing somehow.
So is
somehow even beyond fucking Flash shit, do multiversal stuff point blank.
Hell yeah.
Somehow this is touching on.
they
like,
need to bring
well,
in
can you
League
believe
of
what happened over here in
Extraordinary
Gotham
Gentlemen.
City? But not in that sense. But like, I think because they're government agents, so it's just like, can you believe the fucking Harley Quinn killed Black Mask? Are you
Oh
fucking kidding me?
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
believe
Like the
that.
way
I
Gotham
fucking
kind of
hated
does that,
guy.
where they kind of talk about the other shit that's going on.
Stuff
Kind
that's
of,
kind
but
of
stuff that's already
happening
happened
off
for the
screen.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Just
That's
kind of
cool.
like
Something.
it's kind of like how Marvel does. You remember what happened in New York, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
kinda-
Right.
it's
You know, the
that-
Sokovia Accords, blah
yeah,
blah blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just
Uh-huh.
kind of,
to also
name
kind of
drop
double
shit.
down quick on James Gunn. He did announce he is working on a now unannounced additional project for DC.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Whatever the
He
fuck
announced
it
an
is.
unannounced project.
Right.
Yeah,
there we go.
Awesome.
Well, it was previously unannounced.
Oh, but now it's announced, but we still don't know what it
we're
is.
not
Know what it
announcing
is.
it.
So it's
right.
But it's more DC from James Gunn, so who's gonna get mad?
That's the ultimate fake out,
You
though.
know?
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but
I
no,
won't.
I love
doing the
what
thing.
James Gunn's doing. He's
Yeah,
doing a fucking
absolutely.
amazing
Oh,
job.
absolutely.
Yeah. Suicide
Yeah, bring it
Squad
on.
was so fun to watch.
Was there? Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything else on fandom? Oh, the
Linda
hope-
Carter's gonna come back for
yeah,
Wonder Woman 3. Which
Wonder
I think
Woman
is rad.
3. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Linda
Yeah.
Carter's coming back.
Nice.
It'll
Um,
be 90s Wonder Woman. Apparently, Patty Jenkins has this whole thing about how she wants to make Wonder Woman into modern society. You know what I mean? Instead of being like this weird outsider who like works at
Yeah.
a museum or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine.
Catwoman
again, as we talked
Hunted. I hope it is good, but it looks like shit.
the anime thing.
Like yeah. The Amerime.
Yeah.
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 So
That's fine. Apparently, it's very
I-
Lupin the
I
Third.
saw that, I
I-
saw
look.
that look. I saw that look. You're like
What?
a merriman.
What?
Yeah,
It's fucking Amerime.
You know, it is what it is. Dude. I'm over here just like, I haven't watched like any of those Wonder Woman movies. I've always intended to.
The first
Never
one's good.
did it.
Yeah, first one's
And
really good.
then this whole Catwoman.
I do
thing
think
just
it's
breaks
funny
my
how
heart.
every time.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman,
I don't like it.
like
Wait,
he
what?
tells her
I'm
something
not a
that's
fan.
going on in the first Wonder Woman. He tells her something that's going on, and she's like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna do something
Yeah,
else.
I don't know. DC Titans and Doom Patrol
Yeah.
got announced for season 4.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Doom Patrol.
Please,
Yes.
please watch Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
Please,
I
everyone.
Need
I
to.
want to watch.
Need to
season
get on
two.
that. I fell off of Titans,
Yeah, we haven't watched the new season yet.
but
it's-
I do need to get on Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom
Yeah.
Patrol's so good. So good. Anyway, should we talk about the
The main topic.
matter at hand?
All right.
Dune.
So we doing
Dune.
non-spoilers for now, and then
I-
going into
I
spoilers, or we
raised
just
my
saying
son
Man.
to be Paul Atreides.
Dude, fucking seriously, man. Okay, so
Please
real
watch
quick,
Hodorowski's Dune.
you're right, and I was saying you should check it out. It's not essential to this at all. It's just a very interesting side note that there was a Dune movie that never came out in the 70s, right?
No, yeah.
But what he's
Because
talking
Dune
about
was written in what,
Do you have-
65?
65.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
the documentary?
Yeah.
Do I have what?
Do you have a copy of the documentary?
Yeah,
I
do.
have
Yeah.
a Blu-ray, but it's at a buddy's house. I will gladly give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
think you put it up on the drive. Yeah.
I did.
So,
yeah.
anyway,
Make sure to broadcast on
It's
pirated movies.
Hodorowski's Dune. So if you guys,
I mean, we could have just left it
Yeah,
at
I
that
don't-
and
I
moved
don't
past
care,
it, but I mean,
yeah,
But yes,
Yeah.
Hodorowski's doing the thing he's talking about is he wanted his son to be Paul Atreides. Okay, Brontis Hodorowski.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And he fucking made
Who
this
cameoed
dude.
in one of the newest Harry Potter movies, by the way.
Yeah.
He's also. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was-
that's
he
so
was,
weird. Is it Fantastic Beasts or is it?
Yeah,
in,
it was Fantastic
Y-
Beasts.
Yeah,
He
that's
was-
right. So fucking
Who the fuck
weird,
was he?
man.
The guy who like makes the Sorcerer's Stone or the Alchemist Stone
Yeah,
or whatever.
I don't know the
I
name.
don't remember.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But-
Regardless.
But
doesn't matter.
when he got the go ahead to start making the movie, and I think his son was like 14, maybe something
younger,
like
maybe
that.
10.
Maybe even 10. He put this kid through like a brutal jujitsu instructor's class that basically went in there and had him like get thrown around and break his fist
did
every
he
day.
put his hands in a box?
Oh yeah, only
put his
pain.
hand-
No, but he totally told his son like I'm going to train you the same way Paul Atreides was trained, and
Right.
you will be this role. You will become this guy.
yeah.
Oh,
And he
wow.
made him learn philosophy that like was lined up with the Dune philosophy, and he made him do all this shit.
That's
and then the
crazy.
movie didn't get made, and he really was like, I don't know why I did that to my son.
Yeah,
like,
for
I don't
real.
even know.
Well, I mean, what ended up happening to that
Yeah.
poor boy?
Oh, he made other movies.
Okay, good.
He's
All right,
good.
so he's
Yeah,
fine.
fine.
All right,
Yeah,
he's
they-
fine.
they like
And he
it.
got
I'm just a badass
some
now.
kick-ass training.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
for real.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But that's a really weird thing that he did because he
Yeah.
went fucking all in on this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like he had.
That's
he had
how I like to
everyone before
imagine
everyone.
Keanu Reeves was raised.
Oh yeah, just beat into submission. Yeah.
No, but like Hodorowski had everyone before everyone had everyone. Like he had H. R.
Right.
Geiger. He had,
He
like,
had
all,
got-
he had
yeah.
all the people.
All the people.
Yeah,
what's
as
his
a
name?
team.
Bob Foss.
And a lot of
Bob-
a
dude.
lot of the stuff that they did split off to these other movies
to
like
make Alien, to make
Alien,
right, because
yeah.
he had the production designer from Alien. He had the like he had
Yeah,
all these
Geiger.
fucking people
Like
before
the
they made
weird-
their
So why did the movie not
masterpieces.
happen?
Too much money.
Too much,
Really?
way too
Salvador
much money.
Dali wanted to be the most, the highest paid actor in all of Hollywood. He wanted to
Right.
be paid $100,000 a minute or so, like some shit like
And
that.
he was going to be what? The
So-
He was gonna be the
emperor?
Baron.
He's going to be
No,
the
no,
He's
no,
gonna-
Baron.
no,
he's gonna be
the
Baron.
emperor.
He's gonna be.
Dolly was gonna be. The
Oh, he
emperor.
was going to be
was
the
gonna
emperor.
be the
Yeah, that's
emperor.
right.
That's
That's
right,
right. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he had crazy outfits and everything, and he had all this stuff. And Mobius, who helped him write this is Hodorowski's Dune. This
Heard.
is what it turned
For
into.
lack of a better.
Yeah.
It turned into these two books right here. There's
Yeah.
also
I've
other
heard about
side
it
ones.
being
These are the
Meta
two main
Baron.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what it became. So there is a giant book that only like 4 fucking copies exist of the original what Hodorowski wanted
Like
as
the
a movie.
storyboards as a
And it's
book.
every fucking scene, every line of dialogue, details on everybody's outfits, details on sets, details on all this stuff, concept art,
Fish-ass
all
looking
this shit.
ships.
It's a fucking book that's like this goddamn thick.
Yeah,
it's
it's
thousands
huge.
of pages.
Wow.
And he gave it out to every major studio. And what's the studio that made the David Lynch Dune?
Oh, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
But they're the ones that were greenlighting Hodorowski's Dune.
Yeah.
So they still have this book. And people have been pulling from Hodorowski's Dune for years.
For a long
Wow.
time.
For
years,
fucking years, you know. It's weird because Dune became the Incal. The Incal is technically what Fifth Element is based on.
Yeah.
Heard that.
You know, so it's been this constant recycling of this one movie that was supposed to rival. I mean, it would have been bigger than Star Wars. It would have been the first movie that was Star Wars.
Well, you wouldn't have Star Wars without Dune.
Well, yeah,
True.
you would
Yeah.
not. No,
Yeah.
no, man, he borrowed
Actually,
a lot
yeah,
from it. Yeah,
Kevin Smith penned the question if, like, you know, because like George Lucas ended up giving like away all.
Oh, he
Star Wars
said that.
money.
He
Yeah.
said that like Star Wars was heavily based on Dune.
Yeah, but like,
yes,
Yeah.
like I think like Lucas owes the Herbert estate like a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
'Cause
How
he
much
took-
it's based on.
took them
It's not-
concepts,
it's not
dude.
Like,
He did.
man.
hey, I'm gonna make
hey.
an action movie and put the line "Yippee Ki Yay" in it because I love Die Hard when I was younger.
Yeah,
like it's like way
yeah.
more than
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
way more than. We got to a certain point in the new one, and me and him thought the exact same thing, which is fuck a Sarlacc pit.
Fuck a
Oh,
Sarlacc
yeah.
pit.
And I know
yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
know. I know y'all know. Yeah,
Absolutely.
We were like, fuck that Sarlacc pit. This is way
Yeah,
cooler.
this is
Right?
way- yeah.
I was kind of happy to see they took Anakin back.
Yeah. Oh man. So there's this Dune. Then
Yeah.
there's David Lynch's Dune.
Yes.
Which we've
Weird.
seen. It's a
got
weird
some
movie.
parts.
The aesthetic of the film is
Yeah.
pretty great. You know, they got a lot of things right. I love the way the Bene Gesserit witch looks, like the bald head with the weird crest thing around her head and
Top tier
shit.
traveler, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
seriously,
exactly.
there's the the Harkonnen estate, like all the really Geiger looking shit, which again was
Eyebrows.
pulled right from the
Oh,
right
yeah.
the eyebrows, his
good.
pustules, right,
I
all of
mean,
that shit's iconic,
Stings
right?
in it.
Stings in it,
but he-
what's
That
up?
cod piece.
Yeah, yeah,
He was
but
a ridiculous character.
that's a boring movie.
The Baron was
boring.
just ridiculous. He was hard to take seriously.
Yeah.
He's just the
His-
whole
his
the whole time
movements-
he's on scene. You're just like,
His
ugh.
floats are
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he's like got that Shakespearean acting kind of.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 At its heart, though, the whole story is very Shakespearean because
It is?
right.
because it is a battle of houses. It literally
Right.
it's a Game of Thrones.
It is
Yeah.
a Game of Thrones in space.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. it is, you know, yeah.
But this new one, directed by Denis Villeneuve,
Denis Villeneuve.
you know,
Who's already established himself as a fucking amazing science fiction director. Like
Oh, yeah.
The Arrival. I know you have some problems with Blade Runner.
Thank you for remembering.
I know you
Yeah.
have some problems with Blade Runner. I still don't understand these problems, but that's okay. Maybe we'll
we
address
listen
them
to
some
what
other
you
time.
say, man. We remember.
But if anything, you can at least agree that Denis Villeneuve has a very solid understanding of
Yeah,
what
sure.
sci-fi really is.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yes.
it's not just the overall like they're in space.
Right.
No, he gets sci-fi. He understands what makes sci-fi cool.
Yeah.
Like technology that you go like, I don't know, maybe. Like sure. And the whole time he presents that forefront in this fucking movie.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like not in like a look at this. Just like, this is how it is.
This is how it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like just the cinematography, just the visuals in this
dude, his
movie is
blocking
are very
is-
arresting. You know, like any time that you get like you pull out from the characters and you get like landscapes
Wide-angle
or just
shot. Ooh,
wide angle
absolutely
shots and stuff like that. It's
gorgeous.
just like
There are times
I
where
didn't know sand could be this
Like, I guess,
beautiful.
Yes, yes.
First off,
Yeah.
first and foremost, if you guys are going to watch this film at home with your HBO Max subscription,
Right,
that's
'cause
fine.
you can.
By all means,
This
please
does.
go see it in
It's
theaters.
something that
But,
really
yeah, I'm about
would
to say,
shine in
But
theaters.
if you are going to
It
watch it at home,
definitely would.
please watch it on the biggest screen possible. That you can.
Absolutely.
Biggest
with a
screen-
stereo.
If that
With
makes
a
you
stereo
good,
cranked all the way up, or
because
headphones
that sound
on.
design
Ooh,
is
yeah.
fantastic.
Oh God,
Right.
it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's really
Which,
good.
hey, I gotta make a quick comment here, okay? Because I mean, we're Nolan fans. We've talked about Nolan a lot, right? But Hans Zimmer and Nolan have always been kind of married
Dude,
with
that
each other
score,
in this way,
that
right?
score,
The score
is
for this
remarkable.
is fucking
It's
remarkable.
really
Not only
good.
that though, but you can also clearly hear what everybody's saying.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I had
There-
a little trouble hearing the mom in the beginning of the movie.
Okay, I can hear.
That was it.
I can
That
see
was
that.
it.
But other than that,
that's our TV
everybody's-
in our bedroom setup. We
Right.
watch in the bedroom.
Right.
But in general, the dialogue is clear and the
Yes.
soundtrack is booming at the same time. Something
Yes.
Christopher Nolan can't seem to achieve.
No.
Right.
Right? Because I mean,
Right.
watching Tenet, half of the time you're just hearing that dun 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 going
Exactly.
on, and you
Yeah.
can't hear
What
shit
are
they're
they
saying.
saying?
What the fuck are they talking
Exactly.
about?
Why
You
aren't
know?
there subtitles?
Yeah.
You know,
This- that
there,
was-
there
that
aren't
was
a
not
lot
really
of
an issue with
movies
this.
where like I'll actually just like listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Again
Yeah.
and again. Like very very few. I think Into the Spider-Verse might be the last one that I was just like, okay, the soundtrack's banging.
Right.
But I would definitely rock like the Dune
The Dune.
2021
Oh, yeah,
soundtrack.
absolutely.
It's so good.
It's
So good.
fucking great, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
truly.
A breath of fresh air was the amount of subtitles in this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
here for everyone speaking a different language.
Absolutely.
100%.
So here. Side note, for an example, just hear me out. I don't want to subvert us again.
Well,
I finally got around to watching Black Widow,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
which I think I
I'm
like
sorry.
more than anyone else here. But I'm not going to talk
You
about
probably
it.
did.
For
I was
reasons.
having a great time.
It's fine. But hear me out. How much
Brought the
more-
room down.
I'm
Wait, hear me out,
serious.
hear me
Why
out,
would you
hear me
do
out,
this?
hear me out.
Candyman.
How much more relieving would that be if everyone in that movie actually spoke Russian?
Oh, yeah, it would have
Oh
been
my
better.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
That would've
Hopper.
been a
I
nice
would have
little
enjoyed it.
bit
Instead
of
of making
world
really
Yeah,
bad Russian accents.
except for Hopper.
Yes.
Also, Hopper's USSR jokes are the best fucking things. He's like,
That-
well,
that's-
they say there was a party, but it's not very much party.
That shit's good. That shit's good.
That is
Yeah,
solid.
I'll
That is
agree
Or
with
his
that.
lies about Captain America.
love him.
So,
Anyway,
guys,
sorry.
I gotta
All
say
good.
something here before we get too deep into it. We have a new format.
Oh yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
So why don't we try to address this in our new format? Okay.
All right.
Oh,
so
really?
overall review. Do we need to?
Segmented?
We don't need to call spoilers right now, right?
I actually kind of think that it would be better because there's so much going on with this movie
Right.
that we let you guys watch the movie and figure out what's going
Well,
on. Let's
is-
talk about
Is it really? Is there anything really spoilery in the movie?
If you haven't
I mean,
seen
if you haven't
Dune,
seen
so-
original
it
Dune,
is
if
a
you don't know
very new-
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a. I mean, it literally just came out a few days ago.
Right.
Well, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
you
aware.
want to give a
saying-
quick rundown, just an easy, no spoilers,
I
kind
would
of quick
just-
rundown of
yeah.
what's going on.
I mean,
There's
go
a planet-
for it. I'm just like,
Well,
Okay.
I would just say like, hey, just overall.
there's no real
thoughts, guys.
resolution.
Good?
So
yeah.
I mean, good,
Yeah,
bad,
yes.
good. Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
very good.
Should they watch it? Should we go ahead and ask Tandy?
We asked Andy at the end.
We asked Tandy at the end.
We asked
okay.
Tandy at the
Well,
end.
overall, good stuff.
Good
Guys,
stuff.
go
Great.
watch
It's a
it.
great
dude.
film.
Right?
You
It's
go
great.
see it on HBO Max or
it'll
at
be
theaters.
the fastest 2.5 hours.
And
of your
it's
life.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
Now,
so
now
so
going
from
forward,
here on out,
spoilers.
spoilers. So if you stay past
Right.
this point, that's on you, bro.
I don't
So-
think it'll ruin anything.
I don't
though.
think
like,
it will.
Seriously, like
It's
the,
such
a-
it's
it's-
such a it's such an experience.
It's a
Right.
piece, dude.
You know,
It is
exactly.
a-
It's kind of
Even
like
that-
it's kind of
even
like
that-
Gravity, right? Like the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
Gravity.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't feel like you can really spoil Gravity
can't.
because
You
it's a
can't.
matter of just
You're witnessing it.
experiencing it for yourself.
Right.
Exactly, right?
But
Yeah,
this is
man.
also, as it very much says in the opening fucking shot, it says
Part
Dune.
one.
It says
Part one.
Part
and
one.
the worst
Yeah.
part about that
There's no
is part
climax.
2 has not been greenlit.
I
So
think
they're
it will, though. It
No,
already
well,
hit
I
100
think that it
million
will.
They've
overseas.
actually.
I think that it will
They've
as well.
already actually filmed a good bit of
Yeah,
part two.
but it has not been greenlit. They're
True.
waiting to see how this movie is.
It's
actually
gonna do
gonna
good.
see.
It's gonna do good, dude.
It's got
how
to.
good
It's got to.
going.
It's got
This is
to.
too awesome.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right.
There are
But
deleted
as it
scenes.
stands,
Yeah.
Because there is a deleted scene of Gurney playing that weird fucking instrument that apparently he's great at playing.
Oh,
Because
awesome.
They
Oh,
made it.
what?
And he just couldn't. Denny said he just couldn't fit it in right the way he wanted.
Dude,
to.
I'm buying this day one
So
when it
I'm
comes out
just-
on disc.
Right.
That's,
I'm just letting you know. I
unquestionable.
mean, I don't know if these numbers are really all that good, but 17.5 million opening day,
It's a
39.1
big
million for the weekend.
Yeah, it's a big
Like,
deal.
I mean,
it's
that's-
just
that's not bad.
interesting.
It's
just
not
interesting.
100 million, but
when
still.
it
Right,
hits
exactly.
40,
It's just
it will
interesting.
Be right up there with everything else that opened this week.
Well,
in the
they-
past time frame.
They
ever.
already said this is the biggest day and date Simo day and date release. This is the one that's made the most money since they've started doing that.
And I
Since
bet
they've-
it's had
yeah.
had the most positive
And
out
it's
of
the
these
highest
too.
gross, and
Because
it's
like
already the highest grossing Denis Villeneuve.
well, but
film.
hold on a second.
Or
Let's
at
think about
least
these
as far
other
as, like, opening
What are
weekends
these
go.
other day and date HBO films? We had Godzilla,
Yeah,
right, which was fine.
Godzilla fights a
also
monkey.
remember-
Right, Godzilla fights a
Mortal
monkey was,
Kombat.
was
Yeah,
fine. Mortal Kombat, which was
Kombat.
Yeah.
you know like
but both
you know.
released in the height of the worst segments of the pandemic.
right,
True.
right
So
when people
no
were
one's
gonna watch that shit.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Right.
like no one's leaving the house.
Right,
Right.
yeah,
People are gonna leave the house for this. That
Yeah.
means opening weekend at the box office, we're hitting 40 million. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
In the
absolutely.
U.S. alone, when it's already hit like over 100 million overseas in
Yeah.
the past like 3 weeks.
I think we're.
I think we're
we're
good.
Getting,
I think we're
good.
good.
I think we're getting.
I'm not
a part
saying
two.
we're gonna get Children of fucking Dune, but we're gonna get part 2.
Yeah.
We'll get part 2.
Well,
I'll
this
wait.
is
Well,
this
we
is
have
only
to at
this
this
is only
point.
about a third halfway through the first book.
Right.
Through Dune, right?
It's really just the
Yeah.
setup for all the big stuff
Right.
that happens
Well, does he
later
want
in the
it to
book.
only be 2
Right.
parts, or is it gonna be 3 parts?
It's supposedly only 2.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
2.
Good.
And then
That's-
later
that's-
we
I'll take
might
a third
get-
one. I would gladly take a third one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we might get
But-
Children and God Emperor. We might
Right.
get
Yeah.
those later Dune
I
books,
didn't realize
which would
how
be great.
weird that
Yeah.
shit got.
While
Yeah.
while I still think this is a good movie, I do think that is the weakest aspect of this movie.
That
as
it's a
well,
part 1.
That it is a part 1.
But that's
Right.
it though.
But that's it. But that's
Yeah.
really
Well,
the
well,
only
the-
negative that I can really
the
say about
issue-
it.
the
But I'd
issue
rather
with-
have it be just a part 1 and be the setup, so that the second part actually has some room to breathe, and we can just hit the ground running since we already know who the major players are that are involved.
I think the
So I'd
main
kinda rather have
issue
that.
with that is that a lot of people were not privy to that information going into it.
Yeah,
Right,
because-
like,
because
if you
nowhere-
know that-
like nowhere on any of the ads is like part 1.
Right.
Right,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel
So
like
if
I
you-
feel like
if
I've
you're
known
not
about this a
aware-
year ago.
Yeah,
though.
but you care about this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different
Like,
thing.
yeah.
And so
It's
there are a lot of
different
people who are really expecting it to be like, Dune, like the entirety of the story.
Right.
And then it ends on that cliffhanger. Of course, it does say part 1
It
up
does.
front, and it's like, oh, well, is this going to be like Tarantino-esque, where it's going to be like, here's part 1,
Sure,
and then
sure.
part
Oh,
2 will
that's a good
happen
point.
later
Do it in
on in the
chapters,
movie. Exactly, right? But then it's like, no, man. You got to...
No, this
You
is
gotta
just
wait.
The, this
Not
is just
only-
the setup. We're
yeah.
just telling you who these Atreides motherfuckers are.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
you know,
exactly.
like,
So you get
we're
to the
just
end of it, and
setting
it's
up
like-
the universe.
Like, man, I would sit here for another hour and a half, man. Just
Absolutely.
give me...
Which by the way, just I'm just gonna do a super quick rundown. There's a planet called Arrakis. Arrakis has this stuff called spice on it. It is a
Hallucinogen.
And it is
hallucinogenic
spicy.
drug,
Yes.
and that hallucinogen makes a forced evolution happen.
Right.
The people who exist on the planet of Arrakis, which are called the Fremen,
Yeah.
they experience the
They just live in it.
they live in
They
it.
live
so
in
just
they've,
live
they've
in the spice.
encountered this
Yeah.
evolution for a long time, but this
And
can
without
do
spice,
everything.
You cannot travel through space.
Right, because what I'm seeming to understand about spice is that it's something like a quantum realm that you're able to dip into, so you're able to
Right.
understand the best possible maneuver. This also
It makes-
has
yeah.
it makes people live longer.
Yes.
It makes hyper light travel possible.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
which
the
is-
quantum
yeah.
space
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
right? Okay, so there are these group of people called the Harkonnens. Actually, that's how I'm so
Harkonnens.
used to calling them Harkonnen from
Harkonnen.
the old one, right? It's Harkonnen,
Harkonnen.
which I totally trust this new translation better.
Right.
So, but yes, the Harkonnen are kind of like brutal, bad guy, human-esque things that have been
Very like totalitarian.
very
Right.
totalitarian.
Imagine-
Look,
They've
they're
been
space orcs.
Yes,
Okay,
space orcs.
and they've
Absolutely.
been suppressing the
Led
Fremen
by No
for
Neck.
years. Yeah, led by No Neck. Yeah.
Yes.
Who's looking very bumpy on this one.
know,
You see his
yeah.
voice, very
Very
bumpy.
rigid.
But he,
It's stress.
so
It's
the
stress.
the
Just like
Harkonnens,
Big Ed, you know what I mean?
yeah, just like Big Ed, really. Yeah. So the Harkonnens have the production of spice down on Arrakis, and they basically sell it for the Empire, or process it for the Empire. That then
Right.
gets shipped off the world, right? And then everybody uses it for whatever they use it for.
Well, apparently, the rich are also like they really like getting their bumps of spice.
Yeah.
For the parties. But that's the thing. I think the crucial thing
a
here
little
is
toot now.
that they didn't really explain at all was that like without spice you don't have interplanetary travel.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They
That's
they
like-
explained
travel.
it.
They
explained
very
it.
well
No,
explain
right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
But like without interplanetary travel though, the emperor doesn't have rule.
Right.
Right.
Because you
So
can't
this is
skip
all
things,
the
you can't
crux.
skip-
Right. The empire
everything.
runs on
And it is-
fucking
yeah,
And
spice.
this is
Yeah.
the
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
the only planet in the known universe
that produces
that
spice.
comes
you
from.
can,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That you can get. This
So those
one
who have
resource.
control over the production of spice have control over the economy of the entire system.
Yeah,
Right.
they essentially have a hell of a lot of hell of power
And
in the empire.
The situation is that the Harkonnens are decreasing in favor with the Empire, so they are being replaced by House Atreides to come in, take over the spice manufacture for the Empire. But the Empire has seemed to set them up for failure.
True.
Right.
Right, And that's basically what's going on in Dune.
Yeah, and
That's-
there's a
but, like,
Atreides
it's-
boy named Paul
Right.
is the chosen
The
one.
Atreides are the idealist
AKA
imperialists.
Anakin.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Anakin.
he's Anakin.
Totally. Yeah.
All the way Anakin.
Totally.
Yeah.
But that house is the White Knights. It is the
Yes.
Yeah.
idealist American.
Mike, man.
Sorry, it is the yeah. I thought it was closer. It is the they are the idealist like American old school of like walk softly, carry a big stick. We
Oh,
will
yeah.
never
Yeah.
turn down a call for help.
Right.
We are the Boy Scout of Boy Scouts
Right.
because that is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
Which
is
I
that
love.
house.
I love
Yeah.
Oscar
Which
Isaac.
means that someone's
So
gonna
good.
die.
Yeah, really. I know.
Yep, we got Ned
Uh-huh.
Stark. Here we go.
Golden
Right.
Boy gonna die.
Every time.
Acting across the board in this movie is great.
It's
I'm
yes,
even
seriously.
surprised with Jason Momoa, who I'm personally not even
Oh,
that big a
look.
fan of.
Man, he
Okay,
did-
just
fuck,
overall.
fuck
shit.
Jason Momoa.
But
Fuck him. Fuck him.
I thought he did a good
because
job.
I was talking to Mickey last night about this, man. Like
Is it because Aquaman?
it's because
Aquaman's a
he
good movie.
is
Fuck off.
he is amazingly talented. He is extraordinarily handsome.
Eh.
He has the best beard
We
that
know
I've
this is-
probably ever seen.
Right.
Eh.
You know what I'm saying? He is
Well,
like
Jared Butler kills
dude,
that beard.
dude, and he's so nice.
He's so fucking nice.
He's
He
such
is
a
nice.
fucking nice
and you
guy.
see him in commercials
He's
grilling
like-
meats, and
Bro,
you're like, man,
he's
this
like
guy.
such a cool dude.
Married to Lisa Bonet.
Dude,
Ah.
to Lisa Bonet,
Ah.
of all, like he's just
And he's
great.
still bro. And he's still
and
bros
I
with Lenny
hate him
Kravitz?
for it.
Really.
You know,
what?
like God,
Because
he's-
Lenny was like, I want to hate you, but
Oh, but Jason Momoa, he's shaved.
really
He's
good.
shaved.
Yeah, what?
Dude, I wonder how much they paid him. I wonder if he was just like, okay,
Oh man,
well,
what are you talking
'cause
about? He
this is gonna
grows
be a
that
new
back in
brand.
like a day.
Well,
Yeah,
dude, whatever. Hey, nobody's ever seen it.
Yeah,
so
really.
that becomes a brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
seriously,
He
like
was-
okay,
he
you want me
was-
to
He
shave
was
them
reasonably shaved in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
reasonably.
Okay.
Not
He
like
had a
this.
trim.
It was about the
This
same.
was
Well,
like
but he had all down
smooth.
here. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? He might have had it shaved up
Oh,
here.
you're
Right,
right,
he
all
was
down here, you know?
completely clean.
Yeah.
shaved. Like what? Like
What?
to the point that when I first saw him, I was just like,
Uh-huh.
who's that?
And Duncan
Momoa?
Idaho's a badass. in this.
Absolutely,
Dude.
absolutely
Yeah, boy.
charismatic.
I love the way he plays with Paul the whole time. You know,
Oh, yeah.
he has
Yeah.
that friendship. He's like, oh yeah, absolutely not.
Dude.
You're not
Uh-huh.
joining us.
Oh, yeah, and when the Fremen comes in and spits, and
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
like, oh well, thank you for gracing
motto,
us with
yeah.
your ways. Exactly. It's like you couldn't tell if it was
Because
a
he had
joke
been
or
in-
not.
well, no,
Right.
he had
You
been
know,
in.
it's
Uh-huh.
like, huh?
He had been in at that point. He had been in.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but for everybody else
But,
in
like,
the
he
room,
didn't-
it's
yeah,
like,
because
okay,
he
maybe he's trying to not get
'cause
this
you know that
person
motherfucker
killed.
Sounds like
or
he's trying to
maybe-
break the
got to tell
tension.
them.
He's like,
Exactly.
let me be
Yeah.
a little
but
awkward.
it's actually
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
You
yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
and so
Yeah.
like I thought that was really great. He was
Yeah.
great in this movie, man.
Well, so
He was
I
a
gotta
man.
I gotta say, how it look?
How it look?
How it looks
Oh
great.
God,
Beautiful.
it looked
wonderful.
good.
It looks so
It
good.
looked too
Yeah.
good.
Guys.
The whole what?
Ah.
Like the Baron, even the Baron's teleportation. Oh, not
Dude.
teleportation, but levitation.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh
he is
my God.
menacing, but he is not disgusting.
Right.
They really
Absolutely.
they
That's the
did.
thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's more like Vader.
Right.
You know,
even
like
when he's
maskless
eating,
maskless
even when
Vader.
he's eating, he doesn't seem disgusting. He just seems intimidating.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, it's the mob
He's
boss
like-
eating his meal, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right.
What's that fucked up scene from the Two Towers where that guy's like horribly eating that one? Like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Pippin singing
like-
the whole
it's like-
time.
it's like-
Yeah, the same thing with Walder Frey. The same thing with
Very Walder Frey
very
feeling.
Walder
Wow,
Frey.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Very Lord Valthree from Shadowbringers.
What is
Okay.
that? What
Those-
is that thematic then of like the intimidating
The
not
eating
nice
thing?
man
The,
and
Oh,
consuming.
well, I think that eating
wealth
is a
and power.
disregard for you.
Right,
That's the thing.
exactly. He was eating all of
bitch,
his
I'm in my
food.
dinner.
He was
Dude,
eating all of his
Yeah,
food.
well,
that's
He's
right.
like, you know,
This is not.
he's-
Nobody else was eating.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else eating.
I was
He's
in there.
literally-
He was like, who knows how to
he's
cook this shit?
literally
Right.
Cook it.
It's
You know?
a way to frame it to where you're literally consuming your adversary.
As
Right.
you're talking to him, you're
Essentially.
consuming.
But
them.
it, I
Exactly.
guess on that vein, would it not be like triple downing on his glutton for power?
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
100%.
And he's
He
super
embodies
jealous. Like, he
everything,
doesn't
you know what
want
I mean?
anyone to have anything that he doesn't have.
That's
So,
right.
Right.
Well, you got this
Because
food
what?
store?
Because what
Well,
they said the Harkonnens had Arrakis for 8 years,
Yeah.
and they make the
More
Lannisters
money.
look like us.
Yeah, they
Right.
they
You know
they
what I
had
mean?
they had more money than the
Sorry to
emperor
cross
himself.
Too many,
Right.
Yeah.
you know. But yeah,
More money than the emperor himself, just over the
Insane.
8 years that they produced spice.
enough
Yeah.
money to buy the Emperor's Guard to go fucking do bullshit with?
Essentially,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Fucking kidding me? Good God.
Yep, and then it's like you were saying about the way that the Atreides family is presented. They are everything's nice and clean
They're the White
and,
Knight.
and perfect
Yeah.
and
Right.
and you know they have that very like
and
military
everything's
look.
so wet.
Right, everything's all wet there. Yeah, so wet.
And then they got to
so
go to
wet.
this dry ass planet.
Yeah,
It's
really.
Like, man, I'll just dry it out.
Does somebody have some lotion? This is fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. I need some chapstick.
Especially because they refuse to actually like cover their faces in dust
Absolutely.
storms.
We gave you a mask. It's
Yeah,
hanging
it's
right
hanging
here.
right
It's like
here.
motherfuckers that I see out now. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, don't wear the mask
mask-
here.
uh-huh,
Put the
nose
mask
out.
on the face. You put it on the face.
Oh,
Jesus.
Like, why is your nose hanging
Is that like
out?
is that
Right.
like half of your job now? Is just to be like, hey man, put your mask on correctly? Is that?
I don't deal with them. They
You
don't
don't-
let me talk to the customers.
I bet. Yeah, I fucking bet. Yeah, you stay in the back, sir.
Right.
We don't need
Can
you
you-
angering the
legitimately,
guests.
Another aside, can you imagine me serving tables like, there you go.
That's what you fucking want. I've seen you serve tables before,
Yeah.
actually, at the bar.
Here's your fucking
yeah.
moves.
Different.
Yeah,
Those
that's-
are pieces of shit that we love.
Right. What do you
I
want?
love that.
What do you want?
That's
Ketchup?
kinda what
Mustard?
I'm saying.
Is that what you want? Make this shit.
Why did you
you
tell
just
me
go
you wanted
home?
ketchup?
No, we don't have
Yeah,
fucking
why didn't you
A1.
tell
It's
me
like, you
before
want
I
this
came
fish
out
with
here.
no oil, no salt, no. Cook at home.
You want me to
Cook
make
at home.
a different meal? Is
Right,
what you'd like me to make?
exactly,
Something
bro.
that's not on the menu. Yeah,
It's like
okay.
you have this
No, that ain't
thing,
it.
but not this thing at
Yeah,
all.
See, I want a burger.
You know what?
but-
I would
It's like
literally,
we are an Italian restaurant.
I would literally rather serve fucking Baron Harkonnen than any of these goddamn townies.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I would probably die.
Savagery.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that leads us into
spicy.
how it sound. How it sound,
Beautiful.
guys.
It sound great.
Wait. Before we get too far, we keep kind of flitting
There's
about.
some bass.
I want to some booms, baby. I want to talk for a moment about the ornithopter.
Oh my
okay?
God.
Can I just talk
I
about
love
how
it.
badly I
Fuck
want to
me.
fly one?
Oh,
I
yeah,
want, dude.
dude.
I'm like, please, just give me a VR, dude. Oh
Hey,
my
by the
God,
way,
they were
speaking of VR,
perfect.
did you see that head strap that
Oh, yeah. He was telling me this.
that,
He had to pause the movie.
I paused the
It's
movie.
like-
I paused the movie just to make sure. I think I even still have the shit pulled up. Yep, I sure do. Look at this. You see what that is?
Yeah.
You see what that is? You know what that is? That's that head strap he was wearing. This is the Vive Deluxe audio strap. This motherfucker's wearing a Vive Deluxe audio strap with some different headphones on it.
That's
I was like, I
hilarious.
see that.
Right.
I fucking see that. You know? Sorry, just had to do that for a second. But yes,
Okay.
no, I'm in it. No, I'm in it. Cool. The dead tech that they re-established. Whatever. It's fine. But no, the ornithopter's amazing. I actually
Yeah.
would say
They're really
every
good.
goddamn
Every
ship,
Every
in
goddamn
this.
ship,
looked
every
amazing,
vehicle,
dude.
all
like
of
coming
it.
up out of the water.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Oh my
dude! That
God.
one ship that's like oblong.
Yeah,
when it
it's
was
like-
coming
there's like a blade
sideways
and it
into the
goes
place
skimming
and it
across the
fucking-
water.
Oh my god!
Okay, actually, there's one thing that bugs me then, since we're gonna talk about tech.
Mhm.
I wish they would have told. I know a little bit why they need spice for interplanetary travel. Why they don't use like firearms and stuff. They clearly have lasers. They have ballistic weapons.
Oh,
the
why
slow
most
blade.
people, yeah,
Yeah,
why
the
most people
slow
fight
blade
with
cuts the-
knives
that
and
cuts the
like
shield.
But
long
also
swords and stuff like that.
mainly because of the spice for the Spacers Guild. Because do you know why?
Well, I
No.
mean,
Isn't it like an
It's-
audio? Like the shield is actually like an audio.
No.
shield
Like
or some shit?
why they specifically need the Spacers Guild to go from point A to point B for
No.
interplanetary travel?
No.
Because they had AI. years ago. They had
Yeah,
AI.
yeah, absolutely.
But they basically made Terminator Ultron.
yeah,
Right.
and then they shut that shit down.
No, but they had to fight off fucking Terminators for years.
I mean, it's kind of like the it's kind of
So,
like the
Wow.
gas.
Battlestar.
You remember
Right,
the gas?
yeah.
Like Battlestar. Like everything's like
Yeah, or like
analog now.
Battlestar. That's
Right.
actually a good one. Yeah.
But then
Okay.
that's why then they're like, oh shit, we fucking discovered spice. This weird motherfucker's got a big head now, and he can tear open fucking wormholes.
Right.
We don't need these goddamn robots anymore.
Yep.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But that's what. But like that would be kind of nice to know. Like, don't say
It's
that,
weird to
but-
think of like this idea of progression of technology, and then you get to such a point where you understand that the progression of organic technology can
Right.
supersede
Supersede
No,
it.
that.
well,
but,
Exactly.
but even beyond that, like
Right.
I really need them to sell why the fuck spice matters.
See, I
Because
just I
I
take
feel
it
like-
as
I
I
feel
take
like
it as this
did.
quantum realm. I
Because
really
we know,
that's
because
like
we
a
know, but like
We might
I
see
feel
something
like,
in
I
part
feel like there's
two,
gonna be
though.
like 5 motherfuckers are gonna be like, well, why don't they
do
just
you,
like?
but
not
do you
do
really
that
think
plan?
they
I
should have
think that we'll
leaned
see
on
that in
that?
part two.
Should they have
I-
harped on this situation though? You know what I
Yes.
mean?
I
I
think
think,
so.
I think
Okay.
it's better just to state it and be like, hey, this just is,
okay.
and here's the
Well,
situation,
because I think
and
that
then move
was-
on.
Because
Yeah.
I was gonna bring this up because I do feel like they set up the universe relatively well,
Definitely,
and in a
definitely.
very short amount of time, they
Fantastically.
give you the bullet
They-
points
they-
that you
Sure.
need to know for this
Right.
story that they're about to tell. And I
Right.
feel like that was a problem with the
David Lynch Dune,
Dune,
absolutely.
because they literally start that movie with,
With
a
a
lady in the
lady
head.
talking
This is
to you,
literally
monologue.
just trying to explain
this is
Right.
part
everything.
of that's part of what I was talking about with
And-
this extended version. It's
and-
fucking weird.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when that released originally, they had to hand out pamphlets.
Dude, fuck that.
explaining
I don't
all
need a
this
pamphlet
shit
for a
I
movie.
think that we're
Fucking
gonna.
theater.
I think in part
No,
two, we're
no.
gonna since we're gonna be hanging out with the Fremen more. I think that we will. I think we'll see
Yeah.
like
We'll
a
get the
first
metaphysical
person spice
Right.
Yeah.
experience.
Oh,
No,
dude.
You know,
it's
I'm
not-
sure
it's
that
not
it'll
even-
happen.
I'm not even talking like what the spice does.
Right.
Like for the psychotropics and even the inner like making wormholes with the spacers,
Interplanetary
showing,
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
showing a fucking traveler and it's
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But like literally settling it down to explain it to me like I'm fucking.
But I
five.
think that that's gonna
That-
happen
that
in part
this
two.
is that, but
Like,
this
now
is
that
better
we're-
than gold. This is the only spot.
Right.
Like they're like,
But
oh,
now that
yeah,
we're
it's
on
the only planet
Arrakis-
that has the spice. I'm like, that's great, but like, make me realize how fucking desperate I am.
I'm reserving a lot of my judgment until I see the entirety of this.
Because
body.
you need to see it in
You
total,
know,
right?
Exactly, right.
Okay.
And it's hard to it's hard to judge this movie based on just what it is.
okay.
Because what it is phenomenal, but we don't have the entirety of the story.
Well, like
right?
think about
And
think
so
about
I
Lord of
think
the
that-
Rings, right?
Right.
Like watching Fellowship.
Right.
You don't get quite as much of the deep grindy lore until
Exactly.
you get to Two Towers, until you
Towers.
get to
Right.
Return of the King.
no, but
Right.
even then, but very quickly in
They establish what
Fellowship-
the ring is, and
exactly,
they establish.
establish that ring is the most precious goddamn thing on this fucking planet right now.
I guess I feel
And
like
you
they
need to
did.
keep it
They
I
that
feel
did
like
a
they
decent
did.
job
Yeah,
at it.
dude,
in this one.
like,
think
for
they did.
real.
It might not have gone in depth, no,
Sure.
but I still think that they established it enough
yeah, you
for
can
the
make money
regular
off of it,
viewer.
and
Yeah.
the people
Right.
need it, and the emperor says go.
Right.
Exactly.
And
They-
and
And
you
this is the
can't-
spot in the
and
universe
you
right here.
cannot
Yeah.
space travel without it.
They
Like,
did-
That's
they did really,
huge by
you know-
itself.
But see,
to
I
me,
feel like maybe you needed that visual representation. I know you saw 4 motherfuckers from the Spacer
I think
Guilds
that we'll
with
see
their.
it.
We'll
I
see
know,
it.
I know
yeah,
we're gonna
we'll
get
see
a
it.
travel.
I hope
know
so.
we're gonna. I even showed Wolf.
I hope so.
In case she was still gonna
From
come
the
last
first
night.
one?
And
Yeah.
I was like, look, the fellas are probably gonna talk about a weird vagina thing in Dune, and I just need to show you this is what they're talking
This
about.
I
is
never
what
thought
it
of it
is.
as a vagina.
what
Well, 'cause, like-
vagina?
Wow,
thing?
you went right there. I thought it
didn't
was a
even know.
slug for me. I
What are
was
we
like,
talking
its
about?
mouth is like weird.
well,
like
kind
that.
of.
Yeah.
I guess I just
Whose
Like
mouth?
the you remember the
traveler.
thing in
The
the tank in
traveler.
Oh,
the
yeah,
David Lynch
yeah.
one? Yeah, and then he comes in and he's
That's
like,
kinda
I
what
wasn't
we got
here. You
Right.
didn't talk to
okay.
me.
Okay, got it.
I will
I'm
say,
sitting here
I
like
also
we're not talking about
kind of-
sandworms
I-
or lampreys.
No, not that vagina. Don't put your dick in that.
I know,
I
right? There's a movie called Teeth. Anyway,
teeth.
you know Teeth?
Yeah, I know about teeth.
You're not supposed to celebrate it like
No,
that.
man, dude, that
Like,
movie's
yes!
hilarious.
It is
dude.
funny.
It's
It is funny.
hilarious.
Jesus.
I will say
Nobody
anyway,
knows
I
about
don't
teeth.
like-
That's
know,
why.
right?
Like,
in the gray matter of my memory of pop culture things, I guess I do kind of like blend like David Lynch's Traveler and then like the brain bug from Starship Troopers. They
yeah,
kinda get
Starship
blended
Troopers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
like visually.
Yeah.
So, like I guess the brain bug's a little more vagina.
That was
That's
way
a
Well,
more. That was way more.
I would
vagina.
say the brain
That was
bug's a little
way
bit more
for
butthole.
JJ.
That's fair.
oh, it's
What?
more of a butthole.
It's
Huh.
more
No,
butthole.
that thing was. It had a clit.
Huh.
Like,
No, but it's got it's. Anyways,
Anyway,
no.
all right.
We don't need to focus on this.
Okay, so how it
you
sound,
couldn't
guys?
unsay.
How it sound?
It sound good.
It sound
The movie
good.
sounds
for
pretty
real.
great.
That
Hans
score.
Zimmer?
Watch it.
Yeah,
Hans
absolutely.
Hans Zimmer kills
killer.
it. I think that
Absolutely.
it's like not just score wise, all of the sound effects not only
Absolutely.
sound they don't only sound good, they sound so appropriate for the thing that you're witnessing. Like the way the ornithopters sound when they're flapping off, you know what I mean?
Everything's so convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they
very,
really
very,
do. They give
very
you a
much
sense of
Mm-hmm.
a sense of place. And
hum of
even
the
the hum of the
shields,
shields,
Dude,
literally.
seriously.
Yes, dude, I love it. I never get enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those movies that I would watch over and over and over to just hear. I could just have it on the background and be doing something else and be completely satisfied with it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything about the
Absolutely.
sound is high water marks right here. This is fucking amazing.
I don't think it really made a sound, but it was one of my favorite visual treats of the movie. I just remembered this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to the unsung hero of Dune, being Nightlight Bot.
Nightlight
dude,
Bot is
it made me
so
think of
cool.
really. It made me think of a Ghost from Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny borrows heavily from Star Wars, which borrows heavily from Dune.
Totally.
And so
trickle
a lot
down
of
economics.
cases, watching Dune really did make me feel like, oh man, like this is so very Destiny. Too.
Yeah.
It's so very. And then with the Nightlight Bot, I was just like, that's a ghost.
Nightlight Bot, dude.
Nightlight
day.
Bot
It-
is
like,
awesome.
It looks very in the room. I would almost
Dude.
say they must have put some shit on a string that to
No,
cast
bro.
that light because
You
it's
cannot
way too
convince me otherwise. They just BB-8'd something that hovered and
like,
it really worked.
Yeah,
for
No,
real,
absolutely.
man. For real.
Yeah,
I fully believe it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Facts.
it's great. I need a Nightlight Bot.
We collectively gasped
Yeah, we're all,
when we saw that. It's like, ooh,
Nightlight Bot.
I like that. Like,
Facts.
Yeah, and that made a cool sound too. It did
Yeah.
because it had like a
Didn't it? Yeah.
kind of
man,
thing
I love
going
the
on.
sound that the
Yeah.
sandworms
remember,
are
I
making.
love-
Oh,
man. Like
absolutely.
that is fucking
Even the thumper.
intimidating.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool as shit too.
Yeah, the thumper.
You got to do the sand walk. You
Oh, dude.
gotta do the-
I'm waiting for a music
when the
video.
worm-
dude.
really do the sand walk.
That should be
No,
the
when the
dance.
worm
Walk
comes
like
back.
an Egyptian.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, I love how he only watched a video about the sand walk, and he was just like, "Okay,
Yeah.
wait, here's
Got
how you
it.
do it, Mama."
Oh,
Got it,
that
yeah.
was something that we didn't
Oh,
talk
this-
about. That
this
shit
fucked
is
me up, dude.
Fantastic Planet as
Oh
fuck.
my god, dude!
yeah,
the
yeah.
little learning device where
Yes.
it's projecting and the voice that it uses, the way it says its information, it is exactly Fantastic Planet.
No, totally.
It's
Yes.
fucking. Oh my god, I love that shit so much.
Oh, that sucks, Eric.
Oh,
Aw,
dude!
damn.
See,
Sorry, man.
that's like when we went to go see Blade Runner.
Yeah.
The right speaker was fucked up, and every time that any of those bass drops hit, it would go.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sucks.
Which sucks
And
because
we were
they're-
laughing our
the
asses
sound
off
in
about
that
it.
movie is
They'll give
fucking
you tickets
amazing.
for that. They'll
Yeah.
give you like replacement tickets.
Fuck, I should have
Yeah,
known
you should have
about
gone and
that.
been like, "Hey, the
Man.
sound was fucked up." They'd be like, "Here's some passes."
I don't
You'd be
know.
like,
We were in
"Bet."
Trustful. I bet they wouldn't have done
No,
shit.
they would have done
Yeah.
it. They would have done it. I mean, they don't care, man. They're just
Oh,
like, okay, well,
down.
you had to. Your movie going experience was fucked up.
It's
Here's
the
some
same
free
thing with,
passes.
like, corporate
Come back.
restaurants.
I don't ever
They would
complain.
much rather give you free passes to come back than hand you money back.
Dude,
Exactly.
see this?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew this stuff. I don't ever complain about anything.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
like, well, got a
should.
bad apple.
Right.
Move on
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
life.
So,
Hey, the audio was screwed up. Be like, oh, wait right here. Here's some passes for you. I'm like,
So Eric, who is
Should've
it?
done
Is it
that.
your uncle that you got the hookup through?
Oh, cool.
holla if you hear me.
Eric lives out in L.A.
Free.
His uncle.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
What it's your uncle, so it's Squirrel's cousin. Is that right? What the fuck's your uncle's name?
It was
Do,
my friend. that
do we
works
need
on
to?
reality
Do we want to
TV.
put
That's
people's
cool.
real name in the chat?
That's cool.
Well, his uncle's a person.
Oh, okay.
I just can't think of his name. Yeah. All right. So his uncle is Brandon Braga. Brandon Braga, he co-directed or he did direct Star Trek: First Contact.
Whoa.
wow.
Oh,
Or co-wrote or
Holy
one of the
shit.
two.
That's
But
awesome.
he was the showrunner in the later years on Next Generation and is
Okay.
widely considered by terrible fans to be the reason that he technically ended Next Generation
Huh.
because the
Oh,
show
wow.
had run its course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're a select sect of Trekkies that fucking hate this guy.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
wow.
Wow.
But I think he's a rad
That
guy.
is a
First
rough place
Contact's
to
fantastic.
be.
Really?
sorry,
Yeah,
you wrote
First
and produced
Contact is great.
Yeah. So there's a little cameo, like two, red shirt privates. Over
Yeah,
there.
see,
yeah.
I think the sound thing is kind of weird nowadays because there's not like a set standard for how loud a film should be once it gets to the theaters. So people pretty much master
They just
in
crank it.
right, and everybody's doing
Yeah.
the loudness wars thing. They're trying to
Yeah.
make the loudest movie possible so that you can hear it on your cell phone when you
Right.
watch the movie on it, right?
Right.
But the issue is when you're watching it on a big theater, it's very easy for a sound guy, even if the movie's mixed well, for them to bump it up a little bit too loud, crush the dynamics, and
Yeah,
then you
and
just
then
have
they just clip the whole
right,
time.
right.
Yeah.
It's really easy for that to happen, and I
Right.
wish that there was some kind of like suggested loudness or like some kind of absolute standard.
I think the
for
suggestion
film.
is louder.
Louder.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's
Yeah.
the suggestion.
More bass.
Turn the bass up.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Make it fucking thump.
Well, how, much,
Yeah.
how much on-site sound mixing takes place in a movie theater?
Very
I don't
little.
know.
Very
little.
Yeah,
Just
it's
an audio
pretty
next
much
to
just a
none.
knob
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just setting it to they can hear it. Okay, cool. It's not like they go out there and calibrate these
They
things.
don't.
No.
You know what I
Nope.
mean? Like you have to go to a very fancy theater for it to be one that they have like a
Like a
specific.
fucking board or some shit.
Right,
Right.
right. Like there's this Taiwanese theater that I can't think of what it is, but it's basically like the precedent for like what Dolby Atmos audio in theaters and the best HDR quality
Totally.
projectors and all this kind of shit. Yeah, and even then you still approach it and dial that knob up too loud. It sounds like ass.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks, and but should everybody in the
But
film industry be
Dune
trained to be
sound-
goddamn audio engineers? No, it's
Right.
not going to happen. So sorry
But,
about.
but with
the
movies
bad
like
sound
this,
experience.
especially, you
You need it, dude.
good
You
sound,
need it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but
Kevin Smith and his people went to go see Dune in a 4X theater,
what do you mean?
where like the chair moves and
Oh,
you have, like
yeah.
option to like oh, it's a wet scene. Do you want wet? And it'll like fucking spray you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't need that.
God.
I don't need that.
That's a bit much.
Did
I mean, I would do it once.
Did they throw some spice in your face?
I don't know. I was like,
Now,
do I just like
maybe for
there's
real.
just like a fan going with like a little bit of sand just like blowing in your face, just enough to like hit your
Yeah, nope. I passed.
Did you guys ever
Wild.
see the Tim and Eric movie?
Yes.
You remember the beginning? There was the Schlang super seat, and it was like that recliner you sit in, and then you like IV drip a drug that makes you experience the emotions of the film and everything. Yeah, it was like, yeah, dude,
That's pretty good.
that's what I need for Dune right
Absolutely.
there. Okay, so how it people, guys?
It people's pretty good.
It people's real
People
good.
real good.
Oh,
Dude,
I
I'm
want to
just-
live
I
in
just
that
get so
terrible
happy.
future where everyone, even Baron, is
Well,
beautiful.
dude,
Yeah.
look, these are called tomorrow people. This is what happens when we homogenize all of the people on the planet, and we all get to be brown and beautiful and gorgeous hair and blue
perfect,
eyes.
pretty mixed
the
race.
envoy who brought the royal decree,
Right.
hands down the
Yeah,
most
dude.
handsome man in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
His whole
Absolutely.
jawline and cheekbones.
Oh Jesus
yeah.
Christ!
Seriously.
Yeah.
Cut diamond.
Sculpted.
Dude,
Right.
dude, and he
Absolutely.
holds
Yeah.
that contract too
Oh,
like
dude,
a boss.
when he fucking
Yeah.
pumps it out and snaps it back up. In.
Right.
Okay, but like I don't know, were they walking in sand the whole time, Eric, or were they just like walking away off the rocks from that canyon?
Oh yeah, they
No,
totally were not.
They didn't sandwalk
They
at
were
all.
Yo, like, no
they
one
didn't.
sandwalked.
They were
They
just
were
walking
sea-walking.
around. Yeah, sea walking. That's what I was saying last night. Like, oh, he meant
Sea
sea
walking,
walking.
they're
You know what I'm saying?
sea-walking.
Like, oh,
And
Okay, but
the
like,
worm's
do you
just like
always,
respect. It keeps going.
that's all I wanted to do. Just come and be like, yeah, dog.
but do you always 100% of the time need to be
To
sandwalking?
sandwalking.
Yeah.
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 But the only thing that I imagine is that they have thumpers out all over
Right.
the place.
There could be
some
an
point.
explanation. Right.
Right.
They had some distractions.
Yeah,
They had
'cause
the
they were
beautiful-
like,
Also
you know, the only
point
reason
of
why he
thumpers
made
is
it
to
is
get
because
the
of my
worms to come out so
thumper.
they can ride
yeah,
on them.
because yeah.
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 And so, but you could also use that to lure worms away as well.
Right. You could use that as a distraction.
But like, how much do those cost? You got to burn through a lot of
The
thumpers.
thumpers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, all this is old tech for them.
Yeah.
They've mastered this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
got
but that
some-
means it's in
That's
limited
something I was talking-
in
that-
limited quantity.
Well,
see,
you know,
theoretically, you know, there are
theoretically.
millions of them. There's so many Fremen.
That hasn't been a
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
that's been addressed.
right.
Let me tell you that.
Yeah, yeah, because they're just like, this is that tech. Because even
Yeah.
when Idaho came back, you know, he had some of their technology. He's just like, oh, well, here's a sand shifter.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Here's a sand shifter or whatever. You know, like they've got plenty of these things.
Yeah.
You know, like they're able to survive quite comfortably
Totally.
in this horrible climate. You know, the only thing they don't have is water.
Yeah.
You know,
Seriously.
that's it. It's
Hence
But that's
the
what they
spinning
got spit
cups.
for.
well, that and it's like any of their victims, whoever they come across,
Sure,
is like, okay,
yeah.
well, we're gonna repurpose your moisture,
Yeah,
as
essentially.
moisture for us. And
Right.
so,
Exactly.
Yeah, you know. But the people real good.
But it people real good.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know. You know.
You
I
mean
get
no
so,
neck?
No neck. I'm so happy just to see him getting so much work.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm so
And he was
happy.
also in Blade Runner.
He was. He was honestly one of my favorite parts of Blade Runner.
He was
Absolutely.
really good.
Yeah, he's
I want
super awesome.
big bulky Dave Bautista with tiny glasses all the time.
Dude, he has
All
such
the
tiny
time.
little
Yeah.
glasses. I don't know what's up with that. Why'd
love
you give him that tiny glasses?
That's so amazing.
Only readers.
Damn.
Nice. So yeah,
So how it
people real good.
feel? How's this movie feel to you
feels
guys?
good.
Feel
good.
Feels
Ooh,
good.
it felt so good throughout.
It has
the
a
You
great
know,
vibe.
you know that scene when the sandworm's coming up and all the sand like does that like sound wave.
Yeah,
but
it's horrifying.
That's how it
Yes.
feels.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of skipped the intro where it's like, what have I been doing all week? I've been watching this show called Midnight Mass.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
All right. It's 7 episodes, each one about an hour long. No modern vampire story.
No super spoilers. It's on our list.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
cool.
Keep it in mind.
Definitely
Keep it
check
in
it out. It's a great movie. It's basically a whole bunch of monologues linked together by next to nothing. But every episode feels like 3 hours long. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like in comparison,
Is it
like
because it's dense or because it just drags? Like
It
bad
drags.
Pacing? Bad pacing.
it drags.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but it's all necessary. Sure, it's all
Sure.
world building,
Vampires,
whatever. You know, but that being stated, every episode that I watch, I'm like, you know what? I will never go back and watch this again. Like I know that there's no reason why I would go back and watch it. Dune, going into that, knowing that it's 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
Like it
Yeah, but it
caught
didn't
me
feel like it.
immediately.
Yeah.
It caught me immediately and
Absolutely.
just like swept me
Yeah.
away into this awesome sci-fi universe.
Uh-huh.
And so by the time that the credits were rolling, I was mad. I'm just like, oh, dude, I need more.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and you know
like,
it's gonna be a
don't leave-
year
at
or 2
least.
Yeah.
or 3
Uh-huh.
before we get this.
Like I said, it's not even
And you know,
greenlit
it's not
yet.
even. It's
So
not,
it's
I
gonna
don't even
be.
think I really wanted the rest of the story. I just wanted. Like,
I just wanted
More,
more.
just
of
give me
it.
more.
I just wanted
just
more
give,
of
just give me
that.
like 30 more minutes. Round it out to
Dude,
3 hours.
Yes.
I'll be
That's
happy.
right.
Absolutely. It felt so good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It felt so good. And then just like even Paul, like Paul's pain and everything that he's going through and like the way that he kind of disagreed with his mother and his father about, you know, what they're really doing on Arrakis, you know, and how they're like convincing these people to believe a certain thing.
Right.
He's
you
like,
know,
you're no better than the fucking Harkonnens. at this
Exactly.
point. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like they really, even though when you look at him, you're just like, God damn it, Anakin. Like I just like I want to hate you because I've seen this trope, but he really brings you into his pain.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, to the
Yeah.
point that when he does put his hand in that box,
Dude.
you don't need an explanation of
And
what he's going through.
She's got that fucking needle
Right
right
at
at
his
his neck, and he
It's like,
starts
you
to be like, silence,
Silence.
and you see it,
Dude,
you see it
no,
in his eyes.
when he first
right
walks
in
in,
his
and she's like, come kneel, and then and he's like, how
whoa.
dare you
He's
use
just
the voice
there.
on me?
Yeah.
Right after he came and kneeled, you know, like for you had no choice in that matter, sir.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and so
Wolf pointed out that she'd really like to see Timothy Chalamet as like Louis or like because you guys were talking about Interview with the Vampire last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
oh wow,
Okay.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
alright.
I can see that.
I'm here for
Yeah.
that.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think
just a little
Chalamet did
No,
an
no, no,
amazing job.
that's-
What's the dude's name that was Paul and you know, dude from Blue Velvet and from what's his name? Because I don't like that guy.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. He's got fucking. I
He's
don't
got a
know.
weird jaw nowadays. Like, he
Yeah,
grew
I
into
don't,
a
I don't know.
jaw.
He's like, to me, I think of
Agent Dale Cooper.
the character that he is in like Showgirls, and that's
I
the
never saw
guy that
Showgirls.
that's the guy that he is to me.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
like
Kinda
just
scumbaggy.
kind of scumbaggy, corporate-y white guy. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, fuck this
The bad
guy.
guy from the Flintstones.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of him as. The
Yeah.
bad guy from the Flintstones. Fuck, you just lined it up, man. Thank you. That's it. And because of that, I've never liked him as Paul. I've also thought that his emoting in as Paul kind of came off as a bitch made rather than him being sincere. And Timothy
Yeah, but,
Chalamet feels sincere. He
Yeah,
feels
absolutely.
like he's
Yeah,
there.
Concerned,
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trust, not really here for it, but dealing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
You know, and learning more about himself as the story goes
Right.
along, and
So this is-
why he's there. He's just like, I'm just a project.
Well, and why
like,
his parents have like
Created
raised
him.
Right.
him,
Which,
in
by the way,
he wasn't
that they
supposed to be
did.
created. He wasn't supposed to be born at all.
That's right.
You know,
right.
he was only born so that he can be the what do they call the one?
The one.
He's
yeah.
the one.
Right, yeah.
Everybody likes
Well,
the
and
one, right?
I'll
With Jet Li?
mention this
I was
too.
gonna say like what is it, the Ado Shaddai or whatever. But
Yeah,
that, no,
right.
but that's
That's the sandworm. That's the
That's
sandworm.
Right.
yeah.
No, there's
Which is
a-
their god.
right. But apparently it's also a
which
universal
is where the
term
Chris
for
knives come
sandworms.
from and all.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not one specific. I thought it was like
No, it just
there's, like,
is
one
the
bigger one.
sandworms, right?
Well, no,
That's
there's
what I thought, but no,
one.
it is
there's a
just
great
There's a king
sandworm.
sandworm, right? Or
Yeah,
like a big boy.
The
I'm sure there
great
is.
sandworm. That's the Shai Hulud.
Shai Halud.
No,
Yeah, the
that's
Shai
it.
Hulud.
Shai
That's
Hulud is
the
just
great.
sandworm.
No, it's the great sandworm.
Is it?
Because at the end of it, you remember when Zendaya is just like,
So
you
is that
know,
the one that
here's
showed up and
this
talked?
Chris knife,
Yeah.
and this came from the tooth of Shai Hulud, the great sandworm,
Which is
She
so
says it.
awesome.
Yeah,
oh
dude.
my
Right,
god.
you know, she's like, even though you're gonna die,
Yeah.
I'd rather you die with honor.
Right.
So
Right.
she gives
Right.
that to him.
Actually, I want to talk about that whole scene. If
Okay.
we, is that
Yeah,
is there
yeah,
a
yeah.
segment for? Do I need to
Well,
wait?
hold on.
No,
Hold
no,
on a
no.
second.
Oh,
Hold on a
is
second.
Oh,
We-
he
we-
was.
we only got
He's
one
the
more.
Lisan Al Gaib.
There you go.
That's what I wrote down a lot of these.
We got
names, 'cause
Howitt.
I'm like, I gotta figure out
Really?
how to
yeah.
remember all this
Right.
jargon. Like, there's so much to. Like, if you're not watching with subtitles, good luck, because
For real, man.
boy,
Yeah.
they throw
But
some
see,
shit
even
at
then,
you and
even
expect
then,
you to
it'll
understand.
show you because it already has natural built-in subtitles. Because
Right.
they're gonna talk about
Dude,
it.
I love it. I love it every time that
So
she
good.
does the
Oh,
Oh,
dude, the
the
sign
hands
language.
on,
Just like,
yeah.
dude,
So good.
it's amazing. It's
Man.
like sign language, Mandarin,
Yeah,
English. You know, it's
because
like
the
okay.
physician dude spoke Mandarin too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and taught him
absolutely.
Mandarin so that they can communicate. Like everybody has a way to communicate within themselves,
Right,
Yeah.
but dude, she
Pardon me.
was signing down here.
Uh-huh.
She's just
Oh.
like shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Be
Sign
cool,
up,
be
yeah.
cool.
Tell no one.
no
Even
one.
when she was blindfolded.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
she's sitting there
man.
sounding like, "What are you doing?
Dude,
don't do that.
dude, don't do that."
Well, fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
lean into it. Let's
Well,
go."
But like, see, I think that's also like
good
a
shit,
thematic
man, dude.
that, like, you know, they're not gonna really show in your face, but like how treacherous this entire universe is.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You're always
You
at
can't
risk.
trust anybody.
You're always
here,
at
right?
risk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not at all.
All
you
of these
know?
clans hate each other, and then there are people within your clan that'll fucking betray you, like what happened
Absolutely.
with
With
the
Dr. Man.
So
yeah,
that
with Dr. Man.
apparently
and
he
Oscar
was
Isaac,
more
yeah.
yeah.
coerced foremost in the book
Mm.
by the Harkonnens.
by the Harkonnens because
Yeah.
they're Mentat, which also I really wish they would have described what the fuck the Mentats are doing because the Mentats are so important.
You talking about the assassins?
No, they're not assassins. The Mentats, so that the
Well, they're another army.
they're just like another guild. It's like they're more akin to the space witches. Like there's something that help out the people with the little line on their lip.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
Mentats.
Yeah.
Those are Mentats.
Oh wait, what? Okay, yeah.
Because the Mentats are the replacement for supercomputers.
Yeah, because I mean, I saw the dude do the
Dude, he-
calculations.
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
so
yeah.
awesome.
when his
I mean,
eyes
that's how
roll in
I
the
do
back of
math.
his head.
Is that how you do math?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You black out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But all right, so the Harkonnen one is Peter DeVries, who's Polka Dot Man.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was played by Brad Dourif in the original, which is super rad.
Yeah.
Yes.
he's got the
Love
eyebrows
him.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he apparently he's like way more fucked up in the books, and like he constantly is taking away that doctor when he's not around and torturing the shit out of him.
Oh, really?
Because they're like the doctors, because you know he's got that sweet,
Yeah.
you know, their I guess medical profession, like their Hippocratic oath is like literally. Actually, again, not to kind of bring it back, but like you know how like Black Widow couldn't hurt that guy because like the pheromones.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's like a mental block.
do you
It's not a
keep
pheromone
bringing
thing.
that back
Sorry,
up?
just because
God
for
damn
frame
it,
reference.
man.
Frame reference. Sorry,
Fuck.
but like he
Such a great
literally,
episode.
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
literally cannot hurt.
You probably didn't see that.
I know, right?
He
Maybe
can't hurt
not.
any of the
I hope not.
Atreides
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
until Peter DeVries apparently tortures the shit out of him and literally breaks his brain,
Ooh.
and that's how he's able to fucking like, you know,
Wow.
do the things that he did.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I will
like-
say I don't mind them not cramming that in on the side because that's hard to do because that's time span.
That's
Right.
yeah. That's a lot.
so with them
yeah.
just being like, they had my wife, my bad.
yeah,
Like that's fine.
it was
But,
a
but it's
little
a
weak.
shortcut.
It was a little
Yeah,
weak.
it's a-
Yeah,
yeah.
But
because it's like you
because-
know that you can't trust this.
I guess
Baron anyway,
because
so.
like you know
She's
Peter
probably already
DeVries
dead.
is supposed to be such a slimy, grimy worm tongue kind of character.
Yeah.
And I love David Dasmalchian so fucking much.
Right.
I think I more just wanted to see him be a piece of shit than see the Doctor get tortured.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
I
yeah.
guess that's
gotcha.
more where it's at.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know, focus on the Mentats. Focus on what they're for.
But
along
they're
with
also
the
trying to
Slice.
make you understand that nothing's safe in this world.
That too.
though.
That
You
too.
know, there's a
Right.
big thing
That's
with
the
that, right?
frontmost.
Because again, Game of Thrones, right?
And it's hard to think that
Right.
they actually have time constraints, right?
Right.
It's
Right.
hard to
Yeah.
think that because they do take their time telling this story.
But they had to take some small
I
shortcuts.
guess so.
Yeah.
I do want
You
to
know?
talk about that duel scene at the end, and I didn't know if there's a bullet point that would cover that. Or if it's
Well, I
in
mean,
the
in the same vein, can we give a shout out to my boy Paul's ankles?
Yeah.
Why were his feet so strong? My dude would trip. Seriously, you'd be standing right there. He'd just do boom and put you on the ground, boy. I'm talking about like just.
Dude, yeah. No,
He did it twice.
The training sequence with what's his
With
name?
Gurney?
With
Gurney,
Yeah,
yeah.
with Gurney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And
awesome.
that old man went
That was
out.
good.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
That was
and
good
I
stuff.
love the way they do the. I know we touched on it a little bit, but the way they do the shields, like
Yeah.
the,
Yes.
Yeah, that was
the
really
force
cool.
fields are so much better in this than
Barons
that
on
bullshit.
his ring. He just like
Oh,
that
yeah.
was cool
yeah.
as fuck, dude. Yeah.
I love
And I love
that.
how the Baron, even like at the very, very end, he's still like, there's our king, and he's sitting there dying. Baron still clicks that shield on.
That's right.
Gets close to him.
Because he
Hell yeah.
still doesn't trust.
still
a
doesn't trust,
goddamn motherfucker. Anybody.
no.
But I
in
like
this
it that they
universe.
found him floating, like
Yeah,
Baron's all
just-
floating up at the top. Yeah.
Well, that's how he got
Like,
away.
Fresh
Yeah.
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he looks like he's like convulsing because he doesn't have any air left. Like they found him at the moment where he was
Where
like
he was about to fall
cusp,
down.
about to fucking die. Yeah. Barely saved him.
I don't know how it is in the book, but I am here for it being a literal like augment to his body for his float suit. And
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's what
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's also got the Batman Beyond spine.
yeah.
You know,
Totally.
it just has jets in it.
Right.
I got a jet back. That's what I got.
Jet back.
It's like when he first rises, like Wolf was like, is he like a weird worm man? Because he's got that
Yeah.
gown.
Yeah.
No,
And I
Yeah.
was like, no, he's just fat and
He's
can't
just
move.
floating.
Those are just
Right.
his.
Yeah.
That's just his snuggie.
Yeah.
That's it. He's got his evil snuggie.
Absolutely.
Evil snuggies. Well, what else we got on bullet points? Because we're running up on about
Damn,
to be
he's-
3 hours.
Said Yaka said it feels like a commercial for the second.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
and
A little,
again,
yeah.
I like
You
I
know,
said
that
is
sounds
the
like an
only-
undercut.
Yeah,
of
well,
it.
you know,
That sounds like
the interesting thing about this movie. Okay, now we've been sitting here, celebrating it and praising the movie. It does slightly suffer from pacing issues.
True.
Like the first hour of the film is way more dynamic and
Totally.
than the second hour. Like, I mean, honestly, like,
I was telling them before you got here outside the segments with Paul and his mother in the desert.
yeah.
There's a couple beats that took way too fucking long.
They
Like
took a
that was the only
long
time where I was
time.
like, I checked my phone. I was like,
Right.
how much more do I have of this?
Yeah.
That was the only bit. When they got to the Fremen, it was fine.
Right.
But just them
Absolutely.
in the desert, I was like,
Also, that last battle, with the I forgot what they called that duel. The guy's just like, oh no, he's not one of us, so I invoke prima nocta. Not that.
yeah,
but,
I
he's just
challenge
like,
you.
right?
Yeah.
And so it has to be a fight to the death. And Paul's over here just like waxing
man.
that ass,
Yeah.
boy. He's just
Okay.
like, I don't want to kill you. I don't
Yeah.
want to kill you. I don't want to kill you. And they're like, well,
That's
you
the only
gotta do it,
option.
man.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Dude,
you
he
know?
dashes
I just-
through his
I'm
ass.
Oh
curious.
boy, dude,
Ooh.
dude, shadow step, baby.
Also,
So
did you
good.
see how little they like showed blood?
Blood
and stuff?
or
Yeah,
you
they
didn't-
really
you
don't
need
need
it.
well,
No,
because
not a lot.
PG-13.
Dude, and I think
but I
it's
don't think violence.
it's-
You can
but
show
the red-
blood. You can show blood and still.
Yeah,
keep
the
it
red
PG
on
rating.
the
But the
shield
red
and
on
and,
stuff.
and then
yeah.
the bloody
Right.
hand that they kept showing for
They
the
were
vision
really
and all that
smart
stuff,
with
right?
the way that they
It's
avoided
very
that.
smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I have a question about Paul's visions leading up to the end with the duel.
Okay.
Because he constantly had those visions of
Right.
like, this man will be your friend.
Right.
And he had the vision.
Well, the
when they're
vision
stuck
was
in
you
the
should
thopter.
die. He's like the vision's like
but-
if
no,
you
but even
die,
before
that's how
that,
you
He had
become.
the vision of when they're in the thopter in the sandstorm, and the guy's like tells them the whole Bruce Lee thing, like be like water, you just gotta flow,
Right.
You just gotta flow. And then he's like, oh fuck, let me cut the engines. We'll just fucking spin.
Yeah, let
we'll
go.
be okay. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
that was so hot.
But then by the end, but the whole time he keeps having the visions. This guy will be your friend. This guy will aid you.
Right.
But then he has the visions of the man killing him.
Yeah. And it's like, well, that's
and so
how you
is
become
that, so
the
is
one.
Is it his foresight of like almost eliminating timelines?
Well,
Not-
that's what he's
strong,
going to
that's
be,
strong.
right? He's going to be
But,
like,
but
have
because
visions of space and time.
He
and
doesn't
visions-
need
the gla-
this
the
man
gap
as an
between two.
ally anymore because he's already learned the lesson.
Oh, that's
And now he
interesting.
knows. You know
Well,
what I mean?
okay.
And now he knows like this man will kill you if you do not kill him.
I mean, it sounds it like I think it's the same paradox as what's going on with the spaceship travel, right? Everything that this movie hinges on, or the concept that Dune hinges on, all has to do with the quantum physics of what's happening, like possibilities and finding the right possibility.
Right, the right path.
Right? And it seems like that's what his entire power as the one is, almost like Neo, almost like, that kind of thing. It's like I can see all the paths, but I'm having a guided vision towards the one that will achieve my goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
But that
Yeah,
last
there
vision,
is
that last
a
vision
world
pretty
where
much
he's
just
stuck
told
in
him
the
to
desert.
die, though.
It did.
Yeah.
It
It
did.
just told him
pretty
like you
much.
have to die.
Yeah.
So I mean, I expect that to happen in part 2.
Right.
He didn't just like lay down. It's just like, okay,
Right.
I'm going to shoot this dude in the back.
It's
But,
like
I'm
it's
gonna
like
hold his
the
hand
Nick,
and watch
bringing
him.
it back to Nick Cage. Did you guys ever see?
I love you.
Did you ever see
See,
Next?
I did
that's
not.
the kind of
It's
segue
like
I love.
that, you know, where he sees the different paths.
Wait,
Right.
is that
You know?
next?
It's
Yeah,
next.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
next.
Because
Okay.
what's next?
Which one's
for
knowing?
Nick Cage? Wait, is it Knowing? Because they came out around the same
Right?
time.
That's why I got confused. Because knowing's also about the predestination.
never saw that.
thing,
Yeah,
event.
it's
Like,
kind of the same movie.
he made two of the same movie and forgot about it. Like
Sounds
I bet
Cage
he,
to me.
he did one of them and then he showed up to the other one and
Sounds
go,
cagey to me.
"Didn't I just make this movie?"
I do like
Fuck
the
it.
flair.
They
of
fuck
that
it. Round
last
2.
duel,
Let's do it
though.
again.
Yeah.
I do like the flair of that last duel though because because Jason Momoa was like, these motherfuckers can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
he's
the
like,
whole
they're
time they
brutal.
keep talking about like, well, look, the Atreides army isn't very big, but they've been trained by
They're
fucking-
good.
Yeah,
but
they're
they've been
really
trained by
good.
Gurney Halleck
Dude,
and
I got this.
Jason
This
Momoa.
there's a part when the Atreides army's all fighting and they're just slaughtering folks and then they back up. Like the line gets diminished from the enemies and the Atreides are still rocking.
Dude,
and I was
yeah.
like, they're
When
the
they showed-
Protoss.
when they
They're the
showed
fucking
Paul-
They are
Protoss,
the
dude.
When they
fucking
showed
Protoss.
Paul and he's
Yeah.
like rolling over people's backs.
Exactly,
and like,
dude.
Just
Exactly.
one man army through
Yeah,
that bitch, right?
and-
Like,
but I'm telling you, you can't get the Protoss down because they
Yeah.
got that shield, and then they
Yeah.
regenerate their shield.
Right.
That's exactly what they were doing, man.
What were the Imperials called? Like the Emperor's army?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Those guys. Who are those guys?
I don't know. I keep wanting to say Raban, but
The
that's
ones that spoke
Batista.
the different language.
Yeah, the men in white.
Which was, by the way, guys,
Men in
that
white.
might have been my favorite audio thing in the whole thing. That throat singing section.
Yeah, yeah.
When
oh,
it's showing
dude.
him, and
Oh,
he's doing the.
and he's
the-
That
just
was
this
great.
one dude
Ooh.
up there singing.
Dude, it's
Oh,
like
it was so
it's
good.
like those fucking
It
war
was so
drums,
good.
but it's throat singing.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It's just like,
absolutely.
but
charge.
also, you can tell that it's like they edited it. They edited it in a way where this doesn't sound like Mongolian throat singing. This doesn't
Right.
sound like
Yeah.
Tibetan
No,
throat
definitely
singing.
not.
This
It's
sounds like
something-
some fucking shit that you
Yeah.
can't do with your voice.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like close, but then it has all these glitches and weirdness to it where you're like, this
Yeah.
is just unsettling, and I
Well,
love
and,
it so
well,
much.
and
Love
harmonies,
it.
dude.
Oh.
They had fucking harmonies.
They had those
going
harmonies.
On.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yes.
Man,
So sick.
show me the techno priests. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, overall, great movie.
Overall, fucking
Great.
amazing.
Can't wait for
Phenomenal
part
film.
2.
This is worth. This
Phenomenal.
is worth subscribing to HBO
Yeah,
to watch.
the,
Yeah,
the
just
worst
like-
part of the
really.
movie is that there's not more.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
Okay,
it.
Exactly.
so
Absolutely.
which upon this, if you want more, I'm new to this. I want more. I've never seen Lynch. I've never seen sci-fi miniseries. I've never seen either of them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I haven't read this book.
Yeah,
I haven't read this graphic novel.
Right.
What do you recommend?
this one.
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
but I've seen this Dune.
beyond
now, but I want
this-
more.
Oh.
Because there's not more.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go
You can
for
go with
this
the
right
graphic
here.
novel?
Okay, because this is not the density of the actual book, Dune,
right.
but this is
So something other
seen,
than the
right?
actual book.
But this
Yeah.
is seen over by the Herbert estate and is as close to the real book from what I'm to understand, and it also has some real pretty pictures.
It
Right.
does.
So,
the art in there is
I'm a-
beautiful.
I'm a-
Do
It's
any of the
gorgeous. Say this right
miniseries
here.
hold up?
I
Does anyone know?
Man.
that's kind of what I was actually wondering, because I would honestly say go check out the sci-fi miniseries.
There you go.
You know,
'Cause I
because it
remember
really does.
enjoying the
Yeah, I'm
2000
about to say, because I
don't know
remember.
about Children of
I'm about
Dune,
to
but-
say, I don't know if anybody who didn't grow up with those, if this would hold up for them, because this is very early Sci-Fi Channel. You know, before they,
right when they get that money. Like,
yeah,
oh shit,
yeah,
they can do
it's
stuff with
literally
money.
Yeah.
right when they're dude. This is literally
What- was
right
that-
after Lex.
Right.
You know what I
Early
mean? This is-
2000s, right?
No, but
No,
it's
this
after.
is like
it's
this
like
is
it's
mid
when-
'90s, late
No,
mid
I
to
think,
late
I think
'90s.
it's like
Early
I really think it
2000s.
was
No,
like
it's
2001,
2000s.
2002,
I
something
didn't
in
think it
there.
was that
Because
Yeah.
this is
that
when like
late.
Farscape was like getting a
Farscape.
good
That's
budget.
exactly what I
When
was
they
gonna
get a good
say. It's
budget.
about that Farscape time, man.
Yeah, maybe right before Farscape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If from what
No,
I
I
remember.
think
Yeah.
it's after.
Oh,
I think it's during or after. Because Farscape came on.
either way.
Man, it'd be nice
either
if we
way,
had
the
numbers.
miniseries I
Yeah.
think has enough time to actually cover a lot of what happens in the book, and it's a TV show, so they're trying to be as
totally.
accurate to the book as they possibly can be. Obviously on a budget, but yeah, I mean, I would say the miniseries is worth a look.
Right.
Miniseries, graphic novel.
I guess novel if you're so
If
inclined.
if you actually like
Yeah.
reading, read the fucking novel. Because I mean, you
Oh,
know,
totally.
I'd like to go back to
It's
If
it.
anyone
classic
has a
enough.
recommended audio book version, preferably done by someone
Ooh.
badass, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let us
Uh-huh.
know. Let us know, please.
I want to hear the whole thing read by Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I
I'm with
love
it.
I fucking love Stellan Skarsgård.
I've seen the
everything.
Like, oh, like his
Amazing.
Skarsgård's like the best Skarsgård, like out of all his sons. I'm like, no, it's his dad. It's Stellan Skarsgård. Stellan
Right.
Skarsgård, superior Skarsgård.
Fucking
Right.
so
I don't
Killer.
care about the kids.
Yeah, dude.
They're good,
Yeah.
but they're not that good.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Cool.
Is there anything else to even say about this?
Let
guys?
it go.
I don't think so.
No, it's
Let it
just
go. Just go watch
Tandy's
it.
got something to say.
Tandy.
I don't even. Tandy, don't fuck this up.
Yeah,
Tandy.
better not fuck
Tandy.
it up.
Oh no,
Tandy-
Tandy's not really a sci-fi guy, so we'll see what he has
Oh,
to say. You know?
Tandy. Tandy
Tandy.
gonna get thrown out.
Tandy, seriously now, should people go watch Dune? What you think of the new Dune?
Dune 2021.
Dune
Tandy.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
Make sure Tandy
should,
knows.
Should people watch Dune 2021?
Tandy.
Let's find out.
Tandy.
Let's find out.
We real cool, but
He said,
Tandy.
"Ask again, this motherfucker."
Here, you wanted to clarify.
Because I'm over
Denny?
here threatening them.
Denis
Denny?
Villeneuve's Dune that just released on
Gotta
HBO
be specific.
and theaters.
He's an
Okay.
executive, man.
He's like,
He
you're
ain't
not
gonna
talking
make-
about David
he ain't
Lynch,
gonna
right?
make- he
You're not
ain't
talking
gonna-
about.
Gotta make
he ain't
sure.
gonna make
Let's
decisions
find
lightly.
out.
For the record, we're not talking about David Lynch's Dune because David Lynch won't even talk about David
Right,
Lynch.
Right.
man. Which, by the way, that part in Hodorowski's Dune when he's talking about I didn't want to see the movie. My sons made me go see it, and he's like, I kept looking between my fingers because I was scared of the film being good, and the more that I watched, the more I realized
He's not.
it's horrible.
Speaking of David Lynch, have you guys ever watched his like morning weather announcements?
No, God,
No,
what?
I wanna
They're
see that.
amazing.
David Lynch's weather announcement, but again,
Yeah.
not to confuse
show you
Tandy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
Dune
Tandy,
2021. Should people go see it? Asking again. He said possibly.
What?
Tandy's
Okay,
being
well,
salty
I
today.
know,
Turn him off,
man.
man.
All right,
Salty.
Tandy.
Turn it off.
All right,
He's-
Tandy needs a
he's-
nap.
I have
Yeah,
to have
turn
to
him
turn
off,
off.
man.
He's mad. He's mad we didn't ask him earlier.
He didn't
That's
eat
what it
anything.
is. That's what it is. He's like, you
You-
didn't
you
want to
can
have
use it in
any
the episode.
conversation with me
Me until the
y'all
very
already
end.
said everybody
Yeah.
should watch it. Uh-huh.
You can honestly just end the episode as soon as I ask this question and let them just let it be the last beat.
Yeah.
But whatever kink it is, to be wanting to be eaten by a sandworm, you can sign me up.
Yeah.
Please.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't
I-
know.
You're on that page?
lamprey.
Yeah.
My chat
those
just said
teeth.
that's just general.
You will be
lore, but
digested
it's fine.
over 1,000 years.
No, dude. This is not like a sandworm. You don't just get like eaten.
Nah.
Those lamprey teeth.
You get gnashed.
You get gnashed, boy.
Please.
You get
Please.
lacerated on the way down.
Wow.
You're with it.
with the Dune soundtrack.
I'll
playing.
just hang
The
out.
gnashing of
I'll,
teeth.
I,
with the
I'll
Dune
just hang out
soundtrack.
with Zendaya.
That's right.
Give me
Yeah.
That's
two
right.
thumpers.
With
Right.
it-
Onto that weird kinky.
I'm
I guess-
And on
I'm gonna
that
fill
one.
that stilt suit.
Right. I guess that's
Turn
it.
into
So we're
spice.
just gonna end it right there. Hey,
Thank you for
Moth
hanging
wants to
out.
be eaten by a sandworm. Thank
Yeah.
you for hanging
kinda
out.
creepy.
Sexually,
Thanks for being in
right?
in the chat.
I never said sexual. I just
You
said I'd
said
like to be.
kink.
Thank
sir.
you for
Thank you,
thank you
Yakko.
for the follows and the views and
Thank you,
everything.
Ace.
Check us
Yeah.
out on
Speed Force
Spotify, YouTube, Anchor. Hey, if you have some extra money laying around, go to our Patreon. Support us
Please.
on Patreon.
And you
Please
might
do.
get some Neil foot pics.
You might get some
Hairy
Neil
feet
foot
pics.
pics. Hey,
We don't want that.
Please subscribe to the Patreon because Phil has to buy Resident Evil 4 DLC when they release it.
I have
And
to.
it's gonna
Yeah,
be
he's gotta
at
get
least
merchandise.
$20. It's gonna be at
They
least
keep
$20.
taxing me, dude.
but thank you guys so much.
Speed and Eric, thanks for stopping by. Love you.
Peace.
Yeah, as Moth, thanks for being with us and talking to us
yeah.
about
Absolutely.
your
Thank you for having me. Love
big
being here.
sandworm
Are we
fetish.
are we
That's
streaming
great.
later, guys? We streaming later?
Yeah, I think tonight we're gonna get a
Some
little melty,
get a
right?
little melty,
Yeah.
get a little
Get a little melty.
zombies.
So,
do some things. If you
we'll do a
install
late night
zombies, we'll play some
stream.
zombies.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Eric is going to finally strong arm me. Squirrel and I made a blood oath to him like 8 months ago. Yep.
Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven on
Yeah.
PC was in early access for the longest time, and now
Okay.
it's in 1.0.
Yeah.
And we promised him that when 1.0 hits, we will start a playthrough.
So that's tonight.
Oh, nice.
Potentially.
Okay.
If Squirrel is down and I don't start playing Inscription.
So check out
So-
Moth's channel over at
Moth
Moth
and
and Wolf.
Wolf.
Come back
Hit
later
'em.
tonight
Please,
on
please.
this channel because we're probably going to be streaming some Melty or zombies or
Melty,
something else.
baby.
Just ding the bell so you know when we go live.
Ding a
and
bell.
thank you guys so much. Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.
Next week.
Love you.